Mr. Schnell.
Okay, testing.
Analyze the testimony of Ms. Arnold in this case? Did you also analyze the
that's kinda
testimony of
loud.
Ms. Arnold in this case?
Yes, I did.
And are you aware of her opinion that Ms. Heard's career would have followed the same trajectory as that of Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot, Zendaya, Ana de Armas, and Chris Pine, if not for the Waldman statements?
Yes.
What's your understanding of Ms. Arnold's basis for her opinion that Ms. Heard's career should have been similar to that of those identified actors?
Ms. Arnold stated that when producers or her industry is looking to hire talent and actors, that it's important to best understand the public's perception of the actors that they're considering, and that it's important to look into social media to see what is happening with the actors they're considering for either a movie or even an endorsement opportunity with companies. So that was her approach.
And is that the process she followed in providing her analysis of those purportedly comparable actors?
No. Although she stated that, she went in and brought in these alleged comparable actors, and without really reasoning behind that.
Did you conduct an analysis based on your expertise in social media and internet analytics of Ms. Heard compared to the actors to whom Ms. Arnold compares her?
I did.
And what did you find?
Well, since Ms. Arnold stated that the proper approach is looking at the public perspective, looking into social media, and she did not do that, I felt that was the best approach to do this based on her words. So yes, I did go into best understanding the public perspective of Ms. Heard and the alleged comparable actors using Q scores. And then I also went and did some analysis online and on social media as well.
Can you briefly remind the jury what Q scores are?
Yeah, again, Q scores measure how well a celebrity, it could be a cartoon character, it could be a sports person, how well they're known, how well they're liked, and how much they're disliked. And it's an industry standard tool that's used. It's not just focused on the movies that they're in, but it's focused on them as actors, but also what's happening in their personal lives come to play as well. So that's how Q scores are typically used.
Did you prepare a demonstrative that reflects the Q score analysis you completed?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Your Honor, may I approach again? All right, thank you.
Yo. It's happening.
No Nothing to stretch out my back.
All right, well,
Okay.
identify plaintiffs
You ready for it?
1296.
Ready for that afternoon?
And
I don't know, just my back's been getting like real tense in my lower back.
Mr. Banya,
Sounds like
what
you need a
point
new
in time
bed.
do these Q scores represent that are reflected on your demonstrative?
No, I just think I need to stretch
these
more.
Are the winter 2019 Q scores
How am I?
that are reflected here. And what was important for me is I wanted to find Q scores that represented Miss Heard after Aquaman. And remember Aquaman, December of 2018. These Q scores were gathered January.
I wish there was a good spot to put like chat.
19, but before the Waldman statement.
You can make it, what's it called?
And what
See-through?
did you find based on the
Transparent?
Q
True. Wait.
Scores and
Yo,
the higher the
okay.
number, the better.
The audio just cut. No
As
big
you
deal.
can see,
better,
Miss Godot.
Yeah, they've been having
has
issues
the
with audio
highest
though.
Q score out of the group of actors here at a 28.
They
But
are
you're going
issues,
to notice
yeah.
Miss Heard has the lowest positive Q score. She
Lowest,
has a 9. So
Why
I
isn't I
find
recommending
that,
the other one?
very
No.
interesting that she doesn't appear to fit in as a comparable with these alleged comparable actors.
What's the
I
channel
think
called?
what's also
Line
interesting
something?
is
Line
the
Crime
average
Channel?
Q score for all actors being scored at that time, which include all the alleged comparable actors here.
Damn, so they brought out Q score,
an average of 17,
Q
and you can
score
see,
numbers,
again, she is 9
which
well below
Hertz team
that.
didn't and they're saying that
Right.
Amber Heard had
And
the
then on the
lowest
right side, you're gonna
positives
see the negative
out of all
Q
the
scores.
people they
So
were
this is how much people dislike you.
comparing her to.
You know, so the lower the score is better. You can see Mr. Momoa is over here with the lowest at an 8. But
Yeah.
you can see Miss Heard is over here at a 20.
You know what I would have liked to have
was
seen
quite a
is the
difference.
comparables
You know,
between
a
her
20-point
other
difference from
castmates
Mr.
in the
Momoa,
film.
and also a 10-point difference.
But I mean, you're getting it right here with the 28 versus Jason Momoa at 8, so
Very much little.
since they were
the
primarily
positive
concerned
score is
about
very low,
him
and her negative
and his
score is very high,
renegotiations
which
of his
tells me
contract.
that she does not fit in as a comparable. As
Yeah,
it
she don't
relates
fit
to
in
these
nowhere.
alleged comparable actors.
Nowhere.
What opinions did you form based on that Q-score analysis?
It's okay, Bumpy.
My opinions as it relates to these Q scores is, you know, Miss Arnold used these actors as allegedly comparable actors.
Alleged.
Yeah.
But really, listening to her testimony yesterday, it appears that
proved
she's
nothing.
abandoned this approach. She's using these comparable actors or these alleged comparable
True.
actors anymore.
So she
She's
was
more
talking about
relying
Q
on
scores
her,
and comparable actors, and yet they
experience,
don't
and I
compare
agree with
in
that.
themselves. Interesting.
Did Ms. Arnold offer a criticism of your use of the Q-scores here?
She did, yes.
And what's your understanding what that criticism is?
Well, what I believe she was saying is that I should have ran Q scores for these allegedly comparable actors after each of their breakout
Oh,
films.
interesting.
Which-
I mean,
Oh, see, they never said
I
that
guess-
yesterday.
I disagree. First of all, Q scores doesn't work like that. Q scores are available twice a year.
Oh.
So it's not that I could pick a
she made
month
it seem like
or
Q
a
scores were
different month for
available
each of
and
the-
fluctuating
Yeah,
at all
just
times.
never.
Just
Right.
like every other day. She literally said 2 weeks before and 2 weeks
So
after.
I feel that, you know, what was
So I was
important
under
to
the
me
impression
was
that
just
that
not
should be
happening
changing like the
when I'm
wind.
using Q scores. You can get this perfect moment in time, as Mr.
Yeah, I thought it was
said.
just like, oh, this week
I'm
the
sorry,
Q scores
as
are
Miss
this.
Arnold
Yeah.
This
said,
week,
that, you know,
it's not a
Aquaman was
bi-quarterly
Miss Heard's
thing.
breakout moment.
I thought it was kind of like the
So
stock
these
market. Like one day it's up, one day it's down.
reflect that breakout moment. And
So then I'm gonna just strike her shit altogether.
How would your
'Cause it ain't
analysis
adding up.
change if you had used Ms. Arnold's logic with respect to the timing of the Q-scores that you looked at?
I mean, if you really think about what Miss Arnold was saying, is she's saying that she thinks Q scores are the highest for each actor right after their breakout moment. So I would think, if anything, these Q scores could have been a bit lower because it's not right after
True.
their breakout moment. But what's
Who's the
important for
black
me is the
line?
fact
I
that
would
these
say
scores
Ava
reflect,
what?
you know, who
Ava.
Oh,
It's
average
Anna.
all.
Oh,
was
I was
at the
like,
time
isn't it that your
before
girl?
the
Your
Golden
Anna?
Globes.
Anna?
No, Ana de
After
Armas is the
Aquaman
blue or the blue one.
release.
The black one is the
Oh,
average.
average all. Yeah.
Down, Tom, thank you. What
take
other
it
work
down.
have you done in connection with forming your opinions in this case?
Again, taking
Did
the
you see
advice
Amber
from
nodding away? Like,
important,
mm-hmm,
she says that
mm-hmm.
Nodders in
looks into
class?
social
She's a
media,
nodder in
Hella
chat.
nodders. So
what
I'm
their
wondering what she
followings
thought
are
she got
like,
him on this time.
You know, with the numbers as it relates
Oh,
to
wait,
their
Liam,
followers.
top of the
You
morning.
know, again, what is the public
I don't know what
perception
time it is
of
for you,
them?
bro.
So
You dead
I
ass.
analyzed
Wait, for
their
who?
social media accounts,
Liam.
but prior
Is he
to
in-
the Waldman statement.
Are you in
So,
chat?
And
What the
how did
fuck?
you do
I
that?
didn't see that.
yeah, so what I did, I don't
I
know
had
if
a
you're
new one.
familiar with the archive.org.
What the fuck?
They have a
Come
tool
on,
called the
YouTube.
Wayback Machine. What archive.org does
I didn't
is
even
it
mute him this
archives
time.
the internet. So you can go back
I'm
in
mad.
time to see what websites and
Oh
pages
no,
used to
dude!
look like,
Just buffalo sauce all over
in
my
the
kitchen
past.
and myself.
Not all
What
the
the
time
hell?
can you
Y'all having this
actually get
conversation on your own? What the
celebrities'
fuck?
social
This is
media
like the
accounts
Discord the other
in
day.
archive, but, we
It's
were
a straight
fortunate
block,
that
dude.
each of
Feels
the
bad.
Good
comparable
lord.
actors' social media accounts
I'm literally
were
refreshing. What do you
on
mean?
archive.org.
Here, I'll
So I
try
was able
again.
to go back in time
Oh, I
My
see it in my
17
OBS
to
chat.
see what the following activity was. For
Mate,
each
I spilled a
the
bottle
alleged
of buffalo
comparable
sauce
actors.
all over my kitchen and
Mr.
myself
Ryan, did you
today.
prepare a demonstrative
Feels bad.
that reflects your social media analysis?
Yes.
It's always when you wear a white top too, by the way.
Yes, ma'am.
Where's my 7 TV not working? Hold on.
Maybe it's that.
There it is.
Actually, I go to my channel.
No objection to the demonstrative?
All right, we'll mark it for identification purposes, plaintiffs 1297. and
Mute
published.
that.
Anya, could you tell the jury what you found when
Oh.
you looked at the social media?
And so what I found, again, this is prior
All
to
right,
Walden's
never mind.
statements.
I guess you can't
first
do
thing
it
you're
from
gonna
your
notice here is
studio
not all
options, but only from your
factors
live video
on social
options.
media. You're gonna see Mr.
So-
Pine,
Oh, your
doesn't
chat, yeah,
have
has to be
Yeah.
for that
Twitter
one
or
video only.
Instagram,
That's
and
wild.
Momoa and
That's
Darmus
too
don't use
much.
Facebook
They've
or
given me
Twitter.
like 3 options for chat, but they
what's
only allow
important
me to
look
see it
at
on
is,
2, one in
you have
OBS,
Ms.
which
Heard
is
prior to
unusual.
Walden statements with 3.8 Instagram followers and 142,000.
Oh, y'all are covering this shit up. Sorry.
And then you move down to
Right there, yep, you're
Gal Gadot.
Yeah, we'll just leave it right here.
Yo, just take a off screen. Feels bad, dude.
2.8 million.
As Pierce mentioned, the
2 million, 2.3 million Twitter
close
followers
that.
compared to Ms. Heard's 142,000.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you
that's
can
a
then
great
even go down
comparison,
to
too.
Zendaya with 65.9 and
Like,
17.2
bajillions
million,
more.
Twitter followers. What this is telling me is really, more people are interested in Ms. Day and
True.
Zendaya
Then they are Amber
than,
Heard. Wow! Let's
than
go!
Anna de
Ms.
Armas,
Heard
though,
on
facts.
social
Yeah,
media.
she's
It
cute.
just tells me a lot of people are interested.
She's
in
not,
these
I haven't seen the new
active
James Bond yet, but
principles.
she says she's
Ms. Heard
great, but not in it very long,
following
so I don't know.
huge
Mm.
scores,
Wait, is that
well
already
liked,
out?
less disliked. So
Yeah,
again,
it came
fits
out
into
like
the analysis
last
of
November.
determining
Oh my
whether or
God,
not
I'm so
these
behind on
alleged
movies.
comparable actors are actually
movies.
comparable.
Based on your expertise,
All I
what are
know
your
is Top
overall
Gun's coming out.
opinions about Ms. Arnold's
True,
analysis
comes out
of the so-called
this weekend, I
comparable
think.
actors?
27th, I think?
Yes, again, it appears that
Straight
she's
wifey.
abandoned this approach, and I agree with that. I feel that.
I like how they're saying that
the
abandon
score
the
analysis
approach and
the,
irrelevant and just like
social media
basically going
analysis
like,
of
what
it is not
did you
comparable.
try to get at here? Because it don't add up.
Okay, take that one down. Mr. Banya, based on all the analysis you did in this case, what
She's
are
trying to
your
look like a
overall
Viking today.
Yes, my overall opinions
with them.
are that Mr.
Oh, she does. She has the braids.
Yeah,
She's trying to get
and
far
and the
on
brass
Vikings.
knuckles, bro.
with the Walden
Hmm.
statements.
She
and
trying
the
to
other
flex
Donnie
like she's
Gibson.
gonna fuck somebody up,
hashtag
and I don't
activities
appreciate it because
as it relates to Twitter.
allegations
There
are around
is no
abuse, and
causal
so far she's given me every reason to think that she
My
is the
second
abuser.
opinion is, based on my social media.
He's the
and
abuser,
Q-score
feels bad,
analysis,
dude. Straight.
Ms. Arnold's
Wifey.
alleged comparable actors are not comparable. And
I feel like
then
you guys have a
third,
lot of straight
Ms.
wifeys.
Arnold and Mr. Schnell both failed
Oh,
to
here,
prove
Love them all
any
separate but
causation
equally.
as it relates to the Waldman statements causing economic
I like how
harm
Walsh was a gray
to
name
Ms.
and now
Heard.
he's an
So,
orange name.
as a damages expert, which
Yeah, I don't know how you have
Ms.
that, because mine
Arnold
still shows
is,
gray.
you need to
Maybe
take
'cause you're the
into
streamer?
consideration causation before you can calculate damages. You look at
Maybe?
damages and you look at this allegedly
And I
damaging
think it's in
event,
the options
and
for the
not only
Truffle
do you have to
TV.
prove that
If you
100%
click on the
damages because
extension,
of
it says
these
settings,
Waldman
and then it'll say
statements,
chat.
you
If you
didn't
go to
even
chat, you
consider,
do readable chat.
COVID
Have that on.
happened at the same time.
Here, I'll show
A
you on my
lot of
stream.
actors probably
You click the
made a
truffle.
lot
No, I
of
have it,
money
yeah.
because of
And it's
COVID.
on?
Maybe films
Yeah.
didn't get made. And
Oh.
when you do an analysis of damages, you prove causation.
I know
but
what to
you
say.
also have to look at everything else that might have caused.
Yeah.
Ew, no
this
fuck
alleged
orange. Yeah, I know. Sorry,
economic harm.
I don't
And
control
she
it.
didn't
I don't
look into
think.
any of it. She didn't even know what causation was. So I don't think
Damn,
that
she
the
said
last
she didn't even know what
appropriate
causation
approach in
was.
this case.
Sheesh.
No further
Sounding
questions
like
or
their hand
comments?
surgeon they had on too, being like, yo, how did this happen? They're like, I don't know, it sounds like an accordion injury. Accordion door injury. Which actually I think was terrible for them to say because now you're trying to, you literally left an expert witness saying that the
I
way
am a damage
Johnny
expert, but not providing any quantitative damages,
injured his
to
finger
context.
via, in his
And is
opinion,
your testimony
an accordion door,
that
but that
only
has
if a
literally
person
not come up, and
repeats
we,
the
I don't
Waldman
even,
Depp
I don't think it
statements,
has
could they be
anyways,
related to the
but I
defamation?
haven't seen no photos of accordion doors in Australia,
Say
so
that
like,
one more time?
Are you saying that a person literally has to repeat the Waldman Depp statements in a tweet for them to
Interesting,
be
okay.
related to the defamation?
No, if you looked at my
Repeat
analysis,
or
I did take
retweet?
the 3 themes as it relates to the tweets, and I analyzed those themes, and I came up with 5 examples of when those themes were used.
And you ran searches for, quote, abuse hoax, sexual violence hoax, and fake sexual violence, and you ran all those in quotes, correct?
I did.
So
uh-oh,
only if a person used
Damn,
a
didn't get their
tweet
objection.
with those words
uh-oh.
in that order and with that spacing.
Gotta
would you
have
run your
multiple
searches,
wifey,
correct?
see?
Objection compound.
Well, she understands.
Overruled.
Yeah, so I used them in quotes because, hoax could be used in many other contexts. So I wanted to make sure I was fitting my search with the theme of the Waldman statements.
So if someone tweeted Miss Heard faked sexual violence, that wouldn't appear in your searches, correct? Faked with an ED.
Well, it certainly wouldn't look good, would it?
It would not.
Okay.
I mean, this is
if they
this
use
is
two
a
spaces
decent
between
cross.
abuse and hoax, that wouldn't
Gotta
fit
have
in your
multiple
search.
wifeys.
That's correct.
Okay.
I guess.
Nodders.
Nodders
Did
in the
you-
chat.
And a tweet can only be 280 characters, correct?
That's correct.
All right. So
Wait, it
surveys
can? I thought it was like
Waldman
140 or
Depp,
something.
statements,
280
a
now.
person could not
Whoa!
put
But
the
back
whole
when did that
thing,
change?
correct? The whole statement.
2018?
Oh fuck.
The
Yeah, never
Waldman
mind.
statements?
Correct.
No, you could not
Okay.
tweet those entire quotes.
Did you make any determination if there was an online bullying campaign against Mr. Depp after
Oh,
Ms. Heard's
God.
op-ed?
I didn't look into any online bullying campaign for Ms. Heard nor Ms.
I mean, he
Mr.
didn't
Depp.
need
Did
to
you
because
determine
it's
if there
literally
were tweets
Herd's team that
harassing
brought
Mr.
this
Depp
up
that
being
quoted
a
from Ms.
fucking
Heard's
smear
op-ed?
campaign. So
No, my assignment
We're
was to
we're
determine if the
analyzing
Waldman
what
statements were part of the
they're
tweets
trying to
that Mr.
say is a
Schnell
smear
provided.
campaign.
I was rebutting him.
and literally
your
bringing
analysis
evidence for them to say it's
You
not a
testified
smear
before, you
campaign.
never looked to see if the op-ed was
They
quoted
basically were like,
correctly.
"Hey, this is what we're alleging. Now you got to prove that that's not the truth." And they're like, "All right, bet." here's the numbers.
All right, questions withdrawn. Next question.
Now, you have no objection to Ms. Arnold's use of comparables, correct? Just the
She
use
did.
of comparables in general.
I mean, he's not the
I
expert here in that industry,
listened to her
so
testimony and my understanding that she abandoned that approach.
Amber's
But
confused.
As it relates to my testimony today,
I think she should have
my
not had
opinion
this
was related to
jacket.
those specific alleged comparable actors.
Looking like
that
my
they were not
grandpa's.
comparable.
You're not offering an opinion as to who the appropriate comparables should be to Ms. Heard, correct?
Correct.
Wait, she's
And,
still wearing the beat earring.
You
Interesting.
testified just before about the Q scores of Ms. Heard and the comparables. That was.
Uh-oh, he's
was
fumbling.
1296, correct?
I don't know what 1296 means.
Okay. The demonstrative in front of you.
Mine? Yes, that's correct.
Oh,
And you said
like
that
he
those were
means
all
like
for
the
winter of
evidence,
2019.
1296.
I said Ms. Heard's were from the winter of 2019.
Because isn't it true that none of the rest of these
We can just play
people
clips
were
from the movie,
winter of 2019, correct?
That's correct.
you know.
I feel like she shouldn't have beaten the shit out of Johnny, but sure, look. True. But also, I read that from my OBS chat, and it's not in the
That's
YouTube
correct.
chat, so I don't
Not
know what the fuck's
all
going on.
Alleged comparable actors.
I'm about to
No,
take
she's
y'all off the
neither.
screen.
That date. What was important for me is get Ms.
Unless,
Heard's Q
unless while
scores
she's whispering
right
me.
after Ackerman, but before the Waldman statements.
So you weren't comparing apples to apples, correct?
Yeah, 'cause I don't see it.
I didn't
Apples
say
to
that.
apples.
I'm saying that it's not the exact same year.
Muted again. No, I see that on both chats, so I didn't touch nothing.
Yeah, see, I see the muted again.
The field work
What is
dates for that
happening,
from
dude?
January 22nd, 2019 to February 7th, 2019.
Feels
correct?
repressed.
That is correct.
So that would be.
Don't know what to tell you,
the field
sorry.
work would be starting almost immediately.
Feels
after
repressed, man. Feels
Aquaman
bad,
just
dude.
Came out, correct?
The
Yeah, and
field
her
work?
Star is born moment, yes.
You'd agree
There's
that
her Star is
2020,
Born moment.
Where you took Jason Momoa's Q score would have more time to account for the rise in popularity of the film Aquaman, correct?
Oh my
Well,
god.
actually, if I use Miss Arnold's suggestion, these celebrities tend to have, the celebrity moment right after they have their breakout film. So I disagree with that. I think maybe his Q scores could be lower as it relates to when I use them.
Sure,
You agree
absolutely.
that for the winter of 2020, Mr. Momoa's
'Cause
Q
he's well
score would
past
have
his
more
breakthrough,
time to
right?
account for the rise in popularity of the film Aquaman.
Meaning Amber should have had some pretty high
I don't
scores
know
up in
if it
there.
counts for the rise of popularity. Again, using Miss Arnold's words, usually a Q score will be the highest right after the film, like I did measure Miss Heard.
True.
All right.
That's wild. You all just got fucked.
All right. Thank you.
That's wow. Oh, we're delivering information? Wait, I thought he was done. Oh, I guess he just asked to approach. Never mind.
If you look
Or
on
is he
page
reading the testimony?
177 of your deposition transcript,
Uh-oh.
you see that?
I don't see a page. Is that what you handed me?
You don't see page 177? At the 4 pages.
Boo-doo-doo-doo.
4 pages per.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Yo, speaking of wifeys, I may or
And I
not have a
asked
date
you-
this weekend. Yo, that's Pog! Big Pogs!
Hey.
That's cool. What do we know about her?
Hey.
You'd agree that for the winter
Y'all
of
social
2020,
distancing
Jason
or what?
Rescue scored more time to account for the rise of popularity
Yeah,
of
they're gonna
the
talk
Macho Man
across an
than
8-foot
the
table.
Western
Yeah,
Nice
it
to
just
see you.
just 6
I'm
feet.
to Ms. Arnold, based on her testimony, I've learned something new from her.
Why are they throwing all these
You didn't look
other
at Miss
actresses
Heard's
under the
score for
bus? I
summer
don't
of
appreciate it.
2020, correct?
She doesn't have any.
And Miss
It's because-
Armis had a lower familiarity
She fine?
score than Miss
Okay.
Heard, correct?
If I don't have that in front of me, but if you're saying that,
She plays
yes.
sports? Alright, cool.
And Miss
Wait, does she
Armis'
play that
career
one,
trajectory
not field
has gone
hockey, but
up
your
since
version
the summer
of
of
like
2020,
bocce
correct?
ball field hockey or something? I forget what it's called.
I don't know. I didn't analyze her career trajectory.
Okay.
She's a
Taking
teacher.
the
A
sports
teacher in
class.
what
We-
though?
we
Ooh!
put up trial exhibit
I'm
1297.
supposed to teach Walshy a few things, you know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah. Okay, cool. Okay, alright. Does she swim though? Does she got the swimmies for the cold water? She a what? A come again? A camoji?
Miss DeArmas has
A camoji?
less Instagram followers.
And that is a
than Miss
word
Heard.
for sure said some other way
By-
in Gaelic,
so
I bet.
has more than doubled
It's probably like
the
Calamog.
Instagram
I was like,
followers
where
of
did you
Miss
add
DeArmas,
letters
correct?
in there?
Yes.
Yeah, Irish
And
stickball.
isn't it true that you get more social media followers the longer you're on?
Yeah, but who is a better actress, you know?
Not necessarily. It doesn't work that way. It depends on.
And you know what
many
these
other
numbers
factors.
show
And
me?
So Miss DeArmas had a lower familiarity
Is that
score
even being married to
and less
Johnny
Instagram
Depp, she's
followers,
still
yet
not that
testimony said she
popular.
would not be a
That moved the needle for her. Feels
right.
bad, dude.
It like what is this Twitter followers? She has 142,000.
comparables, correct?
That's correct.
On Instagram, she's at 3.8 million compared to all the other ladies, all the other single ladies.
You
Who's the girl below her?
understand
Oh,
that
What
Mr.
was like
Wellman has been
Gal
banned from
Gadot, I
Twitter
think,
for allegedly
or
harassing Amber Heard, correct?
I think it was Gal Gadot. I think it's the same
And
as.
then-
I
Hurling
don't know
that.
that. But if that's
Oh,
the
I didn't
case,
even pin it.
And you understand that Mr.
I'm
Wellman appealed
trying
the
to
decision to
there we
Twitter, and they have confirmed his ban for life?
Objection, Your Honor.
Could-
May we approach on this?
Wait, he can't speak on ban for life. She's a swim. Wait, she a swimmies person and she loves a coffee. Okay, all right. I'm for. I'm for. I'll allow it. Is she gonna come to Canada with you
Oh.
though when you move?
true, that's the question. Well, he's got to find out. It's only a date, you know what I mean?
Oh, it sounds like they've been talking. So.
I mean, that's like the first conversation. What do you do? What do you do for fun? You know?
Oh, you gonna move with me?
You agree that looking at Mr.
Still,
Snell's
dude.
data, 65%
That's the
of
pressure.
uses of negative hashtags relating to Ms.
He's got to
Heard
see what's out here first before he wants to
occurred
move her, you know?
between April 1st,
I mean,
2020
it just sounds like it's
June
another
15th,
excuse for him not to
2021,
move out
correct?
here. So.
And you
True.
First it
agree
was
that
like,
Heard
oh, I got a
is
wedding, I gotta
negative.
stay, and then it was like, oh, I got a summer camp, I gotta run, and now it's gonna be like, yo, I'm getting married myself, I gotta stay.
Right.
Try and
And-
pronounce her name? Oh no.
Goldman.
Oh wait, I
Find out.
feel like I've seen this name and I
2020
no.
And the 65%, by the way, even includes
Listen,
February
this looks
2020
like also
spike,
something from
correct?
Smite. That I
That's correct.
always
Well,
called
there was
Chalupa
a
because
spike
it's
in
just
December
the
2020 during the
Kalutha or
World
whatever it is, that monster.
The spike in February 2020.
The one
was
from War of
Yeah, I'm not
Worlds.
even-
right?
I'm not even going to try to pronounce it.
I would have you. Can
I
we
mean,
both
it
start
looks-
again if you want to talk about the spikes.
Not even trying.
It looks like Colonda, but that eye got me all fucked up. So
Number one.
Number one. Yeah, that's.
Said I'm not trying to pronounce it because I don't want to offend anybody.
true. Yeah, I don't want to offend anybody.
In
Kind of looks like a Cleo though.
until February
Cleona.
2020.
Cleona.
That's
I
correct.
don't think the H is
And
a
you
hard
understand that the
H.
spike in February 2020 was
But again, you
related
guys got
to the
some
partial
Cleena?
Waldman and Mr.
There's
Depp
no
being
fucking
found.
way.
I'm aware that the articles were related to.
Is it a nice name?
I can see it.
Is
I
it a
can
good
see
name?
it.
Like,
yeah.
what's the background of the name? You know?
Sounds like a
Mr.
powerful
Depp
name.
and Mr. Waldman met with
It
the
does
Daily
sound like a
Mail
bit
in
of a
person
warrior
to
name,
provide
but-
the partial tape to the Daily Mail.
Objection, Your Honor.
Okay, she's
I need
talking
to know
about-
the
she's
lore
talking
of the
about what's
name.
Number one related to.
What's the objection?
Sorry, lack of foundation and.
Big fan of the name?
Sure,
Okay,
sure,
all
actually, if you don't,
right.
you can
Okay,
always
she's coming in
adjust it.
strong.
So what's important to me is the fact that this spike is prior to the
Sir,
Waldman
sir,
statements.
do you know if this? Do you know?
Damn, these
if
guys
Mr.
are taking a
Waldman
note out of
testified that Mr.
Depp's
Depp and
team.
he
They're
met
trying to
with the
win
Daily Mail in
over
person
the
to provide
public
the
that they've
partial
literally just gaslighted.
February 2020. You don't know one way or the
It's
other.
irrelevant to my opinion.
Okay.
Clapping
And the
for Wall
spike
Street in chat right now.
July of 2020
Yeah, big claps.
came right after the last defamatory statement by Mr. Depp and Mr. Waldman, correct?
No?
The July spike, which is number 2, is not related to the Waldman statements, and there are articles related to abuse between Heard and Depp and feces found in Depp's bed.
Ah, let's go!
That's correct.
Okay. And the July spike.
Which
was
is
signed
exactly what Heard said to do, is Google search that shit.
The June 27th.
So there we are.
2020 defamatory
And she said,
statement
"Do
by
your
Mr. Depp and
Googles,"
Mr.
so we
Waldman,
did the
correct?
Googles.
Yeah, that's when it turned
Yeah,
up.
bitch.
That's
Amber
correct.
turned.
And
That's what turned up.
And 5 of the 6 spikes
He
came
was a turd
after
burglar for real,
the
though.
defamatory statements.
Lena
correct?
is the goddess of love
After
and beauty
the
in some
Waldman
Irish
statements,
myths.
yes.
Okay, maybe that's why I've
Now,
heard of her.
You testified before.
Yeah, she about to
that
give
you
you
Damn!
and beauty.
Okay.
Here's the
Okay.
Waldman
Okay.
statements from your analysis.
Oh, now I want to know how that date goes.
Repeat
I'm
the
excited.
date?
Did you say that you eliminated shares and
I'm hoping for the best.
of tweets?
But also Queen of the
that included
Banshees?
the
Oh.
Waldman statements?
That's
Oh.
correct.
You know,
Doing my
perfect
analysis,
balance
I
of
noticed
life.
the
Yeah,
exact
true, true,
She'll
true.
give you love,
text
but then, like,
was
you know, she'll
part
Amber
of
Heard your
many of
shit if
these
she
tweets.
needs.
She's feisty as
Don't
fuck,
shares
yeah.
and likes
Just don't let her give you a
seem
black eye.
sensitive information?
That's quite possible.
And you agree, right, that use of the term Waldman or Waldminian occurred over 25% of the time in the negative tweets toward Ms. Heard from April 2020 through January 2021, correct?
Although it's irrelevant to this case, it has nothing to do with the Waldman statements. That's what Mr.
There you
Schnell
go.
says.
You don't disagree with the search results, correct?
Although has nothing to do with this case or
True.
the Waldman statements, I do not disagree.
So if people are tweeting about Adam Waldman
Good for him.
or Waldminian at the same time
Yeah,
as
or
tweeting negative
Wald
hashtags-
Mignon.
hashtags about Amber Heard, it's your testimony that they have nothing to do with this case?
The hashtags have nothing to do with this case.
That's what you're saying? Okay.
That's yeah.
Okay, and even if they include the negative hashtags.
Interesting.
With Mr. Waldman's name and Waldminian, you're saying they have nothing to do with the defamatory statements?
All 4 hashtags that Snell used had nothing to do with the Waldman statements.
True.
Waldman himself has nothing to do with the Waldman statements. We're talking about the Waldman statements here. Waldminian, I don't even know what that is, but it has nothing to do with this case, and it's not related to the Waldman statements. That's what's important.
And the reason you're saying.
Oh, I get what
the
he's trying to say
Waldman
here.
statements is because someone didn't literally copy
Yeah.
what.
He's trying to say that the information
Well, I looked
and
at
subject
enough
of
tweets that
Waldman's
included
statements
the name
and or
Waldman that
tweets
have nothing to do
had
with
nothing to
anything
do.
negative
They
or
did
the
not say
Waldman
No, they
Waldman
must have
minions
Mr.
in it.
Waldman
He didn't.
have the
He didn't
negative
like
hashtags for
say
Ms.
Waldman
Heard, because the only way
minions
that
go
those
after
within
Amber
the
Heard
data you looked
for
at
the
would
hoax.
have had the negative
It literally stated like hoax,
for
this,
Heard.
whatever. So the
You wouldn't
subject
look at-
of the matter
looking
wasn't
at
in
that universe,
the
correct?
statements, therefore
First
they
of all, I don't
don't.
agree that justice
Mattered.
for Johnny
Yeah.
Depp is a negative hashtag towards
That
Amber
too.
Heard.
Yeah, that's a good.
So listen, the assignment was to determine if the tweets that Mr. Schnell presented
True.
were related or included the Waldman statement.
I like it.
In your review of the tweets.
I respect
related
this
to
man.
Ms. Heard, you cannot
He's like,
point to any
no,
that were
you
positive
don't
towards
try to
her,
put words in my
correct?
mouth, bitch.
Again, I was not looking for that.
And you did not review the hashtag.
And this guy's literally being like, did you do these other assignments? And he's like, that, you know this wasn't my assignment, so no.
Wasn't part of the job, dude.
That were not negative towards
I've
Ms.
already clearly stated what my job
did
was to
not
do, was to analyze
look
this, and that's
into
what I
any
did,
things
and
that
here's the
relates
information. And he's
to
like, cool, but can we go
anything
out
other than
outside
what
of this
relates to
project
Waldman
and see
statements. That's
about a
what's
project
at
you
issue
didn't do?
here today as we sit in court.
And
Good
you
for
didn't
him.
form any statistical
He's keeping us
analysis
cool.
to rule out the Waldman statement's impact on the hashtags, correct?
Correct.
you did not analyze whether media and press coverage other than the Waldman statements affected Ms. Hurd's career, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Looking at the exhibit that's in front of you, where you have the numbers here, those you said are related to Google searches?
The 1 through 6?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. And can we put up plaintiff's 888? And we could just start at 1. Do you understand that your...
Okay. What are we gonna try for it this time?
Oh, thanks.
Interesting.
And 888, it's page 76. These are the documents you relied upon for your opinion today?
Yes.
And are these the search, where it has the different letters? These are the searches that you ran for the various time frames and the articles that came up for numbers 1 through 6, correct?
No, I mean, obviously document 1A is the Heard supplemental expert witness disclosure. These are documents that I used throughout the time I've been working on this project. So these aren't related to those 1 through 6 numbers.
Okay. These are documents you relied upon for your opinion today?
These are documents that I relied upon when I presented my designation.
For your opinion today, that you're offering today?
Yeah, these are the documents that, yes, I've relied on throughout this case.
Okay. And actually, Michelle, could you turn in this designation to
Why dude just like moan in my ear like that? The fuck?
Wait, did he?
He's like, oh, the fuck is happening, dude? He's like,
Hell, you get them.
Can you just scroll down?
having a
Oh.
good...
Yeah, keep
There is
scrolling.
apparently definitely hearsay, definitely speculation, but
Mhm.
apparently
Yeah,
that
sure.
psychiatrist from yesterday was there's a video going around where people have amplified the volume on it when he crosses
This was the
paths
chart you
with
provided
Elaine
with your
before he goes on the
designation.
stand. He says
Everything
something
in
to
this
the
case,
effect
correct?
of, "I'm gonna go
Yes.
up there and lie.
And
Is there anything I can't lie about?" And
it's
she
similar
says
to the
no.
chart that we had before,
So-
we had before with the,
You know,
the
that's the
ones that-
drama
I
of
need you to link
yesterday.
And
Yeah, I gotta
where it
find it. I
has these
forgot.
various boxes, it's talking about documents 6E through 6H.
Yes.
For instance, related to Depp wanting to have Heard replaced on Aquaman. see that?
Yes.
I mean, didn't we
You
all
prepared
want the
this?
replacement?
Yeah, this was part of my designation.
I'd like
You ever
have
just
this
want to quit
page.
your job and go to
Thank you
Europe for
much
like 2 months?
Yeah. You want to do
I
it?
have an objection, if I may.
And
be
fly out
allowed.
of International Airport of Toronto.
What'd you say about formally? Like, you could fly out of this terminal here.
You could. Terminal 1 international flights. I mean, technically Terminal 3 is too, but you know.
They
could
probably
fly
do
air
a lot of
clearance.
international flights there, huh?
Yep.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest
On the-
airports to do.
East Coasts.
Yep.
East Coast zaddies.
Yep. I mean, they still sound like they're having issues with the customs, but you know, that's coming in. Nothing about going out.
What kind of issues?
Delays, just like they don't have enough customs officers, baggage is delayed, like the whole baggage hall is filled. There's like at least 3 to
yeah.
4 hours through customs and then 3 to 4 hours to get bags apparently. So a lot of them just
So-
like abandon their bags and go to like their hotel.
And then they gotta get sent to their office once they get, sent out to them, right?
Um,
I'm assuming. Or no?
yeah, if you fill out a form, you can get it sent to you. Some airlines do that, some airlines don't do that. You have to check with like the baggage, but otherwise you have to come back and pick it up. And it also depends too if you have like a connecting flight.
That takes priority, right? I'm assuming.
I mean, technically, There's
Should.
with some airlines you have to take your connecting flight luggage with you, which would cause a lot of issues, I'm sure. And others will
Mhm.
forward it for you. So it's a you know, people think it's just like an easy situation, but like if you think about it, it's like what are you doing? You're just strolling on in, dropping off a bag, it goes off into the undergrounds of the airport, wheel, right?
Mhm.
Double checked through, you know, securities and shit, and then a handler literally hand loads it onto an aircraft, right? Now it's down there, packed in with a bajillion other people's shit. And then you're just, you know, moseying on through the airport, thinking nothing of it, strolling along with your carry-on. And then you're like, oh, wait, I forgot something's in my bag. Maybe I could just ask them to pull it out for me. Like, no big deal. Like, bitch, are you serious? That's the whole reason you gotta get checked in early.
That's why you just don't
Well, it's not the whole
You know.
reason, but it's a big reason. Because majority of
So
people
why
travel with a bag.
listen,
Check in.
why do you send this to me all stupidly? That's why you just travel with
A
check-in.
carry-on.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I mean a carry-on.
Yeah, you don't ever travel check-in.
Never. Fuck that, dude.
Check-in bags are like the main reason I feel shit goes wrong.
100%.
And also, if you ever want to catch a flight, it's so much easier for you to get checked in and or running to like the other side of the fucking airport and not have to have your bag switched and or they just typically won't pull your bag for you.
You just take your
But
carry-on.
yeah, that's why like if you're ever in a situation and you just have carry-on, it's always a good idea to approach the desk if you're like in a delay or you want to swap flights or whatever, and like just approach them and be like, look, I'm just traveling with carry-on. Can I get on this flight?
True.
And then they can typically just swap you because they don't have to like go through and cancel baggage tags and stuff like that.
Right.
Other than
I just also find it so difficult. Like,
so as I understand it,
I went to my brother's wedding
Your-
with a check-in,
the way you
and
handled
I was like
that
trying to
these
pack this
tweets were not
this
related
suitcase, and I was like,
to
holy
the
fuck!
wellness
Like, there's so
statements,
much
was that
room
you
in
looked
this
at time
suitcase.
and you
I could
ran
bring like my
some
whole room.
Google
It feels
searches,
like.
correct?
Correct.
And then the top 3 hits came up.
Just seems
Yeah,
like a
you definitely
waste.
Correct.
And
I don't understand people who
you-
travel
and
like
then
big.
you
That shit makes no
looked
fucking
Yeah.
sense to me.
to see if the
Like, what are you
Waldman
doing?
statements were there.
I mean, I
So
would
as
get
it
it if you're like a
relates to
fashion
any trending
influencer or
event,
something.
any
You
defamation
gotta
that's
bring like extra
happened
pairs of shoes
online,
and shit, but like,
any
Yeah, but I just send 'em ahead of
allegations
time. FedEx that shit.
Economic
True.
loss because something went viral. Going to Google, looking at the
and a big thing people
spikes
forget
in
to do is
time
like,
and going back
just
in
pack like an
time to
extra
see
pair of
what was
underwear in your
happening on
carry-on,
those
you know,
top 3
just in
sites
case. Like,
will give you an indication.
like if you're
of
checking
what
a
the
bag.
best
For
results
gone for
are
like
being
5 days,
served
take
at
6
that time.
pairs.
So something
Yeah.
viral
Yeah.
that's happening.
Or, I
would
mean, bring
appear
some, like,
most
Tide
likely
packets
in
or
those top
something.
3 results.
And
So you can,
just
like,
for the
wash
record,
them in your
clarification,
hotel or
go
at least,
back to
you know?
page 76 of this document.
True.
Done that before.
Or also
I've
just
lost
buy
mine.
shit if you need to when you get there.
Yeah, true.
Number
I mean, the only
6A
issue with that is sometimes things are closed depending on what time you
through
get in.
6N.
True.
Going to the
But
next
it's
page.
2022. You can have DoorDash.
Those are the headlines
Yeah.
of the searches that you
Unless you're in
found.
We did
Europe.
that.
Correct.
True. And you just do task rabbit.
Yeah.
And you don't disagree that
Because we did
the-
that. We went to
the
Disneyland
negative
this
tweets
last time. We
toward
needed to
Miss
get
Heard have
groceries, but
continued
we stayed at the hotel.
throughout
This is Disneyland hotel,
the
so there's no like
analysis of the
places
tweets,
close by.
correct?
So we just DoorDash like a
I'm not
a
looking
24
at
pack of water.
whether they're
Wow,
negative
nice.
tweets
And, like,
or
some
those
snacks for the room.
hashtags are negative. I'm
Can you
determining if
leave
those
that
tweets are
area?
related to the
Like,
Walden
you can go out into the
statements.
public
Okay,
and
you-
come back
you
in?
haven't-
Or...
there's not, you have no
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
no
but
opinion
like,
whether the tweets were positive
we
or
never rent a
negative
car.
or misheard, that's
Right,
what
right,
you're
right.
saying.
Okay.
Yes, I'm
So you'd have to get
just
an Uber.
analyzing whether
Gotcha.
or not they're related to the Walden
And do all
statements.
that.
I guess it's in like the middle of nowhere. I've never been.
It's like, well, it's like in its own community. So there's like no,
Right.
there is
There's
a
nothing, like,
store,
around
but
it.
it's like,
Questions of this witness, Your Honor. Thank you,
yeah,
Ms. Violent.
it's nothing convenient. 'Cause it's like
Yeah.
an all downtown area.
Thank you.
Damn, they said we ain't got no questions to fix here because y'all trash anyways.
Yeah, they fucked it. The cross is weak.
Well, yeah, because they were literally talking about all these other side projects that he never was hired for. So I'm like, oh, we're on afternoon break?
Sorry. Do not
Wait-
discuss the case and don't do
wait,
outside
what?
research. Sorry, we'll just take a
Said we're taking a
Break.
quick break, but I don't know what that means.
Like a 5-minute break? Maybe she has to make a phone call?
Someone perjure themselves.
Or maybe she has to go over shit with these attorneys. I don't know. Depp looks like. Oh no.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
She look fed up though.
All right, so just so that we're on the same page.
Yeah,
You
let's.
can have a seat. Standing the whole time. All right, just so we're on
The
the
little
same page with
awkward
Mr.
jog back's
Knight's
always fun.
testimony.
Yep.
Actually, could Mr. Knight go back out, please?
Wait, who's Mr. Knight? Damn, who's Mr. Knight? Who the fuck was that?
All right.
A
All right,
juror?
so
What's going
we're on
on?
the same page with Mr. Knight's testimony.
Oh.
There was a
Oh, he's the
rule
next
on
witness, I
witnesses.
guess.
However,
Think.
Mr. Knight's a rebuttal witness. The purpose of excluding witnesses from the courtroom, usually it's a courtroom, is to deprive a later witness of the opportunity to shape testimony to correspond with that of an earlier witness. The issue we have here, obviously, if it was a direct witness in the direct testimony, you had time to do a rule on witnesses, let them know about the rule on witnesses. With a rebuttal witness, it's a little different because they didn't know they were going to be a witness. You didn't know they were going to be a witness. I understand that part. The problem is the courtroom in this particular case
Uh-oh.
appears to be the world. So what we
Hey.
have to do here is I'm going to do a voir dire, and I'll allow both sides to ask questions as well of Mr. Knight to see what he has seen of the case. And I'm just going to use the factors that the case law in Virginia uses, which the factors to consider, because the court does have broad discretion to permit or prohibit a witness to testify in this particular circumstance. So the factors I'm going to consider is if the
I think this will be
impropriety
the
was
same then for
intentional,
Kate
which
Moss.
we'll find out. The prejudice attached to it. Also, if the excluded witness learned about substantive aspects of the case from an earlier testifying witness, and whether that knowledge had any effect on his or her testimony. So those are the three factors I'm going to look at in weighing this decision. So keep that in mind when you do your voir dire. And it's my understanding that the evidence that Mr. Knight will testify only relates to Hicksville. Is that correct? Okay.
Oh.
All right, now we can have Mr. Knight. Okay.
Oh, wait, so the jury's still here. I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a. Never mind. It's not a break at all. It's just before this witness comes in. Wait, is his name Mr.
Knight,
Knight?
come
Oh,
forward.
Yeah. I
oh
don't know
Knight
what
with
his
a
first name
N. Morgan. Mr. Morgan Knight.
is. Arthur Morgan.
Spelt like night, the night time.
Sir, if you could just have a seat, please.
Let's find out that this guy was sitting
What
like
we're doing is I'm
right
gonna
next
ask
to
you a
the
few
chick
questions
that
outside the presence of the
apparently
jury, and then the attorneys are going to ask you a few questions,
Depp
okay? And then
asked
I'm going to have you step back outside.
if she
after
knew
that,
how
okay?
much
All
pressure
right, what's your full name, sir?
a human.
Morgan Higby Knight.
Okay, not
Higby.
that close. All right.
Yeah, not
All
that
right, how do you
close.
spell your last name?
Oh, shit.
NIGHT.
Okay. All right, and
Nighght.
sir, before I can allow you to testify, I just want to ask you a few questions. Have you seen any of the trial
Yes.
that's been going on for the past 6 weeks?
Of course.
Approximately 5 weeks ago, a friend of mine texted me that Hicksville was mentioned, and I watched a little clip where
Okay.
it was mentioned.
Oh,
Which clip did you watch?
damn. Oh my
believe
god.
it
Can you
was,
imagine? Be like, I believe it was a TikTok, but
Somebody testifying about, I think it was a security guard.
So they were all on
testifying
TikTok making fun of
about
Miss
Hicksville or,
Uh-oh.
Miss Heard.
Security
I
guard.
forget exactly who was testifying.
Was a
but it
man
was
or a
something where
woman?
Hicksville was mentioned, and it was
Uh-oh.
About something about a wrist or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, and what did you do after that? At some point, did you get in contact with attorneys?
So I didn't reach out to them. I didn't really care.
Okay.
The innkeepers that worked at Hicksville before reached out to them and said, we saw some stuff that wasn't true. And then they asked, is it okay if I give the attorneys your phone number? So the attorneys reached out to me
Okay, and when did the attorneys reach out to you?
May 3rd.
May 3rd.
Oh, that's pretty
Did you talk to the
early.
attorneys at that time?
Because I think
yeah.
this started
Not Camille,
April
but,
30th
Carolyn.
ish.
Okay, and then
Something like that, yeah.
Have you seen any other parts of the trial?
No, she instructed me not to watch
You know he watched all that shit. He
Yeah,
lying.
for sure.
or not, so I haven't.
You know that TikTok was like, you're in the algorithm now, bitch.
I would look at them like dead. Like, bro, you think I'm not on the internet?
It's
Yeah.
on social
I'm
media.
bitching
so
I mean-
don't watch
Amber
any of that.
I mean, I guess it depends too. Like, if he is in the area of Hicksville, like lives there, then maybe he doesn't have Wi-Fi. Maybe he's one of those. I don't know.
Mr. Knight, you were
Maybe he goes into town to
contacted
access
by an
Wi-Fi.
Attorney for Mr. Depp on May 3rd,
Yes,
okay, and you said it was Carolyn?
Geraldine.
Geraldine. Oh, Yerlin, I got it. Okay,
Yerlin. Now she's correcting him.
It's pronounced Geraldine.
okay.
Damn, let's go,
Can you tell us about the
baby!
Conversation you had with
You're
her
like,
at that
bitch,
time?
don't you
Crazy.
dare correct me. I
Just asked me
know.
my recollection of the evening, and I told her, and she said, okay, would you mind testifying? And I said, sure. And she said, okay, well then, we're not sure if we're going to call you or not, but just in case, please don't watch anything having to do with the case. And I said, I will do.
Now, how is it that, to your best knowledge, how is it that Geraldine was able to get?
Who was- like, what does he do? He just lives there?
I don't know. It's,
So, like I said,
I don't know-
two
has
of
he
my
even said?
innkeepers, my innkeeper, my manager.
Oh, maybe
had
he's like the
reached out
property
to her
manager?
Team, I think through email, and
I don't know. He does talk
one
about the
of them,
innkeepers.
texted me and said, "Hey, do you mind if we give Geraldine your phone number?"
So he's related to the innkeepers
You
somehow.
also communicated on
Right.
Twitter, did you not, about this case?
Yeah, 2
And he's
weeks
just
prior
listed
to
as a Hicksville
Geraldine reaching out to me.
witness.
Someone had made a
Oh,
comment
the hit-
about something
Hicksville
that happened by
incident.
the fire pit, and I said, "That's not my recollection. I didn't see. That's not what I saw."
Damn. Damn.
So who was it that made a comment about something that happened at the fire pit?
Uh-oh.
So once I was told about the fact that Hicksville was mentioned, I went and did a Twitter search of Hicksville trailer. So it was,
Uh-oh.
I don't know who it was, but I was just like, what are they saying about Hicksville? And so that was why I did a search, just to see, because it was
It wasn't that remarkable.
weird and fascinating.
Yeah.
Wow.
The night
Not an
to me,
irrelevant.
wasn't that remarkable in the context.
Oh, you're ahead
all
of
the
me.
experiences I've had at the Trailer Palace.
So explain to me,
Cute.
please, what you mean by you did a trailer search.
So if you go to Twitter and you put in keywords and do a search,
Yeah, you guys
all
have. Oh, I'm not live. That's why.
And
Shit.
how many tweets did
Okay.
you
good.
find that mentioned Hicksville when you did that trailer search?
probably like 5 or 6. I only replied to one of them.
Okay. And what do you recall those tweets saying about Hicksville?
The one that I replied to said that there was some incident by the fire pit, and Johnny was yelling at Amber, and I replied that I didn't see that. I was there all night, and I was working that night, so I didn't see anything like that.
So your best recollection on that one was that somebody said somebody was testifying that Johnny was yelling at Amber?
Yeah, and I believe grabbed her or something along those lines.
Do you recall who said Johnny was yelling at Amber and grabbed her?
Some
I
random
have no
Twitter
idea.
handle,
It was a
dude.
stranger, so I didn't really pay attention to who was writing it.
All right. You said that you responded to it. How did you respond to it?
I said that's
Not true.
what happened. I was there all night.
Nice.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Paraphrasing, it was a
Did
few
you
months ago.
say anything about what you thought
Did you
happened?
say it was a hoax?
I just said that didn't happen.
Did
I
you
didn't
use
say
the hashtag
what
Amber
happened.
Turd?
I said something along
We
the
always
lines
do.
of,
Like, those are the real
from
questions.
what I saw, Amber was the one acting jealous, not Johnny.
Damn.
And
Okay.
you said this to one of the tweets.
Yes.
Do you recall whether that was the Umbrella Man?
Oh my
I don't recall. That's ridiculous. to know.
god. Let's
Other
go.
5, tweets that you recall seeing when you ran your trailer search.
I think they were similar in nature, but I don't specifically remember the details of them. That was pretty much the only one I remembered, and that's the only
Do
one I
you
replied to.
remember?
Do you remember anything about the other 5 and what was said?
No.
When you said that somebody told you about a security guard, what was your understanding of what the security guard said?
I got a text that somebody in the trial had said that they were talking about Trailer Palace during the trial.
Trailer
And
Palace,
so that's what
a
led me
wild
to go on
name.
Twitter and do a search.
Sounds like an orgy place. Like an
And
off-road
did you have any
motel.
communications with the two
Getting down and dirty.
innkeepers about what you knew or what you thought?
No, I hadn't talked to them in years, and
So-
still haven't regarding the case.
So
Nice. Okay, good.
how is it that the innkeepers then contacted you and said, do you
The hell?
mind if we give you the telephone number to the attorneys?
Because they still have me in their phone, and
They would have
Christy,
had a
who's the
log
manager
of it,
at the
you
time, was the one
idiot.
who texted me and said, "Hey, do you mind if we pass this along?"
Especially if he had a separate trailer or something, they
Mr.
would have
Depp's
logged
attorney
him.
to talk to you.
Weirdos.
Do you mind
Oh,
if we
sorry.
pass what along?
Your phone number.
Right, but how is it, that- what is the communication you had with the innkeepers that even led them to understand that you believed you had knowledge about Hicksville?
You
the
should like, are
Hicksville
you
incident?
stupid? Like,
There was
I
no
don't understand what you're
conversation.
asking.
They knew because they were both working that same night.
Dang.
Jenna was the innkeeper, and she was there along
Uh-oh.
with me that night.
Look at Amber,
She
she's
was
like,
the
Jenna,
one
huh?
who
That's the
texted
bitch
me
I need to
to
beat the
come
fuck
and
out of.
for her shift. And I
Got
was
it.
there
Tonight.
Live-in innkeeper that night.
So, I'm trying to understand, so.
How
just
they knew
based
you.
on the fact
'Cause
that
I was
7
fucking
years ago,
there.
They happened to know that you were working that
How
night.
about you ask
9 years
Jenna
ago,
and the
because I was there with them.
innkeepers, you
Well,
weirdo? It's not up to him to know how the fuck they have his contact information.
You're right, okay.
Damn, get your numbers straight.
Out of the blue, they remembered 9 years ago that you worked there that night and that you might have some knowledge.
I mean, to be honest,
Fucking
like,
idiot.
we do get celebrities sometimes, but it
Oh,
was, it's not that unmemorable. It's not like it's any other night of the week. So I'm sure they remembered the specifics of that night.
Had Mr. Depp's attorneys ever attempted to contact you before?
No.
I don't know
Had you ever
if,
attempted
like,
to contact Mr.
can
Depp's
they not
attorneys
object,
before?
being like, why are you
No,
asking
I have
for
no
speculation?
interest.
All right. Have
like-
you had
I
any
don't
conversations
think
with
so.
Mr. Depp's attorneys other than the
Yeah,
one
because this
you
is like
described to
verifying if he's
Cheryl?
going to be a witness being used or whatever.
Yeah.
Since
Yes.
They want to see if
What,
the
that was
E
information he
me
has
last
is
night?
valid. And
All right. And what
It's just
did
so
you
weird. Like,
contact
that's such a
conversations
stupid
and
question.
stuff?
Because, like, I mean,
I just
he
went
had
through,
answered, and I get what
the
he's trying to
story
get at,
that
but,
I
like,
told
he
Cheryl.
can't. It's literally speculation at that point of, like,
Let's
how
hear what
they
that
might
story
know
was.
his number now,
You
at
want
this
me to
point,
go
9 years
through
later.
the whole story?
Your Honor, we would object to attorney work product.
There's no attorney work product.
No, I'll overrule that.
All right.
I'll overrule
Oh,
that
no.
first of all, she said.
Go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, shit. Camille said, oh, no, not now. She's like, that's not the move.
Trailer Palace.
Look at Ben. He's got all the candy on his side now.
Me
He's the
showing
candy
him
man.
around,
The other guy was the
the
umbrella man.
interactions I had when I was
Damn.
on duty with Mr. Depp and Mr. Hurt.
And the
Mr.
Muffin Man, dude. The Muffin Man.
how,
The Muffin
Oh,
Man.
no.
progressed throughout the night, the levels of drinking and drug use that I witnessed.
Okay.
The,
Talk about it.
Um,
What you here for?
what the state of the
Let us know.
damaged trailer the next morning.
Yeah, let us know. So this is gonna be like the
and
Benny King.
basically Just the details that I had only spent total 45 minutes to an hour with
Camille,
Mr.
though,
Depp,
yeah, she's.
and misheard throughout the entire course.
She
of
looked
the
like she was
night,
like, oh
so
no,
it was
this is not the
my
time. Ben, sit down.
first event during that
Right.
time.
And what did Ms. Vasquez say to you?
Your Honor, this is beyond, we object on the grounds that it's beyond the scope of the voir dire,
No,
which is
I think
limited to the
whatever
three
she said
criteria.
to him
But
is
may I
very
please finish
critical.
stating my objection, Your Honor?
Yes, thank you.
The objection is that it's beyond the scope of the voir dire. Your Honor enumerated the three criteria which are relevant here. And this is a rebuttal witness, so
Your Honor, whatever Ms. Vasquez
Yes,
shared with
let's hear
him
it.
is going
She's
to
on the
be
wifey list
very
too. Yeah, she'd be on my wifey list
because
too.
we knew by this time
She's
he
like
was
top
going to be a
2 or
witness.
3 right now.
So-
I mean, she make her own
Ms.
money. She's an
Vasquez,
independent
Why does
woman.
that fit into one of the three factors of deciding whether or not he's going to testify?
Yeah, let her know,
One of
Elaine.
the three factors,
Scramble through your
notes
notes.
so that the witness doesn't
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, buy your time. You got what, 4 hours? Less than?
Now Camille walk into the stand too.
Damn, he gave Johnny a smile, or Camille, I don't know. He was looking in their direction though.
He's like, Johnny, we doing coke tomorrow, bro.
Oh,
Don't
he's
even trip.
smiling at him now. That's cute. This guy looks like he don't give no fucks. He's just like, I'm just here because I was told to be here. Like, whatever, dude. Let's get this show
Mr.
on the
Knight,
road.
Did
Yes.
Ms. Vasquez provide you with any information that anyone had testified to or said at any point?
No, she didn't talk about anything except for asking me my experience and just getting a clear understanding of what my experience was. She didn't
Fair.
mention anything outside of the
And she's
scope
like,
of
yeah, we
what I
got this
saw, and
motherfucker.
just asked me for the facts and told me just tell the truth and let me know.
All right.
You know.
Do you know what any of the witnesses said in this trial?
About, I mean, outside of what I described earlier with the, a friend of mine texting that someone was talking about Trailer Palace, I do not.
Okay.
Do you
Okay.
know
We're good.
whether
We're in the
any of
clear.
witnesses testified about any
Always in the clear.
jealousy?
Other than the tweet that I replied to, no.
All right. Thank you. Your Honor, may we approach?
All right, well, do you have any questions?
Oh.
All right, sir, if you could have a seat back outside the courtroom.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okie dokie.
I leave my water.
Yes, you can leave your water.
Can I leave my water? Sure, dude. You're not gonna come back up.
He's just trying to stake his claim, trying to mark his territory, make sure he's coming
Yeah,
back. Nobody's gonna try and poison him, or
Gonna drop your
are
link,
they?
dude. Drop your link underneath the dude. Send to Juan.
Juan. I feel like Elaine wears the same jacket. Yeah.
This is a it's because
Yeah.
she
Speculate.
it smells like cigarettes, so that's like who gives her her power.
True. She's gotta mask it. Oh gosh. Amber not looking
She's
too impressed. She's like, oh, good.
She just stare at Johnny just to freak him out.
Did you see the clip where she was staring at Johnny and Ben's literally just staring back at her?
No.
I forget where it is. I gotta find it.
Yeah,
I'm
Modern
like-
Warfare 2 comes out October 28th.
Yeah, I saw that. Is it hype or no?
I mean, I like the Modern Warfare games. I have the last one, I just never played it. It's more exciting to what it means for Warzone.
Oh, what does it mean for war?
They're doing Warzone 2, which is a whole new map, going to be built in that engine specifically for those type of weapons, and going to restart everything.
Hmm.
Oh shit! All right, so I did that. So just come back anytime.
Personally,
There
I'm
we
just
go.
done with COD. Yeah. It's unfortunate because that's like what I don't know, kind of like held me for a while. I mean, that's what I was originally kind of streaming, right? Destiny
COD
and
streamer.
COD.
Dead
Oh,
kid-
what? Wait,
dead
was
COD
did I
streamer.
stream COD or Destiny first?
COD for sure.
Really?
Yeah,
Or
'cause I don't think you
Overwatch.
streamed Destiny.
I did stream Destiny, but I feel like that was like not that often.
I don't remember you.
I definitely stream
Streaming
COD
Destiny.
more.
Yeah, you
Oh.
stream like COD like every night.
Yeah, okay, maybe I was a COD streamer then.
Yeah, it was Black Ops 4, 3.
Yeah. Because 4 is on PC, and when I played that on PC, I realized how old and terrible my reaction speed was. I can't not hang with the youngins anymore. Not on PC anyways,
Right.
maybe console.
I
Which
mean,
is
they all play in the same lobbies now.
true.
It's all cross-platform now,
Yeah.
thanks to Fortnite.
Hell yeah.
No, I think if you play Fortnite, you could play COD. It's the same.
I mean, I don't know. And I don't know. Maybe it was just because I didn't know the maps and stuff, which is always the case when you first
Well,
get a game.
Yeah, actually, if you're playing multiplayer, it's a lot different. Like I suck at multiplayer.
Yeah.
Now. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I turn a corner, I get shot. Look at where I get shot. Like,
Yeah,
it's like, oh,
that's
fuck.
what was happening. When I booted it up, I was
Yeah.
like, all right, let me play some games, get warmed up. But then it was just like every game I dropped, I would literally like I think it's also because they've upped or reduced rather, the kill time. So it's just
Yeah,
like
the
you're
TTK
instantly
is
dead.
crazy.
Which I remember experiencing when they brought out the kill confirmed, and that felt like it changed the speed of people, shooting people. What if I can't play Fortnite?
What
You
if-
can though. You have played with us.
yeah, right.
You literally proved you were better than over. We're not gonna name names, but might just appear. But
Better than
let's just say I would already bet that you're better than Chris. Okay, there,
I mean, let's be fair.
because they're gonna fight
Yeah.
anyway. So I'm gonna drop that name. You were in the game, yeah, but like you weren't dragging us. You were holding your own. And
Yeah,
look,
that was
in
quick.
Fortnite, I always explain this. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be a shooter. You don't have to be out here slaying shit. Okay, you don't got to be the slayer on the team.
True.
But as long as you're providing the support as a teammate, right, and you're not taking away from it, it's all good. I don't
Yeah,
give a
just get your
shit.
Get
But if
your
you're,
shots in, then someone will finish them, like me.
yeah, or you can make the callouts. Like I just sit there basically making callouts so that other people can kill them.
She pings the edge of the map.
Or I ping, yeah.
Over zone. That's useful though, because when I don't play with you and I play with someone, I have to always look
Yeah.
at the map.
Exactly. So like, see, I take on a supporting role. Okay.
She's Mercy IRL, dude. It's crazy.
Exactly. No, I mean I do get some kills in there too. I suck at like close range. Being bullied about my name. I mean your name was just asking for it, dude.
It was just like culture shock. Like really? That's
It
the name
was.
we're
I was
going
just.
with?
I mean I was confused because I've always known you as Walshy from like day one. I don't think you've ever had a name different than Walshy. Also, why is my shit frozen? Hello?
It's frozen on my end too.
No.
Sorry, we're stuck on Camille though, so I ain't really mad. You know what I'm saying?
True. She got some cute legs. Or Ronnie. Like, who the fuck is Ronnie? Like, is that your younger brother? I'm so confused. Like, I've
Who
known
is
you
the-
literally. You are one of the only people that has never changed their name from Walshy. And if I
Walshy
can
Ronnie,
recall,
dude.
you literally have it Walshy with like 2 Y's. He's an old Irish singer. And how the fuck am I supposed to know that? Like, Ron, stop. That's the only fucking Ron I know.
Yeah, that's our cultural touchstone, dude.
I was gonna say, in my culture, Ron is from New Jersey. Okay.
He likes to beat the beat up, you know.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying
That
what
was
I'm just
only
saying.
on Mixer.
Dude,
Wait, you were only washing on Mixers? No, you weren't.
No. That's not true.
What if it is?
Wait.
Dude?
Oh my god. Wait. What if it is? Wait. 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 This doesn't make sense because Walshy. I've known like he's like I knew him before you, so
Yeah.
I knew him back in the Call of Duty days for sure. Like we were talking about this the other day, and by other day I mean like probably the other week, and by other
Doesn't matter
week
if
I
you
mean
have to
probably
take
the
up
other
outside your
other
presence,
month.
okay? All right,
Oh, we're
thank you.
back. We're back.
All right, your next
Hell yeah.
witness.
Next witness.
All right.
Maybe they were
Mr.
just
Nguyen,
bringing
you
in the
come forward to
jury.
be sworn.
Do you
Oh,
solemnly
Camille.
swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this
Cute
case
puppy.
or guilty of law?
Sir, if you have a seat.
Oh, it's him.
I've always. Oh yeah, but you were still Walshy.
Oh, yep. He's right though. I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I can confirm I was there.
Exactly. And I feel like you also had a green name. I could be wrong on that. It might have been like a light
Because
blue.
Irish had a green name. Wow, dude.
No, I think in the beginning
Crazy.
days, like I would have known him back in 2015, 14, 13. 13? Yo, wait.
9 years.
That's crazy. Yeah. He
Still not going
Yeah,
to
wait.
Canada. He's stuck in Canada still.
Yeah, I think it was 13.
Yeah, we just ignored the first part. Not like this, dude.
Yeah,
Sad.
green name for a while and then it moved to pink. Yeah, I don't actually remember the pink name to be honest. I
Oh,
feel
that's
like
still
that was like
frozen.
brief.
I'm on the NBC feed now.
Yeah, I was about to switch over to Asmund to be
Got
honest.
Camille. Camille's over here doing the cross. Or the questions.
See. Oh, they're coming back. It looks. Oh. Or
The
bleeping.
palace.
Oh,
So,
here we go. We're live.
There's also different kind of amenities. There's a pool in Joshua Tree. There's a rec room up at Hicksville Pines.
Excel
When
Pines.
did you
NBC
first
newsfeed
become
always
owner
looks
of
so
the
much
trailer palace?
better.
I started
Yeah, it's like
building it
HD.
in
It's like-
2009. It took about a year
Oh,
with
okay.
Actually,
I can see
1080p.
that.
collaborator Stephen Butcher and
You're
on the
saying we need to make the
trailers,
swap.
and we got done and opened.
It's up to you.
I don't
in
like the color on it.
2010.
It looks kind of washed out,
Did there
but
come a time that you sold the Hicksville
True, I
trailer
don't think they're
palace?
doing any color
Yeah, I did
correction.
at the
They're
beginning
just
of
shooting straight for
2020.
2013, yeah, we old.
Had some health
because I think
issues,
I
and
think
it
I
was too
first
much to
found
run
out
both at the
about
same time,
Twitch.
so
Also, I think they
chose Idlewild because
changed
it
my
was
fucking
newer and
volume,
shinier.
bro. What the hell?
Yeah,
I
they're
think
a
I
little bit
first
louder,
found
yeah.
out about
For my
Twitch
sake,
in
how long did you own the
2012.
trailer palace?
So 10 years of us being open, 11 years total.
13, I was
And
dating
what was
some
the
dude that, you
Hicksville
know,
trailer palace?
don't matter anymore.
It started out
And that was
as
around the time that I
a
learned
artist
of
retreat.
a streamer
I
that is also
was a
relevant now,
filmmaker at the time and
which is
wanted a
like
place
originally I
to
think
get
how we
away and
sorta
work
came to
on
be.
film projects outside of Los Angeles.
Yeah, Black Ops 2.
I also put in a recording
Yeah.
studio so musicians could record records there.
I wasn't really
I had lived in New Orleans for 5
I remember doing, like, a
years, and
secret
there was an
stream
amazing recording studio there called Kingsway. where
before I
all
had like
the
known anybody.
musicians would come and they'd live in this big mansion and record their records, and I just thought that was a really
There's only
neat
like
thing
one guy
for
that ever
artists to be able to get away and
actually maybe
create
Parks.
their,
Do you know
create whatever
Parks?
they're
Parksy?
working on.
He might
Over the course of the
recall
build-out
that
of
I
all the trailers
streamed.
and
I
the
forget.
trailers, which I'm a huge fan
But the
of,
one that I'm
so
thinking of is
I'll work on
somebody
it.
that goes by the name of
And,
Zombie.
so I
Was
wanted
it
to
Twitch
really
then, or was it
detail
Justin
the
TV then?
trailers.
No, it was
It became
Twitch, yeah.
Too expensive to just make a
'Cause
living
I remember
as
I
an
watched a
artist.
Justin
Yeah,
TV
Parkour
stream.
Ninja,
I decided
dude. What happened to
before I was
him?
done
Years ago.
to
Wait, you watched
make
Justin
it a
TV?
hotel as well.
I watched the Justin
And what were
TV
your
Twitch
job
stream
responsibilities,
years
generally
ago.
speaking,
That's
when you
crazy.
owned
Probably like
the Hicksville trailer
2010,
palace?
2019, or 20,
So
2009,
I would be
something like
living
that.
manager
Oh
some
no,
nights,
I didn't even know
a
about
couple
that.
nights a week.
It's
I
a
would also drive out from Los Angeles twice a week and
little bit
I only
later.
knew about it
supplies
because
and
my
get out
favorite
in
rapper at the
Valley
time was on
area
here.
And Joshua Tree. There's just a lot of things like, Smart and Finals, Costco's and stuff. So I would drive that stuff out. There's also no
You used to watch
look at
darts
that.
on Justin?
USPS, so sometimes I
Kinda
have to
dope.
get things shipped to my house.
I mean, maybe I used to see it. I don't recall.
I would also just do.
I didn't recognize like
constantly
JTV.
building and creating new stuff.
I was aware
for
that it
Trailer
was its,
Palace, whether it's new
you know,
trailers or
start.
amenities. So
Yeah.
I would be working on that stuff as well.
I wasn't. It's so weird though because I wasn't.
The fact that
I mean,
Disneyland is always making
I
it better
played
and
video
better.
games when I grew up, like with my brother, but I wasn't like
And when
hardcore.
you were the live-in manager, does that mean that you spent
And
the
I
night
didn't really
at
have
the
my
Hicksville
own
trailer
games
palace?
until I bought
Yeah,
my
we have
own
a house
Xbox
on site,
360.
where the recording studio was, and there's a bedroom in there. So
And Modern Warfare
whoever is live-in
3,
manager
2,
those nights
3?
Stays in the house
3.
and basically lives there.
Modern Warfare 3 was the first one I bought with my own money.
Yeah, same.
you
Obviously, I
been
played 1 and
looking
2
for
because my
things
cousins
to
had
sit
it,
up?
but yeah, I bought
I
3.
had met
Midnight
him
release at
really
GameStop.
briefly at the Viper Room in
Nice.
the late 90s.
Plug that shit in, dog. Oh my god, the
I
nostalgia.
worked with some of the people that performed there and was good friends with
And then
Girl Robin from the Pussycat Dolls.
I don't remember
and,
the next-
some other
Halo?
friends
I
and
also played
family
Halo.
rosters. So I was there and I met him once.
Which I just got in
How about
contact
Miss
with
Heard?
the person
Have
I
you
used to
met
play
her?
Halo
I
with.
had never met her before. They were guests at the hotel.
Exact same, and then Black
When
Ops
was the
2
first
came
time
out,
that you
and then
met
all
Mr. Depp
changed.
and Miss Heard
Yeah, I remember
together?
Black Ops 2. I was somewhat addicted to
in
it.
May 2013.
When they
when
dropped,
they were guests,
what did they call it?
Mr. Depp's
It was their, was it
assistant
called the
Nathan
League or
had
something?
rent out the
League
entire
play?
place so they could have a night.
Was it Call of
there
Duty
in
Elite?
privacy.
Yeah.
What do you
Is that what it
recall, if
was?
anything,
Wait, no,
about
sorry.
Mr. Depp and Miss Heard related to
While she
the
was
trailer
excited, so I
palace?
was like, yeah. League
Mr.
play,
Depp
yeah.
got lost.
And everybody was
Hell
grinding
yeah.
that, so like, I remember trying to
His
grind it too,
security
and that's
guard
when
who
I
arrived
think I got
early
like the
asked me if I
addictive,
could go fetch them
semi-competitive
because
bug in
we
me.
had an
Because
old
back then, girls
car
couldn't
that,
really play games, you know?
didn't really fare on the
couldn't really
dirt
make
roads out
callouts
there,
and
which
shit.
are pretty horrible. So
Right,
Oh.
'cause like, shut up,
went out
bitch.
Yeah.
and
Get back in the
made sure
kitchen.
that they got
Make me a fucking
enough from the
sandwich.
car back to
True.
Hicksville
Sit down,
safely.
slut. Suck my dick.
Remember
And I was like,
about
oh,
the
ready?
trailer palace?
It was
Nodders.
pretty boring.
I mean, at this
was the
point, like, I
suggestion
remember
you made
I
when
did
you
an
first
interview. Well, not an interview. I was asked questions
What
one
do you
night.
mean back then? True.
Excited about place, really complimentary. just
And I just
had a lot of
one of the
questions,
questions was
and,
like, is it better or
it
worse
was
now or
just seemed
something?
like
And
he
I
was in a
I
really
said
good
I
mood.
couldn't really
And how about Miss Heard's
talk
demeanor?
about that
Anything
because
stick
like
out?
having been
She was
in
pretty
gaming
quiet.
earlier, listening to
She,
that shit,
just
I feel like
kind of
games now for
didn't
me
say that much when I was
are
giving
better
a tour of the
because
grounds in the trailer.
but it's also because like
And was
I've
anyone
heard
else
all of
with
that
Mr.
shit
Depp
before.
and
So
Miss
now
Heard
if
when they
somebody's
first
like, "Yo,
arrived?
get back in the kitchen," I'm like, "All right, you're
There was
just
people
dumb."
that throughout the afternoon.
So like I've just been like
there was
numbed to it.
Right.
I think 10 to 12
Now if somebody
people
gets like
total
super
ended up
aggravated
staying.
and like,
The
fucking
security guard
frothing
got
at the
there
mouth,
earlier
then
and
like,
was
yeah,
out of the place.
but that's super rare, I find.
But yeah.
But I
I
also
understand
I
your
wouldn't
testimony
also
previously
encourage, I mean, I
that
encourage girls to play,
the
but like
entire
not in the
trailer
sense of
park
like use
was
your
rented
mic,
out
you
by
know?
Mr. Depp and Miss Heard?
I'd be like,
Yeah,
you're
the whole place
legitimately
left
gonna
at
enter a
the
game
time,
and
25 people,
most
but there
likely
was
be
only 10 to
harassed.
12 in this party.
And who was
If I don't
part
get
of that party
told to kill
besides
myself,
Mr.
I
Depp
consider
and
it a
Miss
good day
Heard?
of gaming. Is that like
Um,
in league though?
I'm
Is that in
really
your environment?
horrible
Or
with
is that just
names,
the case with
but I
men in
remember one of
gaming?
them was, Miss
Men are
Heard's
toxic
sister,
for sure.
and
I don't
Oh, yeah.
play
sorry,
games
I
with
mentioned
open
it
mics, so
before,
I don't
but,
have a
she's
totally different
very
experience.
Oh, that's interesting. I feel like I don't know how to play
What happened
without
when Mr. Depp and Miss
in
Heard
game.
first came onto the property?
I mean, I only play online
So,
multiplayers with my friends. You know what I mean?
True.
Like with
gave
you
them a
or
tour
Andre and
of
Yeah.
Nick.
all
I
the
won't
guests
play.
and
I'll
tour
play.
of their
I like single player
specific
games.
trailer and the grounds,
Yeah. Kind of like
and,
the old school
show
experience
them
of
around
gaming.
the,
Well, that and I
around
just
the
take a
whole
shit ton
place.
of
They
pictures
get,
now. So
another
like,
trailer called the bar trailer,
it's
which
gonna
is
take
just
forever
a
to play
place
a game.
set up their alcohol and
True.
stuff, and some people in the group were just
For
putting their
concept.
beverages
You have a
in that
mouth on you,
area.
Welshie? I would never
And
know.
where were you?
I have
when,
never known
Mr.
you to have
Depp
a
and
mouth
Miss
on you.
Heard- Did there come a time when Mr. Depp and Miss
Really?
Heard went to the bar?
Are you
Yeah.
trolling?
No, wait. I
I didn't notice.
He's
most of the
never
time
been
that my
disrespectful.
interactions
I've
with
never
them,
heard him
everything's kind of
screaming
centrally
or
located, so there's a
yelling.
fire
Like
pit,
maybe he's
bar
calm when
trailer,
he
and
has a
picnic
mouth
tables
on
all
him.
right in the same
When have I ever
area,
heard
so
him be
they were generally
disrespectful?
run like
Is it
they
the
were supposed to.
accent? Like I'm
Usually I saw them.
confused. He's like so
What did you
soft spoken.
observe
He
of
sounds like
Mr.
a
Depp and Miss
gentleman.
Heard as the evening progressed?
Got her tricked
So,
while she's
Mr.
I
Depp
am
was
super tricked. I'm confused.
just super curious and really nice. He was also really interested in my.
I would never
innkeeper
call
because she
Walshy
was a
necessarily
musician,
like an
so they would talk
instigator.
about music a lot.
Doesn't come
At one
across as a
point,
hostile
the
person.
innkeeper,
I
who
don't
lives
have
at the next door property, went
the
home
urge
and
to
grabbed
fight
her
him.
guitar, and they had sung a song or two
That
around the
makes sense.
campfire.
Unless you've been
in
drinking,
the
but I feel
early
like you have
evening.
been drinking when we
There's
were
another
watching like
instance where
some of those
Mr. Depp, the innkeeper,
shows.
her name is Jenna, and myself were talking about books and music.
Maybe not drunk,
and
but like
Miss Heard came over and kind of interjected. She seemed a little annoyed that
Damn.
Mr. Depp wasn't spending time with her.
damn,
What about
let him
Miss
know.
Heard's demeanor made you
Sounds
think
like
that
she's a
she was
narcissist
annoyed?
looking for
I think just generally.
I forget what they said.
she,
like an A word.
it's hard,
Affirmation.
Like I think.
Like notoriety, but
I don't know. It was just like a gut reaction. Like I can't describe it, but
Okay.
you
so
know.
they're gonna come back and be like, "Isn't it true you don't have
How
a
long
gut?"
did you and Mr. Depp and Miss Heard that evening? Generally.
So throughout the course of the evening, I was probably 40, mostly with Mr. Depp, but 45 minutes to an hour total. So it was, yeah, that's over the whole course until the end of the night.
Instigate the shit out of
after
him
the
all.
check-in.
And did you
I
have
mean, I could see
opportunity
that.
to observe Mr. Depp interact with
I mean,
other
at least
people
2 of
at
the
the
3
property that
deserve it,
evening?
though. You know what I mean?
Yes, I saw him hanging out with his
Oh, what's
security
wrong with being
guard
an instigator though?
at
That's
one
fun.
point, and
No, I mean, I'm
outside
low
of
key an
the,
instigator too.
time that
I just pick
him
and choose
and
though my
Jenna
battles, you
were
know.
Singing around the campfire. He
True.
was off by
I
himself.
usually do it. There's only
a lot of
2
the
options
time,
for me. One is
and
because it
You only
was
do it IRL.
yeah, I only do it IRL, so I can throw a punch if I need to.
campfire with her
I'm just
friends
kidding.
and seemed to have a good
You
time.
join the
That's
call
not-
throwing punches. I was gonna say, I
Did you
instigate
have
when I think it's just a
can you
funny
generally
moment,
describe for the jury your observations
or
of Miss
I
Heard that
instigate
evening?
because you're cheating.
Yeah, she was.
That's it.
She was
Cheating in
seemed to be having
game
a
or
really
cheating
good
IRL?
time with her friends
Why
around the
not both?
campfire,
True.
Actually, I was
and
gonna say, I guess I technically
yeah,
instigate
everyone
if
was in a pretty
if I
good
feel
mood.
like someone is
Did there
hostile,
come a time in the evening that you observed Mr. Depp and
like
Miss Heard
in regards to
have a
people
disagreement
talking
or
shit to
argument?
girls online and stuff.
Yes.
I don't mind instigating there.
I was speaking with Mr. Depp, just one-on-one, talking about Hicksville and
Like in voice comms.
Miss Heard came over and
They trying to assume
she
something because I'm a female
said
support that I
wanted to
gotta
talk to you,
support their
and
dick.
seemed really
Like,
upset
bitch,
about
get out of
something.
here.
So I went and
I'm a big fan of humbling people. Yeah,
back in the
I'm a big
house
fan of
because
people
it was
humbling people.
really, they went off on their own and
I'm a big
she
fan of big
started-
fans. Of big
Yeah,
fans.
yeah, exactly.
I didn't
I'm a
want
big
to
fan
hear
of
it, and honestly, it was
OnlyFans.
really triggering because
I
I've been
can't
in
confirm
a
that.
emotionally abusive relationship before.
Objections. Move to strike.
What's the objection?
You're up. May we reproach?
Okay, sure.
Oh my god. Yeah, move. Wait, you want to object, and then you're just like, I don't want to tell anybody else what I'm objecting to. So like, can I approach you and tell you, mommy? Like, come
I think
on.
that's their new strat.
It is, yeah.
So they don't have to say it out loud. So that way Camille and them don't know the vibes. You know.
Yeah. Now Amber's being
Oh,
like, what
shit.
the fuck? What
What are we
about
doing?
this? This doesn't make
What are we
any
doing
sense.
about this?
Shaking her
What
head.
are we doing about?
Wait, you've never heard of that? You're gonna use it? Heard of what? Wait, what are we using? I know we were talking about instigating.
Big fans of
Mr. Knight,
OnlyFans?
will you please just
Oh,
explain
maybe.
for us what you observed when you saw Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard having an argument?
Yes.
Emotional
So,
abuse. She was yelling at
Miss
him.
Heard asked him to go talk off to the side.
Okay.
And she
This is
was
true to other
upset
people's
at him, and
testimonies
she was
thus
yelling
far.
at him.
I don't know about the yelling part.
and
They didn't really testify to that.
I personally had been in.
Objection.
All right, I'll sustain the objection.
Okay.
If you could just explain to the jury what you observed when you
Between
saw Mr.
Amber
Depp and Ms.
and
Heard
Depp.
having an argument.
Okay. He was kind of cowering and seemed almost afraid, and
Damn.
it was
For this
really
deck. Oh, yo.
odd to see because he
Yeah,
was
don't use
older
that.
than
What the
her,
hell? Then I'm gonna have to
obviously,
instigate a fight with you.
But I just went back in the house because I didn't
Objection.
want
To what he did.
All right, I'll sustain as to.
Wait.
Understood. So after you observed the argument, fair to say you went back to the to your house on
to.
site?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
On site,
What
yeah.
happened after that?
So when I saw Mr. Depp on my next rounds, he apologized.
Oh, so he's like a
profusely
groundskeeper or
and said,
something.
I'm really sorry about that. She was upset. because
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay.
Sustain. Next question.
Okay.
What, if any, type of reaction did Mr. Depp have?
He was just really.
Objection, Your Honor, hearsay. He's going to say it again.
It's the reaction, it's not...
He's gonna say it again?
All right, if you could make that clear, that's
Yeah,
fine.
just what
What?
type of physical reaction did Mr. Depp have after the argument between Mr. Depp
They're
and
really
Ms.
taking one out of the Depp book
He
here,
honestly
bro.
throughout the rest
They're
of the
trying
night,
to
he
object
came
every
on
moment,
private
but like,
and,
oh
and
my god.
was,
This is ridiculous.
just very
They're literally
more
just
petulant.
mimicking.
In the beginning of the night, he.
They're
was
like, it
all
worked for them,
outgoing and
it'll work for
extroverted, and
us.
throughout- as the
That's not
course
how
of the
that
night went on,
works.
he was less and less so, and more quiet.
Did you observe any of the guests consuming alcohol while on the property?
I assume they were. I mean, people had cups, and there was alcohol set up in the bar trailer, but I didn't
See
physically
anybody.
see them pour alcohol into their cup and cup go into the mouth. Per
True.
se.
Did you
Fair.
witness Mr. Depp drink any alcohol that evening?
I couldn't say.
Fair.
Anything about Mr. Depp's demeanor that made you think he was perhaps intoxicated?
Yes, as the night went on, I am a former bar owner, so even though I wasn't drinking that night, I'm very familiar with the
Mixology?
signs. So,
Oh, right.
just as the night went on, like I said, he
Technology.
became more and more quiet.
I said
but
the
he also had
mixology.
conversations.
I listened to the technology.
No, because he's a bartender.
Sway a little
I
bit
thought
back
they
and
were.
forth.
I thought he was gonna go and like
Was a
mix
little-
drinks for
yeah,
them, but like,
he was much less sharp than he was earlier in the night.
We
Did
make
Ms.
some
Heard
drinks
appear
to
intoxicated to
drink.
you?
We drunk
Um,
them.
She did. She seemed. I think when she was angry at him, it seemed like she was intoxicated. But that's just based on my experience and my own personal
opinion.
trauma dealing with abuse.
Damn.
Objection, Your Honor, move to strike.
Oh
Sustain
no.
the objection, we'll strike it from the record. Please disregard that testimony.
Did you observe anyone do or take drugs?
I did not.
I mean, they already
Did you
testified that
witness
they were
Mr.
doing
Depp and
drugs.
Ms. Heard interact other than
Doing
the
drugs
argument
right
that
now.
you previously described for the jury?
On site?
At the end of the
On
night, I
site.
heard a commotion. I was inside the house and came out. I couldn't tell what was going on. And Mr. Depp and Miss Heard were having a discussion about I'm not sure what, but then they went to their trailer. At that point, a lot of people had already gone to bed. So it just kind of petered out. Everyone went to bed, including myself, and I didn't hear anything else the rest
So
of the night.
nobody heard any arguments
time
and
did the
trashing
meeting
of the
come to an
place.
end?
I'd say
Interesting.
it was almost around 3 a.m.
Did you ever see Mr.
Reasonable.
Depp grab anyone?
Objection leading.
Sustained?
How,
Did you ever see
what?
Mr.
Wait,
Depp become physical with anyone?
Objection leading.
what?
Sustained.
Did you ever witness Mr. Depp get angry that evening?
Objection leading.
Oh, this bitch! Oh no, she trying to do a Camille on Camille! I ain't having
What
it.
if anything happened the next morning?
Nothing.
What if
The next
anything?
morning, we have
Yeah,
checkout
she
at
took
noon
took
at the
one from
time,
her books.
before COVID, and so around 11 o'clock, one of my innkeepers let me know that there was some damage.
Objection hearsay.
They literally talked directly to him.
Did something happen that caused you to go to Mr. Depp and Miss Heard's trailer?
Yes, I was informed that.
Objection hearsay.
It's not being offered for the
My man
truth,
Benji
right?
always
I
looks
mean,
zoned out.
maybe we
I
have to
love
talk
it.
about this. Thank you.
She's like, bitch, don't try to get me on my own games. This ain't gonna work. Alright? We have a
But
witness
he
here.
can talk about what someone
Told
told him there was
him.
damage.
That's what
Yeah,
I think.
And then he can go check it out to verify it, right? Like, is that?
That's what I'm
not
thinking,
right?
because they said it directly to him. It's not hearsay. I
It's
guess.
saw. No, it's not hearsay if he investigates himself. If he says someone told me, so then I check, because then you can see
Right.
it yourself.
Well, I mean, and I think that's the thing is like she's laying a foundation here, and she's trying to say it's hearsay, but like obviously, what
if
would give
anything
him the
happened
reason to
next
go
morning,
to the
Mr.
fucking
Depp?
trailer? Someone told me, so then I went.
The innkeepers let me know that there was some damage in one of the trailers,
There you go.
and it happened.
Like
to be
otherwise,
Mr.
why
Depp
would he
and
fucking
Miss
approach a
Heard's
trailer? Like that's just
so
creepy.
I wanted to inspect the.
It's literally
trailer
part of his
because
job,
I was
apparently.
Extremely worried. All those trailers that Steve and I worked on were like my babies, and the one they were staying in was the only one that was mostly original and restored,
Dang.
1950s style, and so I was
Damn, mortified.
concerned.
Yeah, no
So
shit.
what did you observe when you went to the trailer?
I observed that there was a light sconce by the bathroom in the bedroom that had been broken off the wall, and a couple pieces were on the floor, and they were, and yeah, it was basically just broken. The light fixture was hanging on the wall still,
Damn.
and except for
Probably
the pieces that were
devastated.
on the floor.
Did you come to understand how that happened?
Objection.
What?
Foundation and
All right,
light.
foundation, I'll sustain as to foundation, how he knew.
Wait.
Did you ask how the sconce was broken?
Objection hearsay.
Sustained.
Damn. Yo, Elaine coming back. She's on
How
it.
often do light fixtures in the trailers break?
They break pretty.
Non-regularly.
I mean, it's not like a usual thing, but things in the trailers generally get broken because it's all vintage trailers, and
Uh-oh.
I would say
That's
as
not
much
good.
as every couple weeks there's some incident of damage in one of the trailers. In this case, Mr. Depp had told me that.
Objection
Sustain the
hearsay.
objection.
So anyway, yes,
Beyond the light fixture, was anything else in the trailer damaged?
no, everything else looked fine. In fact, we have something we call a piggy fee that we address to guests that
Piggy
if
fee.
there's anything what we call inconsiderate or unusually
Wow.
large messes, we charge them extra for it for a $25 an hour cleaning fee. Told me that, but they did not receive one of those because everything outside of the light fixture looked fine.
And what was your
This girl
reaction to
giggling
seeing the
about
damaged
piggy
light
fee? Is
fixture?
that what she's giggling about? Come on,
To be honest,
dude.
I was relieved because it was not a big
And she's
deal.
out here
There's
calling herself an
already a
ice
light
cream
in the room,
fucking
so
what
I
the
just
fuck?
tucked the wires in the wall until I had a few months later time to buy. It was matching sconce with another one in the room, so I had to.
They should
on
ask
eBay find a
ask him what
matching
was
pair
left
that
in
would
the
fit
room
there,
after they were gone.
And when I finally got around to it, I
Cocaine.
was able to get that and charge it to Nathan, whose credit card I had.
She
And
thinks that
what
she's
was
got
your
this guy.
understanding
She's
who
like, oh
Nathan
man.
was?
Mr. Depp's assistant.
Okay. And what did you charge Nathan or Mr. Depp for replacing that pair of light fixtures?
She looking
The pair
smug as
came out
fuck
to
right now.
$62.
Look at her smiling. That's not how it went.
While you were on site, Mr. Knight, did you ever wear a mesh shirt?
Ah!
No, I would absolutely never wear that.
At any time during Mr. Depp and
The
Ms. Heard's
foundation.
stay on the property, did you see Mr. Depp become physical with anyone?
I did
Objection
not.
leading.
Overruled. That's
I'm sorry, that answer was,
I never saw Mr. Depp get physical with anyone when I saw him.
thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further.
cross-examination.
Here we go. Let's see. What they got. Let's go,
Mr.
Elaine.
Knight, you are a pretty
Mad
big
objections.
fan of Johnny
Yeah,
Depp.
that's what I'm thinking.
I am not. To be honest, throughout the evening,
Sorry, I just asked you one question.
Oh, I
didn't ask you
apologize.
the rest of that.
I
You wanted
apologize.
to participate in this trial, didn't you?
Oh, God.
I did not. I
You
was
knew-
asked by the attorney, and I wanted to. They
Damn, Elaine's coming in with the
asked me,
hot.
and I said I'll be happy to come and tell the truth.
You knew this was on camera, that it was being
Oh my,
broadcast
oh
to
my
people.
God. Come on,
You
dude.
saw testimony.
Your
is
fucking
not
psychiatrist
in
literally
this
said thanks
She's
for the
one who
plug for my
responded to
book.
The umbrella guy, the lead person for Mr. Depp's Twitters. Did you not?
Wait,
Objection,
what?
Your Honor.
The
Argument
lead
in
guy for
compound
Mr. Depp's Twitters?
two.
Excuse me? Wait, what?
Mr. Umbrella Guy is the lead. The lead
You
what?
know that he leads one of the most predominant pro-Depp Twitters out there.
I don't
have
even
no
know that.
idea. I don't care or follow the Umbrella Guy.
In fact, you
Look
do
at Johnny looking at her.
follow a Twitter called Johnny Depp Fan, don't you?
Okay.
Absolutely not.
You don't? That's your
No.
testimony under oath?
It is my testimony under oath.
All right. And on
Uh-oh.
April 21st, Mr. Depp testified in this case about Hicksville, didn't he?
I wasn't here.
And in fact, you tweeted in response
Look at her.
to
She all
the
smug and shit
umbrella
too. She's
guy
leaning on the fucking.
on
Right.
April 21, 22.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Quote, that never happened. I was with them all night. Amber was the one acting all
Look at her. She's
jealous
giving
and
tone to
crazy.
it too.
Do you
Yes, I-
recall writing that?
I do recall writing that.
Michelle, can you
Well,
bring
So if
up,
that was to
please?
the umbrella guy, he literally said it was a
Would you call
stranger
it
and didn't
defendants
recall
1903?
1903.
the name.
Mm-hmm.
So like, ma'am, I don't think respectfully you know how that works. Okay? I don't think you know how Twitter works.
And I'm gonna go ahead
You
and
scroll
read
through,
that.
you reply to some people. Do you look at their fucking names? Sometimes yes, sometimes no.
And the
True.
bringing in the
Sometimes good,
Hicksville.
sometimes shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I literally reply to people I don't even follow, okay? And at this point, I don't even know if I'm following, why they're even on my timeline, like, how the fuck this got here, who liked it, who follows them, like, it just happens, okay? Sometimes it happens. I like this guy, he's just, like, looking around.
Well, she's working on that.
Yeah, work on that.
Did you write and direct a piece called Matters of Consequence back in 1999?
99!
Mr. Depp's first wife, Lorianne Allison, worked
Who's
as
this
an
random person?
artist
I'll be
and-
honest, I literally follow
She
people and then I
absolutely
go
did.
through at times my following list because I'm like, damn, that number's kind of high. Maybe I should,
Well,
you know,
we're looking
unfollow
at
some people. And I'm
that.
like, who the fuck, when did I follow this
4
person?
days
It literally
after
could just be a
you
photographer at
tweeted
this point. Then
to
I'm like, damn, they had some good
Umbrella
photos that I saw. And I was like,
Well,
follow,
Umbrella
cool.
guy.
Artist, follow. I never actually know their names.
Okay. Well, all right, now we have this up. I'm going to ask you to take a look. What is Defendant's Exhibit 1903? Do you see
It's
that?
different if I have
I
them
do.
starred.
Okay, and that's from that umbrella guy. on
Drunk following?
4/21/22,
Oh, I don't do that.
correct?
Correct.
And it says bringing in the Hicksville incident accusations. Do you see that?
I do.
And there's clearly Mr. Depp testifying there, likely a video, right?
Okay.
Doesn't
And
mean
you
you've seen the
respond,
video,
"That
but
never
okay. But
happened. I was with them all night.
but he did say that
Amber
someone
was the
showed
one
him a
acting
video,
all
so maybe
jealous
this
and
was the
crazy.
video.
You see that?
I do.
Your Honor, I'm going to move the
Look at him.
admission
I
of
do,
Defendant's
yeah.
1903.
Okay. Does
Any
this go
objection?
against what I said? I knew?
Yeah, Your Honor, we believe the first part of the that umbrella guy's tweet should be unredacted for context.
Oh,
Unredacted. Damn.
I have no idea what I was replying to.
It's hearsay. It's rank hearsay, and the context
Your
is
Honor.
not necessary.
What do you mean
I
the
think the
context is
context is
not
totally
necessary? What the fuck?
Yeah, because then his response would make no sense.
Yeah.
He would just be responding to something that we don't know is what is said.
And to this alleged umbrella guy that they want to pin it on. So like, damn. I don't understand this 1999 bullshit. Like he was originally trying to mention how he's been emotionally abused or something, and she's like, nope, we don't need to hear
Give
that. And now
up.
she's like, oh, did you write some article in 1999 that might have anything to do with your own experience? Cool. What? Elaine,
All right.
she's trying to get her power walk
With that
on. Like,
redaction- With that redaction, any objection?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, 1903.
we'd like to unredact the redaction. Now Elaine's like, I don't know what the fuck to do right now. Let me just buy some time here. Good lord.
Buy some time. Hell yeah, let's go.
I mean, she's quick with it right now, so kudos to her. I guess somebody gave her a memo.
Now, so you reached
Oh, her
out to
fucking
the
voice,
umbrella
dude, I
guy
can't.
in
Oh.
this text, this Twitter,
I guess I
right?
did. I guess,
I
yeah.
wouldn't call it reaching out.
In
Engaged.
fact,
I replied
the
to.
umbrella guy
Uh-oh.
is in Mr. Adam
What does this
Waldman.
say?
Do you know who Adam Waldman is?
I have no idea.
Well, he's testified earlier that he talks to the umbrella guy.
Okay,
Is he
great.
What? He talks to the umbrella guy?
Yeah. Were you
Okay,
aware
good.
of that?
No.
Honestly, this sounds like schizophrenia.
Now, 4 days after
Schizophrenia, dude.
Oh
Gotcha.
no, poor Mr. Waldman. He's gonna be
exactly
labeled a
what
schizo now.
Okay, good. 4 days
What a
after
stupid
that,
question.
You tweeted
Yes?
something pretty nasty about Elon Musk, didn't you?
I did.
What does he have to do with this?
So you don't like Elon Musk, right?
Who does? Yeah, relevance,
don't know
please.
Elon Musk.
Overruled.
Thank you.
So that was the context of that is that he
I
had.
didn't ask you for the context.
No, of course.
Okay.
Of course you didn't.
But
Why
you
would you?
texted
Why would you
something
want the jury to
that
know the
had
context
swear
of
words
any
in
of
it.
these
Did you
fucking
agree about
conversations?
Elon Musk?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's talk about your recollections.
Damn, the
here.
umbrella guy.
45 minutes to an hour. Your recollection
The
is that
umbrella
Mr.
guy,
Depp
bug champ.
actually drove there?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
What type of car was he driving?
An old one that was a convertible.
An old convertible?
So
I'm
Mustang,
not a
maybe.
car guy, so I couldn't express the model.
All right, and your recollection was
Fair.
this was May of 2013?
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Okay, do you recall when in May?
Late May.
Okay. Now, you said that you spent a total of 45 minutes to an hour
I think
with
this...
Mr. Depp and Ms. Heard. Is that correct?
After mostly Mr. Depp, but that's after the tour and after they were checked in throughout the course of the night.
Okay. And you don't recall any of the people that were there other than Ms. Heard's sister and the security guard, correct?
I don't recall any of their names.
Do you remember how many of them were female?
I believe it was predominantly female.
Do you remember how many males were there?
What
I
does this
don't,
have to
outside
do
of
with?
the security guard?
Do you remember what any of the other people looked like?
Oh my god.
They honestly just seem like youngish hipsters, like, for lack of a better term. I know that previously a couple of them had stayed at Hicksville Trailer Palace. That's how they knew about the place.
Okay. So you don't recall seeing how much anybody had to drink that night, correct?
I did not witness that.
And do you recall the use of drugs at all?
I
He
did not
already
witness that.
testified to
Were
that.
you sitting at any point with these people at the campfire?
I was not.
She's trying to
And when
disprove
you
his
said
reply to
that,
the umbrella guy when he says, I'm
that
with them
you
all
saw
night.
Ms. Heard
I was with them all
and
night.
Mr.
Right, right.
Depp and
But it's
Ms.
like,
Heard
okay,
was yelling at
you don't
Mr.
have to
Depp.
be...
Where were they?
I don't know.
She pulled him for a chat, and it was off towards their trailer, like.
Like, this is where I'm like, bring up a fucking map of this
many
place
feet
so
were
I
they
can
between
understand the
campfire
distance
and
that these
their
people
trailer?
are.
The campfire and their trailer,
Yes.
approximately 75.
Okay. So where in that 75 feet did Ms. Heard pull Mr. Depp and yell at him and he cowered?
20
Okay. 20
from the campfire.
From
not
the
trailer.
campfire.
Yeah.
So your testimony is that Ms. Heard grabbed
Approximately.
Mr. Heard, pulled him 20 feet over, yelled
Okay.
at him, and he cowered.
Yes, that's what I witnessed.
And then did they go back?
I went inside the house.
So you don't know whether they returned to the campfire or they returned to their trailer?
I do not.
Okay. And
Fair.
do you know whether
What you
there
getting
were
at,
any,
Aileen?
disagreements or physical
Look at that smug
communications,
smile.
anything of that
She's like,
nature at the campfire?
I do not.
Do you know whether Mr. Depp did anything to
Oh.
anybody else at the campfire?
Oh, I see what she's
I
doing.
didn't see anything.
Okay. Do you know whether Mr. Depp grabbed anybody's wrist and asked them if they
did
knew
not
how
see
many
that.
pounds of pressure it took to break
Yeah.
their wrist?
Beautiful.
I wasn't there the whole time.
Okay.
Right.
My man wasn't
Is
there.
it your
He wasn't there.
testimony that
So it
Mr.
discredits
Depp
his
and
tweet,
Ms.
but his tweet
Heard
wasn't under oath, so
went-
go fuck yourself.
last to their trailer? Everybody else went before them?
The rest of the people, I think about half of them had already gone to bed, and they went, it was all around the same time at the end of the night, that the rest kind of
Right.
scattered.
Scattered.
There might
Yeah.
have been
Ran
a
away,
couple
got
of people
scared.
that went
Yeah, they're
right
like,
after
fuck
them
this.
Or right before, but it was all around the same time.
Okay, so your recollection is that when Amber and Johnny Depp went back to their trailer, that dissipated, everybody then left?
Yeah, of course. If your main
Yes.
course is
Okay.
gone,
Now,
people are gonna
how
leave the
far away
table.
was your house
What?
that you were staying in from the trailer?
they're not
that
gonna sit
Amber and
around
Johnny
waiting
Depp
for
were staying
more.
I'd say it was about 75 feet away.
in? Okay. And the next time that you saw or heard anything was when you went there in the morning and saw the broken sconce. Is that
Yes,
correct?
I didn't hear anything after went to bed.
Okay. And that's the extent of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, I have no further questions.
All right,
Okay,
you
yeah,
ready?
you guys really proved. You really got him.
Mr. Knight, how did you get involved in this trial?
I got a text from one of our old employees who I then talked to for
Objection,
years.
hearsay?
What?
Don't tell us what the text said, just how did you
Okay,
get involved?
I got a text from, I got a,
That's still hearsay, You're under
Okay.
objection.
What?
Overruled.
Thank you. Go
You-
on, Mr. Knight.
I was asked if it was.
No.
Objection.
I was
Next.
contacted.
Apologize.
What did you,
I got a
what did
text.
you received a text? Okay.
Yes.
From
and
whom?
From a former employee.
Okay. And how long had it been since you had heard from this former employee?
Years.
Probably. Yeah.
Approximately 5 years.
And did you contact Mr. Depp or any of his attorneys?
Objection leading?
Overruled.
I did not.
How did you get in touch with Mr. Depp's attorneys?
They got in touch with me.
Objection, hearsay?
Overruled.
Wait, what?
Mr. Knight.
They reached out to me.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't have an objection right now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Only if he talks more.
That's smart.
As long as he talks more, gotcha. So basically,
And how do
don't
you feel about
talk too
participating
much.
in this trial?
Objection, relevance?
You asked the question yourself.
Relevant, considering that they have accused him of being.
Overruled.
What the
How
fuck?
I feel about it?
Yeah.
I'm happy to tell what I saw, and that's the extent of it. I really don't care outside of that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Knight. Nothing
All
further.
right. I assume this witness not
Good.
subject to recall. Is that correct?
Good
All right, so you're free.
lord.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They just had to
Our
prove
next
like he didn't
witness-
care. Like he's just
Yeah.
he had to say no
Oh, is
piece
it
to
gonna
be
a
said. He just said
deposition,
yeah.
or is it gonna-
Apologies, Your Honor. Thank you. Dr. Shaw.
Okay,
Plaintiff
Dr.
calls
Shaw.
Dr. Shaw.
Dr. Shaw.
Johnny should adapt him up. Like, what's up, Jade? Nice seeing you.
Yeah. Look at him. I feel like he's already preparing, like, yeah, I'm gonna redecorate that fucking 50s trailer for him. He ain't even gonna know.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this case or penalty of law?
I swear, I do.
Can I be Camille's chair though? Like, what's up?
Okay, dude. Alright, calm down.
She's looking good today.
Have we seen this guy before? Oh, he's got a swell bottle?
All right,
The
yes, ma'am.
crazy ass green.
Good afternoon, Dr.
Hold
Shaw.
up.
Can you
Crazy
please
ass
state your name for the
green, like.
My name is Richard John Shaw.
Oh, he's got an accent.
Dr. Shaw, can you please describe your educational background?
I'm a psychiatrist.
Okay.
I went to medical school
Okay.
at the University of London in England.
Okay.
I went straight after high school.
You know the jury's
That's
gonna love
actually the
this.
system in the British medical
Or hate it.
system.
I don't know.
I did 2 years of preclinical training, and then 3 years of
So this is
clinical
gonna
work with patients.
go against the psychiatrist from
Following
yesterday.
that, I moved to New Zealand to do an
Hell yeah,
internship.
move to New Zealand. Let's go!
Internship in neurology, medicine, surgery, and psychiatry. I spent 3 years in New Zealand, and I did a year of psychiatry residency training. Excuse me.
Water, water, water. Somebody get this man a lozenge that doesn't have drugs in it.
Following that, I excuse me.
Or maybe have drugs in it.
Following that, I
Yeah,
moved
or
to
maybe
the
have-
United
maybe.
States for the first time and did a residency in adult psychiatry at the Albert Einstein College of Medicine, which is in New York. That was 4 years of training in the Bronx.
Oh, in the
And, I
Bronx.
also did some subspecialty
Wow, this guy's been all
training
over the goddamn world.
in family therapy, couples and family therapy as in my 4th year. And after that, I moved to California. And
Okay.
I worked at Stanford. I studied at
Stanford,
I did
okay.
a fellowship in
Big
child and
names.
adolescent psychiatry. And I've been at Stanford pretty much since then.
Dr. Shaw, what is your current position?
I'm a professor of psychiatry in the Department of Psychiatry at
Got
Stanford. I also,
Stanford psychiatrist, gotcha.
run what's called the Psychiatry Consult Service at the Children's Hospital at Stanford.
Oh, the Children's Hospital. Wait, is this the Children's
What, if any,
Hospital
professional
guy?
certifications have you received?
Let's see.
I have what's called board certification in adult and general
He's
psychiatry.
just the guy.
Oh, he's just
I
a
obtained
guy.
that from the American Board of Psychiatry and Neurology in 1991. And then I obtained subspecialty board certification in child and adolescent psychiatry in 1993.
Are you a member
boy,
of
they're
any
getting through
professional
these.
organizations in the field of psychiatry?
Yes, I am. I'm a member of the American Academy of Child and Adolescent Psychiatry. I'm also a member of the Academy of Consultation Liaison
Just
Psychiatry.
member of all that
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been practicing psychiatry?
all day.
If you include my training in psychiatry residency in the U.S., that would be since 1985.
Is that approximately 35 years?
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
What percentage of your practice involves treating patients?
Yeah, approximately 3/4 of my time is working with patients. I work in the pediatric hospital, treating a combination of
Yeah, my throat's all scratchy today.
mainly
Damn, you're
children and
mimicking him
adolescents
now?
with, severe
Interesting.
medical conditions,
True.
but also working with parents of children who have severe medical conditions. I also consult to the
Looks like we
pediatric
have at
emergency
least
room when we evaluate patients who show
2
up with,
more?
suicide attempts and other
Yeah,
serious
probably tomorrow,
situations.
right?
What is the remaining
Well,
quarter
2
of your
more that were
practice
supposed to be
entail?
for today, and then there is supposed
Well,
to be
as a
1,
professor,
2,
I
3,
have to
4,
do a
5
number of,
tomorrow, including Depp
academic
and Curry.
activities. So I do research. I do a lot of teaching. I give lectures. I supervise residents, medical students, and fellows in psychiatry. I do some administrative work. Yeah, so it's a pretty diverse, varied day and week.
There we go.
Can you tell the jury a little bit about your research and academic work?
Yeah, a lot of my research has involved looking at the issue of trauma and PTSD in parents who have medically fragile children. A lot of these parents are naturally really affected by their child's illness and develop trauma symptoms. So I've developed some interventions to try to help parents, provide support and treatment to reduce their symptoms of trauma.
Have you published articles or books in your area of expertise?
Yes, I have. I've published approximately 70 or probably closer to 80 peer-reviewed manuscripts in different scientific
Man, this
journals.
guy's thorough.
They've also published a number
I mean,
of
their
book
witnesses
chapters
always
on various
are.
topics, approximately 30.
True.
But it reminds
And
me
I
that we
have,
didn't get to hear more about that
published
1999
textbooks,
article that was written by
that
our
will
last
develop into a
witness.
second edition on
True.
topics that are
Need
related to my
information on
area
that.
of expertise. And one of them actually is about the treatment of PTSD in parents of premature infants.
Okay.
Why do they have an infant doctor
Have
here?
you published a book through
Yeah.
the APA?
Great
Actually,
question.
all of those books were published through the APA, the American Psychiatric Association. They have a
And do you
publishing
follow
house,
the
and that's
golden
been my,
rule? Or are you
publishing
another
company.
expert, non-expert?
What is the APA?
All expert witnesses are frauds.
The APA, the American
Witness.
Psychiatric
True.
Association, not to be confused with the American Psychological Association, is a professional organization that
The
represents
thing that I love
psychiatrists in
about
the
their
US.
witnesses is that
The last time
they
I
don't really
looked
fuck
at this, I think
around.
there's about 37 or 38,000
they're very
members.
like clear
And
communicating
the APA has
and
many different
answering
roles.
pretty much directly
One
the
of them is
questions.
advocacy, in psychiatry
They're not like
and in
wandering
the US,
off
but it also has an important
random
role in terms
context.
of education. So they host.
They're just
an
like,
annual
this is
scientific
what it
meeting every
is.
year in
This is
which
what it
psychiatrists will
means.
present their research.
You know,
Fuck with it or don't.
keeping my
It publishes a
attention.
number of journals in the field, and from time, well, fairly frequently.
Because
it
he is
publishes,
zaddy. That's the most important question.
guidelines for professional practice, or about ethical guidelines that they hope that the members will follow as part of their practice.
What ways are you involved with the APA?
Well, I mentioned my publishing. I also present at the scientific meetings. I last presented in 2021 during COVID. It was virtually, but on the topic of group therapy for parents with trauma symptoms. I follow the APA and their various guidelines. I think it's a really influential and important institution.
Going back to your credentials, what, if any, professional awards have you received?
All of them. On the
I've
man streets.
been given several teaching awards at Stanford University.
Oh, I just found that video. I'm gonna post it in the Discord. Where Amber Heard's.
Academy of
Yeah,
Timeliness
yeah.
and Psychiatry that I mentioned
Let me.
honored me with an award for service to my
Actually,
specialty,
funny.
several years ago. I don't remember exactly when.
Oh, I hate that it doesn't bring up a
Have you
preview
given
for
any
that.
public presentations in the field of psychiatry?
Yes, that's part of our work as an academic psychiatrist, is to lecture, to give presentations. So I present fairly frequently at annual scientific meetings, as I mentioned. I've been invited to give grand round presentations at different.
My man's just straight staring at her soul.
He's just kind of like staring at the light. Oh, what's going on? What's new?
To
Like,
try to educate our colleagues about our work.
like as if he's just like looking around the room and then just like, oh, look at that picture on the wall.
Yes, I have.
Does it all the time.
That's what I love about him. He's just like, I don't know. He's just so chill.
In terms of
He's zoned the fuck out.
Exactly.
in the past 15, 20 years.
I do have a question of why the candy is all piled right next to the bowl though and not inside the bowl. Like, what is happening there?
Maybe because you don't want to make noise rattling it in the bowl.
I've also done
To like prove the point that Johnny brings candy to the the courtroom.
Been,
Did you hear
subject to
Elaine
physical,
question that
sexual
yesterday?
Yeah, something. I caught a glimpse of it.
What were you asked to do in this case?
And then, or she like commented on it. I'm pretty sure it was a question, but then Benjamin was just like, "What the fuck?" And then he literally like after he like reached into the bowl and just pulled out a piece of candy, put it in front of him, and didn't even eat it. I was like, "You're so toxic."
I was present yesterday.
You love a toxic king.
The other thing too is that Benjamin has actually also brought candy in, so it's not just Johnny Depp. And to be honest, it could be disputed if it is actually
I've also read
Depp's attorneys bringing it in, and he's just, you know,
for
presenting
example,
it.
testimony by Mr. Depp's psychiatrist, Dr. Blaustein, by his physician,
Every time they
Dr.
talk about
Kipper, and
Blaustein, I
nurse
always think of
Debbie
like
Lloyd.
blouse toys.
I've reviewed depositions by
Yeah.
the,
Yeah.
therapists
The Twitch
involved in
streamer?
this case,
Yeah.
including
Because I think they call him like
Dr.
Blouse or
Banks, the
something.
relationship consultant. Dr. Cohen, who was Miss Heard's therapist, and I think Dr. Anderson, who I think provided some couples
Dr.
therapy.
Anderson.
I've also reviewed the medical records of Dr. Kipper and Dr. Blaustein, and some various.
Oh, you remember that picture we saw where it was like
I think
Johnny
a lot of
Depp and his team walking in fire or whatever, like a badass photo?
Yeah.
And I think Mike said that it was Benjamin. It wasn't. I think it's Mr. Waldman.
Okay.
Oh, sad,
Yeah.
dude.
Because and also because like if you look at Mr. Waldman's Instagram, he's like low-key a badass. He's just out here like living life in the sun with his wife, you know, playing basketball with, I think it's his son.
Right.
He's always got these glasses on. He's always in like suits and shit. Like,
Just big chillin'. No
yeah,
fucks to give.
yeah. He looks like he's living a good life.
Welcome to the good life. Always got a passion for flashing. I'm like, why'd they go quiet? But they approached.
Mm-hmm. Staring right at Johnny right now, at his team.
Trying to get the little clues. What do we do? What do we do here?
I don't even know if they're looking back. I think, yeah, Ben's got his back to him. I don't know what Johnny's doing.
All right. So any objection?
No objection, Your
All right, so.
See Mr. Waldman, what is he up to?
Dr. Shaw, you testified that you observed Dr. Spiegel's testimony yesterday.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh,
And
yeah,
to
we,
your knowledge,
okay.
Joy, can you please generally
Okay.
describe the main areas in which Dr. Spiegel testified?
Yeah, his hostility.
yes,
I mean,
They heard what he testified to. What's his opinion
All right.
about?
Foundation to reorient them.
That's okay. We can move forward.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have an opinion of Dr. Spiegel's testimony?
Yes, I do.
And what is your opinion?
that it was
I have a
fucking
couple of
crazy.
primary opinions.
That he should not
The
be
first is that
in the
my
field.
opinion is that he violated the
Yeah,
ethical
violated
principles that are
a
outlined in
lot.
the Goldwater Rule when he
Yeah.
gave his opinions about Mr. Depp, specifically with relationship to personality traits and
Yeah.
his cognitive abilities. My second primary opinion would be that
Or like concern.
that Dr. Spiegel's opinions were unreliable
And
that they had
highly
insufficient
emotionally
information.
charged.
All right.
To what?
You're going to approach?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, what's the objection to? Opinion. That he's fucking unstable, dude. That he should not be testifying and he should be not giving any medical advice to anybody. Like,
Well, who was Spiegel again?
Spiegel's a crazy doc, the fucking Jordan Peterson of,
That was
like,
the homie.
yeah, the wild man yesterday on Stan, just freaking out. Like, sheesh.
That guy was crazy. Good content.
Wild, dude. Wild. Like, what was the facial expression going on? I don't even know. I feel like I don't even think I was there for it, but I watched the replay of it, and I was just like, what the fuck is this dude doing? He's not a king.
He was on that coke.
Cocaina.
True, a real king. One true king.
He was wilding out. Like, wow.
Having fun, dude.
Colombian gold. Okay, dude. He looks like a broke ass psychiatrist that's like slumming it in the street. Probably dishing out, prescriptions just to make it. It's kind of scary. I legit, like, if I had no idea about any mental health experts, seeing that man looks terrifying. I would never want to go to a mental health expert if that's what they look like. I don't mean physically what they look like. I mean how they're representing themselves and like just how erratic he was, his behavior, his facial expressions, like everything that my internal animalistic being is telling me is a warning sign, warning, danger, danger, don't engage. That was happening yesterday. It was freaking me out, dude. Like I thought Amber Heard was someone giving off vibes, but like he took it to another level.
No, he was definitely like a conspiracy theorist guy that got kicked out of the medical board. All that. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Best type of content right
That was
there.
crazy.
Da 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 da. Da da da
Da,
da.
da, da, da. Oh, they're going with like a
Yeah, I don't know what that's from. I
Homemade.
hear it all the time. Da, 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 da. Like I get in a commercial or some shit.
It sounds like something that comes from a club in my mind.
Mr. Depp.
Hello, dink.
Bling. 5 pages. What the fuck?
We are more than the worst things we have ever done. Our past does not define us. It gives us strength. A justice system that redirects folks back to work and well-being leads to stronger families and safer communities. Join our movement. Reform Alliance. Quote from Robert Downey Jr. The lesson is that you can still make mistakes and be forgiven. True, and that is literally what you should be reading to Amber Heard, because she coming out here being like, I'ma just keep on making the mistakes. I'ma keep on lying. Oh, SteelSeries introducing their new audio software suite, Sonar.
Yeah, it's the stuff that we already have. We just have the beta version.
Yeah. I see that they have a new set of headphones coming out.
Well, slap my ass and color me silly.
Says it works with any headset, but best with Arctis. Download for free. Gotta respect Amber for sticking to her guns. I mean, I did it first, but now she's literally like going to the grave. Like, I don't even know the term for it.
She's
Like,
dying
it's
with the
beyond
lie.
double downing. I was like, what?
Sometimes you gotta deny till you die. Learned that from my mom.
Like, it's just, it's just why? I just don't understand. Like,
I
she's
didn't say
still
I
young.
understand, I just, you know.
She could have survived this. Damn, USA birth rate has been below minimum sustainable levels for 50 years, Elon's tweeting.
Dr. Shaw, you mentioned the Goldwater rule.
Sorry
Good thing
about
he's
Amber's
having
kid?
surrogates. Yeah. Good thing he's repopulating with like 9 children already.
Came about.
Oh
in
yeah, talk
response
about it.
to,
Presidents?
an
Public
incident
figures?
that occurred during the 1964 presidential
1964?
election.
Okay.
Senator Barry Goldwater was running as a Republican candidate.
Oh.
And there was
Literally
a
the name of
magazine
it.
called Fact Magazine
That wasn't given
started a
facts?
campaign to
Interesting.
discredit Senator Goldwater. And they obtained a mailing list from the AMA and sent out a single survey questionnaire to about 12,000
I'll be honest, this look on Johnny's face isn't good.
asking if they felt that Senator Goldwater was fit to run for office.
Dang, okay.
And about 2,000 psychiatrists responded, 1,000 of whom expressed very negative opinions about Senator Goldwater and made comments.
Oh,
such as,
interesting, okay.
for example, he was a megalomaniac.
Important question is potato wedges or French fries? You know, what's
French
narcissistic
fries.
personality disorder.
True.
Unless-
Potato wedge.
And as a
The
result
ratio's
of that,
off, you know.
Yeah,
he was
I don't.
replaced
It's
as a
too much.
candidate,
Too much middle.
and then went on
But
to
hash brown's a
sue
different
Fact
story.
Magazine for defamation of character.
Oh,
Like
hash brown's
hash browns.
superior.
Successful in
Yeah,
that
hash
lawsuit.
browns I could have at any time. And then also
And
shredded
in response
potatoes,
to this
also a different story.
incident,
Which I
Isn't
think
that
are
just hash
superior.
brown?
the American Psychiatric
Oh,
Association that I think was
oh
really
yeah, so,
concerned about how
okay, so,
psychiatry was being represented and
you and I
statements
will have
psychiatrists
different
were
definitions of
making
what hash
about
browns are.
someone they had never met or
Like hash
Um,
browns with
evaluated.
marijuana?
The issue being
not talking about
gold water.
hash.
And
An
the main
undercooked
premise of the
wedge
gold
will
water
kill a
rule
person?
was that
No. No,
it
no
was
what? You don't
improper
agree with the
for a
definition of
psychiatrist
hash
to
browns?
render a
You don't like
professional opinion about
shredded
a public
potatoes?
figure, unless they had
Shred
personally
this.
and
How about
closely
that?
evaluated
Like,
them.
I forget what it is. Hash browns for me
Justifications that the
are like
APA
cubed
provide,
potatoes
you mentioned,
that have
for
been fried in a
enacting
pan
the
for your
rule.
breakfast. Yeah.
I mean,
They
I guess
wanted
that.
to
It's like a
make
big
sure that
hash brown.
psychiatric illness wasn't being
You
stigmatized.
know if that makes sense?
Wait,
If
what?
it's
to
It's like diced potatoes, I
ensure
guess.
that individuals weren't
What?
defined
he
What?
got washed. He's
by
pissed now.
statements made by
Uh-oh.
psychiatrists
I mean,
he
he's
got
the
the
that weren't
potato
backed by
lore
medical
master over here,
evidence.
yeah.
so
He's from the land of
And
potatoes.
They also wanted to preserve the integrity
Tyler,
of
dude.
the
I don't know what it's
Tyler.
called. Is it?
psychiatric
I thought it
profession,
was
since
potato hash if it's the
public in
shredded
general,
potatoes where they
psychiatrists
fry them for
speaks
breakfast.
out publicly, expresses an
You
opinion,
got me vexed. I'm
psychiatric
so
opinion.
sorry. Yeah, Americans have like one
People didn't
version
like
though,
to
I
take
think,
that
of
seriously,
of
and
hash.
the APA wanted to make sure
Wait,
those opinions
maybe
were
this is the
credible
difference.
to the
Hash browns and hash potatoes. Fuck.
Have there been any updates to the
I remember
Cold
we
War
streamed discussing this at one
Yes,
point though,
since,
and I got all
1973,
fucking confused,
which
and now
is
I'm
when the
constantly
Cold Water
confused,
was
and I don't
first
ever
Hash
know what
browns
to
are the
order.
shredded
there have
potatoes.
been a number of
I don't believe it.
revisions and,
Yeah, what they have like
publications
they
by
get
the
nice
APA,
char, nice
Hash
burn.
browns.
in psychiatry, in which the Gold Water rule has been
Hash brown
better
potatoes.
defined and
Or hash
expanded
browns.
to some degree.
Crispy hash browns,
So
I
for
think are
example, in
superior. I love that shit.
2017,
You can
in
put that with
this,
like scrambled eggs, but mainly you want a nice
publication,
runny yolk.
they-
You want to mix
the
and
APA
match.
reasserted
Hash
that,
brown
you ever had them on a
potatoes.
burger?
Not ethical to
I do
provide a
believe so. I've had like a
psychiatric or
fried
professional
egg burger,
opinion
and I feel like it was on
about
that.
someone
I could be
who had
wrong,
been evaluated personally
but I
by
would put I put it
psychiatrists,
anywhere. Put that shit on
that
anything.
it was unethical to provide an evaluation without obtaining consent from that
Crispy hash
individual.
browns. So maybe this is the difference.
They
Hash
also,
browns is
so
the shredded potatoes
really
fried.
kind of define
But
what a
hash
what a
brown
professional
potatoes
opinion
are the
is.
cubes.
And that
Hash
def-
browns
and
in
how
a
they
breakfast
defined it is
roll.
that an
That sounds like a
opinion
good
that
slap, to be
a
honest.
psychiatrist expresses about
But
someone's
okay, so then what's the
speech,
hash brown
behavior, or any
that you get at
characteristic
McDonald's
about
or whatever?
that
Like
person.
the like
If it's
Hash browns is
that
a
Stick.
breakfast
opinion
roll?
made
no
using
in
the
a breakfast
expertise,
roll.
Oh,
experience,
in
and
a breakfast.
knowledge
Yes, it is. My
inherent in
bad.
the
Y'all are both
practice of
wrong.
psychiatry, that is considered a professional opinion.
Wait, what's an
So it
Irish
might
hash
include
brown then?
making a
Look, I'm just
diagnosis,
googling what I
making a
saw. Okay,
diagnosis.
this is what I'm
And
seeing. Hash browns. It
the
says
other,
crispy
I
hash
think, a couple
browns,
of
and this is the
important
stuff
things
that I
about
think
that
is delicious. You
2017
can put that on
document were that
anything
the
and anywhere.
APA,
But then it says hash brown
specified
potatoes,
that
and this
if
is
a
what I know as a
psychiatrist was
Canadian
to
comes with your
give an
breakfast
opinion
when you
about someone, about
order
the diagnosis,
typically
or
any breakfast. But
personality
I've never looked
characteristics,
specifically at what they're
whatever,
giving you.
that
But if it
they
is the
have to
difference
follow
between
an appropriate
hash browns
methodology. They
versus
have to
hash brown
do an evaluation
potatoes,
that follows the standard practice of a psychiatrist here in the US. And
it's
if
like a
they
box
don't do
tea?
that,
A
they are
what?
considered to be
There a what?
See that the one that you're pointing at now?
Hash
I
brown
would-
potatoes?
of these, both the
Yeah, I would just call those
psychiatrist and
potatoes, like fried
psychiatric
potatoes.
Profession.
Yeah, so this is
And-
what
and this
usually comes with breakfast in
revision of the
Canada
Gold
when you're
Water,
getting hash browns.
Rule
And
Okay,
this is
so in
what I
America, you get
know
the
in
crispy
America,
one.
you get the crispy, correct,
president of
yes.
the APA
Yeah.
at the time
But I don't know
But-
the
that
difference of
breaking
what to
the
call
Gold Water
them
rule
because
was,
I have had both of them and I've
was
never really paid
responsible,
attention to what the difference is on the menu.
I think
stigmatizing
with the
Like,
hash brown
how do
ones,
I
you,
call
you
them?
normally get with
So that was a
what are they
statement,
called?
very strong
Fried
statement
box
from the
tea? What the
president of
fuck is
APA.
box tea? Box tea?
What other medical organizations have
Bro,
made
no,
announcements?
what is this?
Yeah, the number of
These look like
organizations have their own sort of version
pancakes.
of the Gold Water
Irish
rule.
Oh,
potato
yeah.
pancake. Yeah,
The
what is
American
this?
Medical
Oh,
Association
those look
that
delicious
One
too,
is
though.
potato
represents
cubes
physicians
and
in
the other
US,
is shredded. That's what you
um,
call them?
has an annual meeting.
Like if you were going for breakfast, you'd be like, yeah, I want
and
2
it's-
eggs
they
and some
have
shredded
what's called a
potatoes?
Council of Ethical
Or
and
like 2
Judicial
eggs and
Affairs,
some potato
and they had a
cubes?
meeting in
No way.
2017 in
Give me 3 eggs,
Honolulu,
bacon, and some hash
and they
browns,
came
dog.
up
That's,
with their own
yeah.
statement
No,
about,
what the hell? That's so
the issue
weird.
of whether physicians
With 3
This is
eggs?
why I don't.
provide opinions without directly
No, no.
within
What while she's
somebody.
saying is that's
And
what
their
how
opinion
you'd
was
order
that
them. We
physicians
don't
should
do them here.
refrain from
You don't do
giving
hash
a
browns there?
psychiatric diagnosis,
I think that's an American thing.
about any
Oh
public
my
figure,
God. Well,
including
true, because
celebrities
America
and
literally
people in
likes to
media.
fry everything and anything.
Are there exceptions to the Goldwater rule?
I think we do it
There are
as
exceptions,
to
yeah, and I
deceive
think
people as to
Justice
think they're
Beagle,
getting more food when they're not.
had a lot to say about this
Really?
yesterday when he was saying
I mean,
that
with
if
a
you
batter,
couldn't
sure, I get that.
express an opinion without evaluating
But you guys like
someone,
deep
that
fry
sort of made the whole
everything.
specialty of
Except for
the
apples.
legal experts in
When have you
court
ever
sort of
heard
null and
anybody
void.
deep fry an
But
apple?
there are exceptions and
I think
situations
it's
in which
probably somewhere in
an
Europe.
expert can give testimony
Someone's
in
done it.
court.
It'd be
So
closer
No,
to
like
the
we don't.
McDonald's
You
hash
don't
brown
deep
here.
fry hash
But
browns
If there
though,
was
like
a
shredded hash
medical
browns.
malpractice
You don't
case
deep fry them.
or
You just
if
fry
there
yeah,
was
them.
a
you just
case
fry
about-
them.
that involved a
Yeah.
patient who'd committed suicide and the courts wanted to
I like
find
cube
out
potatoes
whether
though. If I'm making
the
fried potatoes,
psychiatrist
they're
had
mostly
followed
cubed.
appropriate
Oh.
Almost every
practice.
time.
The expert
I mean, my
It's just
mom makes
easier to
them.
cut them that way.
medical
Yeah.
records,
At home, sure.
and,
Yeah, I don't ever
give an
make
opinion
shredded
based on those
potatoes.
records, provided those records
Although
No, fuck that.
I do
I've
feel
done it
like
once,
they're the
they can't
have
best.
sufficient
And that's the
information, for
difference. So
example,
like
about
people always ask like,
diagnosis,
"Oh, what's your
about the
favorite
treatment
thing to order for
the
breakfast or
patient was
whatever?" Like
responding
when you
or
go
not
out, and
responding
it's
to
like the
treatment,
difference
etc.
of like I love
Did you
breakfast
form an
anyways.
opinion
At
about
home,
whether
out,
Dr.
don't matter.
Spiegel complied with the
True,
Goldwater
true, true.
rule?
But if I'm making something at home, it's probably going to
Well,
be
my
like
opinion is that he did
runny
not. He
eggs, like fried
expressed
eggs.
a number of professional
Hold on,
opinions
wait. Let me try
about
this again.
Mr. Depp
If I have an egg poacher, I'll make
that we
poached
heard
eggs.
about
That's like,
yesterday.
you know, pristine. But usually I
And
don't. So it's
again, he did
either
so
runny
without
eggs
an
or scrambled
evaluation,
eggs.
without consent.
But if I go out,
Um,
the like best thing to order
he did
anytime
not follow
is eggs
the
Benny,
guidelines of the
okay?
APA in the
And it's the same with the
2017
potatoes. It's
revision,
like at
where
home, I'm gonna
Oh,
make
there's
cubed
literally-
potatoes.
important
But if I
that,
go out,
restaurant-
I'm gonna fucking get those
there be
shredded
sufficient
potatoes.
information obtained
Even
by
though it's
the
not that hard to fucking make.
expert to give an opinion.
There's literally a restaurant right next to my house called
So I
Hollandaise.
definitely felt that
And they
Nice.
specialize
his
in
conduct
Hollandaise
as
sauce?
a
egg,
did violate
yeah,
the Goldwater
egg
rule.
Benedict.
Delicious.
And
Okay.
specifically, what opinions of that
It's
You
Dr.
mean a
literally
pot of
delicious.
water?
do
I
you
actually
feel
have
violated
not
the Goldwater
learned
rule?
how to do that.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
I
that
mean,
we
I
were sort of
understand the
two
concept
primary
is to
ones.
boil the water,
The first thing
you
we heard
swirl
about
it
was
around,
that
and you like drop the
Dr.
egg
Spiegel
in. But I'm gonna be
had
honest, I
professional
just don't trust
opinions
myself.
about Mr. Depp's
It sounds
personality.
easy, and I don't trust myself
And he talked
with
a lot
easy things.
about how he believed that Mr. Depp
'Cause it's easy
had
to fuck up as
narcissistic
well.
personality
Correct. Yeah,
traits.
that's why I have a rice cooker, and I just,
So,
you know, put it all in, and I'm like, you do your thing, because I ain't gonna fuck with that.
Narcissistic personality disorder.
I mean, why wouldn't you have a rice
So,
cooker though?
Narcissistic personality disorder.
So much
is a
easier.
diagnosis in,
I mean, it is
the
helpful.
Diagnostic and
I got away
Statistical
with not
Manual.
using it
It's
though.
called
Like you just
DSM-5
literally
for short.
boil a
It's
pot of water. It's literally the same
Diagnostic
thing.
Manual published by the
Except the
APA.
difference is
Objection, Your Honor.
the rice cooker turns itself off. And that's my issue. That's what makes a simple thing not simple for me, is because I don't know when to turn that shit off, when it should stop cooking. The same with pasta.
ADHD. Not
Yeah,
like this,
I
dude.
think so, yeah. That's
happens,
just
though.
the. I kind of want to try this hollandaise place though. What the heck?
Yeah, it's like it was like all over TikTok, and I was like, oh, I know that
Yeah.
place is. It's right by the store.
I love eggs Benedict. I have made
I think
hollandaise
you're the first
salsa.
person I've ever seen order that.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a thing here.
Oh
At
my
least
god, it's so good.
not in my friend groups.
Yeah, it's true. I am a white chick. Fairly through and through.
True.
Except I still don't understand, like, so I tend to always want to try something new on a menu.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like breakfast, I'd say. Breakfast, I'm just like,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
breakfast is
If they
life.
got eggs Benny on there, I gotta have it. If they don't, then I'll try something new.
Right.
But I typically, like, when people are like, yo, you want to go out for dinner? Or, like, what are you feeling like? You want to get takeout? It's like, yeah, sure. What do you feel like? I feel like everybody goes for, like, the basic, like, yeah, burgers, you know, wings, pizza, cool. And I hate the question because I never really
Go ahead, Dr. Shaw, please continue.
crave those
Sure.
things.
So I was
I
just
always think
talking
of, like,
about
takeout or
narcissistic
something as, like, a
personality
new
disorder in the
experience.
DSM-5.
Something to, like, try
So
a
the
different
diagnostic criteria for that
ethnicity or
are,
something.
I'm not going to live every word about this, but
I could get that.
essentially
I think
it's
for
the
me, when I go out, it's not really for
pattern
the
of
food.
grandiosity,
Which is more about the company, and you
a
get
need
something
for
that you could just eat
admiration,
while you're
Oh, interesting.
casually having a conversation.
a
Like if
lack
I want to
of
try
empathy
something new, like
that's
I make it a point to
demonstrated
go
by
try
that
something
person
new.
since
Right.
young adulthood.
That and
Like,
that's
if-
yeah.
The DSM-5 has
So like when I
9
went to Korean barbecue
specific
for the first time,
criteria, and
Yeah.
like I made it a
Yeah.
point to like
witnesses.
I'm going to
who
try
has
everything
met 5
here.
of those
Right,
criteria.
right.
because I've never had it.
And so
And I didn't
yeah.
like most of it because I don't
Oh.
like
as
the
a
spices. There was a
psychiatrist,
few
if I
things that
make
were
a
like
diagnosis of
the short
any
ribs or whatever they
personality
had. Oh
disorder
my
or any
god,
diagnosis
The
that
in
shit.
bulgogi?
general,
I don't know what it was
the
called. It
Oh,
was
normal
amazing.
I wanted to make you
professional
some.
guidelines
But
would
now I'm
be
That was
worried that
good.
maybe
you
it's
would
not the
do
right flavor.
a very careful diagnostic interview.
We could
And
just
there are
I think
actually
you'll like it.
interviews specifically
Yeah.
written to
I mean, it
assess
won't have. It doesn't have to
personality
be the main thing.
disorders.
You can try it.
It's also possible to have the individual fill out questionnaires. There's something called the Narcissistic Personality Inventory. This is a 40-item checklist that
The problem with around here,
taps
there's not
into
like many
various
foods that
components of narcissistic personality disorder.
are like
Ethnically
ethnic
diverse.
foods
It's also
that are
possible
really
to
good.
get
Yeah.
It's really
psychiatric
like
like the MMPI
split.
that I think you
You're right.
heard about in reference to one of the other experts here.
Even like Mexican food. The
So
Mexican
with
food
all
my
of this
cousin likes
information,
is different than the Mexican food I like. So we
including
don't agree on the best
information
spot
Oh,
because he likes one that's
interesting.
so different.
family members, work colleagues, information of that sort, it is possible to come up with a diagnosis of narcissistic personality disorder. So in the case of Dr. Spiegel,
Yeah.
he
Talk about it.
had none of this information,
Correct.
even though he came out and stated with what he described as a degree of medical certainty.
What the hell's it
Oh
doing?
my God. Let him
Mr.
know.
Depp had narcissistic personality traits.
Hell yeah, Cletus Cornwall and let him know.
And if you remember
I think he got it
somewhat
mixed up with
towards
Amber
the end of
Heard's
his,
information
testimony
and his own.
yesterday,
Because the both of
he was
them
asked
be
to,
the same, to
since
be
he
honest.
couldn't provide any documentation from
True.
medical record about narcissistic personality disorder or narcissistic
Traits.
personality traits.
Yep.
He
True.
was asked about
Traits.
what
A weird word.
is referred to a lot in his testimony as record evidence. So information that he
I thought it
obtained
was
from
wild he went off the
depositions,
record about like talking
from
about how he's watched
text
his
messages,
movies or
from
whatever. I'm like, why?
emails,
What?
whatever. And
He was like, yeah, I love that one.
so he was asked to give, I think, 5
He is
examples of
crazy.
record evidence that would make it seem like Mr. Depp met criteria for narcissistic personality traits. And I'll just mention a couple of them, just to illustrate my opinion, is that testimony did not really hold together. So he stated, for example, that one of the criteria for narcissism is narcissistic personality disorder is a sense of entitlement. And the example Dr. Spiegel gave
Yeah, tell me
is
the
that
example.
he believed that Miss Heard married him for his money.
Yeah, I
So,
don't think he's ever even
clearly,
talked about
sense
that.
of entitlement is
His
from a
money don't jiggle
psychiatry
jiggle.
perspective, that's very different from a belief that someone
It
wanted you
folds.
Right.
your money.
Wiggle wiggle. For sure.
A second example that was given was that he was asked to give an example of how Mr. Depp had shown that he was envious of others, which is another criterion for narcissistic
Right, which
personality
literally was
disorder.
these both were
And the
things
example
that
Dr.
Amber.
Spiegel gave is
It was
that
evidence of Amber did.
Mr.
Like,
Depp was jealous of Miss
Legendary
Heard
Amber Turd.
because he believed
The
she was having an
legendary
affair with Mr.
Amber
Frankel.
Turd.
Now, if we look at these two terms as a psychiatrist, there's a big difference between being envious and being jealous.
right,
As
yeah.
a psychiatrist, when I think about envy, I think about somebody wants something that someone else has, and it makes them feel
Objection, Your
bad.
Honor. I think this is going beyond his.
All right.
Is it? I don't know.
He's giving his opinion as to how Dr. Spiegel violated the Goldwater rule with respect to his testimony about narcissistic
Yeah,
personality traits.
exactly.
He did, but now sustain the objection. Next question.
Uh-oh. Damn.
Okay, and you mentioned two major examples.
I just see one
what
like she's
was the
Team
second
Heard
one?
over there. Not gonna lie.
The second one.
You thought that was Amber?
confusing being envious with being jealous.
There's Whitney.
Sorry, Dr. Shaw. I
No,
mean,
the judge
you mentioned
is
two
Team
major
Amber
examples
over
of
there.
ways
Sounds
that
like.
Dr.
Mm.
Spiegel violated the Goldwater rule. What is the second?
Yeah, I was kind of. I'm kind of
So the
surprised
other
because
big category had to do with Dr. Spiegel's
I didn't catch the question that
evaluation of
he
Mr.
was asked, though,
Depp's
so.
cognitive abilities.
Oh, yeah.
And
Good one.
his general opinion
How he was
that Mr.
50
Depp
and he
had,
himself is 50, and then
deficits
specified
in
for
his
sure whether he
memory,
was 59
in
or
his
57 or whatever it
attention,
was.
in his processing speed.
Like, okay, ego,
in
calm
his-
down.
that he had word-finding difficulties.
Which
Again,
he did
Dr.
too the
Spiegel
other
did
day.
not
Like, the
evaluate
fuck?
Mr. Depp, and the information that he relied upon, there were two pieces of information. The first was that he watched a very long deposition that Mr. Depp gave
Okay.
the day after I think he had flown back from
London, baby.
to the East Coast.
Oh, right.
And he made observations about Mr. Depp's behavior in that deposition.
Which is
and
probably not
felt that he
fair
could
to
opine
do.
or give an
That
opinion
Johnny
about
deposition.
processing speed and other cognitive aspects. He also made reference to something you heard about yesterday, this thing called the mini mental status examination. This is a brief screen for memory and
I remember that,
cognitive
yep.
functioning that is often done. And
I don't. I guess I'm a
he
50-year-old
testified
person.
that Dr. Blaustein had administered the mini mental status examination.
And that was
although,
proven to be wrong? Uh-oh.
you know, from the records, all we know is that
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain the objection.
Dr. Shaw, without going into Dr. Blaustein's record, what information does a mini mental exam provide?
Objection, Your Honor. It's beyond the scope of his estimation.
Overruled as
Wait, what?
limited question.
yeah, so
I
the
like that.
mental status is it's a series of about 10 or 11 questions and tasks that someone completes, and you get a score out of 30. What Dr. Spiegel testified was that Mr. Depp could not recall 3 words after 5 minutes. And he used that as an example of Mr. Depp having cognitive deficits that he specifically attributed to Mr. Depp's alcohol and substance abuse.
Right. True. And,
And,
he didn't have any way to say whether it was drugs and alcohol.
He
Interesting.
really did not have sufficient information. I liken a mini mental status exam as it's like taking someone's temperature.
Okay.
If it's elevated,
Objection, Your Honor. I think it's going beyond.
No,
What?
I'll sustain the objection.
Wait, what? Yo.
Now it's probably a good time for a break.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know you had a break, but we
All
don't.
right.
So we're going to go ahead and take our afternoon break for 15 minutes.
Oh, so
Do
they
not
did
discuss
excuse the
case
jury
until
when they
the
were
message, okay? You can stay right there, Doctor.
listening to
Talking
see.
to that one guy.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, let's get it. Take the gloves off. Wait, what?
All right, you're excused for the 15 minutes too, sir, Doctor. Okay, we'll come back at 4:17 then, finish the day? Okay.
Finish the day. Okay, so it does look like we have 2 people potentially left. And there's about an hour and a half left. It'll be like an hour or 15 minutes when they get back from break. It looks like we have Dr. Kimberly Collins, who's a forensic pathologist. I don't believe she's testified yet. People were saying that she could potentially testify on the turd that Amber left. I'm not sure if that's true or not. We'll find out.
On the whole, got it.
Yeah, because in Amber's testimony, she said that Johnny like threatened or something. Maybe she didn't use the word threatened, but it was that he had gotten tests done to prove it, like scientific tests done to prove the poop was hers, or the poop was at least human, I think. So I don't know. Maybe that was true. Maybe he did have it tested, and this woman will. I don't know. And then there's Candy Davidson Goldbraun, which is a deposition. So Collins will be live, so I feel like they'd probably get to her today. Pathologist. And then the deposition says is a representative for the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, the CHLA, which is obviously to dispute whether or not she has donated money to the Children's Foundation, Children's Hospital.
Well, that she said she was going to?
Yeah, I mean, she said she had donated it between the two. As she donated it, doesn't look like it. And herself, she said that she uses the 2 words pledge and donate interchangeably. I don't think that's how the people see it. And according to what I understand, she hasn't even signed for an agreement to pledge things. She also said, though, in her testimony that when so she was supposed to divide the 7 million from her divorce, so 3.5 to each, and to the ACLU, they were, from what I understood them saying, their representative, is that she never agreed to pledging it, but she also hadn't donated it. So they assumed she had been making, small amount donations. And in it, they said that Johnny had donated $100 in Amber's name to the charity, as well as coming from Elon somewhere like 500,000, and I believe another 250,000 at some point. So in total, it was like under the 3.5 for sure. But these donations, apparently, according to the ACLU testimony, did go towards her 3.5. When she was on the stand, she said that they did not go towards it, which is even worse because now it looks like she hasn't donated anything to this day. And from my understanding, she's had at least a gap. She had said on the stand that she hasn't been able to pay it because Johnny has taken her to court and she can't afford to. So kind of wrong because he didn't take her to court. There was still like a year's worth of time between, apparently. Now I would have to double check it, But that's how the story thus far is looking like.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not looking good for her.
She's getting people to pay stuff for her and swag her out. She's real.
Yeah, and I think that's also why she jumped ship to Elon. So she was like, "Oh, this multi-millionaire man can't provide enough for me in my millionaire budget, so let me just jump ship to billionaire over here." Right, like if your ship's going down, you gotta find a bigger boat to get on.
Always. There's always a bigger fish.
Exactly.
Let's see. I don't know what I'm doing right now.
Oh yeah, they're also supposed to have Jennifer Howell. Sorry, there's potentially 3 still left today. And if they do the Jennifer Howell, that'll be really interesting. That's Whitney's ex-boss, former friend. That is to go against the pushing down the stairs situation. Oh, I was gonna say, one of the interesting things, I'd like to go back and see when, because I'm all confused. When she was testifying, when Amber Heard was testifying about all these injuries and shit happening and being dragged across floors, like, it was very confusing because they all seemed to say they were all like the same situation, but like a different time. So I was getting confused between whether this was the same recollection she was trying to tell or if it was a new one. So like, were we going back in time retelling it, or were we on a new story that's like a new date? So I was like all over the place because like they basically all involve her being held against the wall, and then the other variation that she has that comes up a few times is that she's being dragged across a floor by her hair. So I feel like there's 2 stories with the hair thing. And today in the morning, when they were going over things with the hand doctor, they were trying to find out whether or not Johnny could grab things with a second hand. Obviously, they had, I feel like, made it pretty clear that he could not grab anything with whatever hand was injured. So I don't know if that's his dominant hand or not. I think it is. So like, then they tried on the cross to be like, oh, how, like, Johnny has a second hand, right? And it's like, well, yes. And it's like, how, if anything, is it possible for him to do this? And it was a photo, like multiple photos at first, but then they just like used one photo of Amber Heard's closet being like destroyed and everything like toppled over and the rack thrown down the stairs. And I'm just going, I don't know if you'd be doing that with one hand though. Like, have you ever tried to throw a rack of clothing with one hand? Like, again, I need a demonstration. I want to see these jelly dummies. Okay, this time of Johnny Depp, I need to see someone with a full rack of clothes trying to throw it down the stairs in he's like what, 5'8" or something? He's not that big. No offense. But like I need to see him. Was he also under the influence of alcohol and drugs? I don't know. Does that help? Maybe. Might not be Aquaman, but he might be Superman in that moment. I don't know. But in reality, could he really throw this pretty large clothing rack down the stairs with one hand? I personally don't. I personally don't believe he did it. I think she did it. I think she trashed the place. I don't know if there's witness of it, but it just, I don't know. Based on them saying like they have witness of him trashing the place with glass being broken everywhere and him coming in and throwing shit around and stuff, like their evidence hasn't proven that to me at all. And that sounds like it'd be more destructive. But then they have somehow this evidence of like racks of clothing tossed down like this massive staircase and a whole entire like wardrobe destroyed. Like, I don't know. Sounds like something Amber Heard would have done in a fit of rage, to be honest.
Yeah, and a coke raged bender.
Exactly. In between pooping on beds. I'm gonna grab a coffee. I'll be right back.
Coffee.
Alright, what'd I miss?
Nothing.
Alright. Got a snack. Carrots and
Some Kurtz.
curds. Some tzatziki sauce. Tzatziki. I don't know how you pronounce it.
I don't know what the hell you just said, but I'm gonna take it as disrespect.
It's Greek dip, aka Turkish dip apparently, or Turkish soup. I don't know.
Turkish delight.
Turkish delight for sure. Yeah, yogurt sauce.
We're
Yogurt.
back.
Back with it. Just time.
Literally, quite literally. Waiting for the Yuri to come back in.
All rise.
Oh, Minx is doing a merch drop?
Oh, okay. Is it fire? Wait, isn't she with OTK?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I think technically she's like a content creator for someone else.
Oh.
Dr. Shaw, is the Goldwater rule limited to diagnoses?
It's not. It's includes all professional opinions.
Do you agree with Dr. Spiegel that the Goldwater rule doesn't apply to expert witnesses?
I don't agree, no.
How could Dr. Spiegel express an opinion without violating the Goldwater rule?
This has actually been a topic that's been written and published about. So it is possible for someone to give testimony about a matter without interviewing someone. And there's certain sort of ways that it should be framed. So for example, when Dr. Spiegel was testifying about the report that Mr. Depp was unable to recall these 3 objects, what he could have done is said that I have not personally examined Mr. Depp, so I can't speculate about his cognitive state or ability to function cognitively. However, it is possible that someone who's not able to recall 3 objects could have issues related to substance use, which was what his opinion was. However, what he should have done in expressing his opinion is then have followed up to say that in order to really establish whether these were relevant and significant cognitive deficits, Mr. Depp should have had psychological testing to establish the nature of these deficits. And he should also have added that there are other potential explanations for these findings. So, for example, it's possible that Mr. Depp...
Objection, Your Honor. He's now going past the designation.
I think he's just opining as to, or is responding to Dr. Spiegel's testimony yesterday.
No, he's opining as to what Dr. Spiegel could have said, but he's past the, whether he, about the
All
gold
right,
water.
if we can move on.
Okay. Who's
We can
qualified
move
to
on.
give an opinion about cognitive deficits and processing speed?
It would have to be someone who could conduct the type of neuropsychological testing that I was mentioning. You can't establish the presence of cognitive deficits without
Objection,
a
Your
battery
Honor.
of tests.
Objection, again, this is beyond the gold water.
Overruled.
Overruled, bitch.
You can't establish cognitive deficits without appropriate neuropsychological testing. And that can only be done by a psychologist or neuropsychologist. So a psychiatrist like Dr. Spiegel would be giving an opinion outside of his area of expertise.
Oh, okay.
if he gave an
They get
opinion
down to the
about,
nitty-gritty.
cognitive
The
deficits.
difference of a psychiatrist.
Required
Okay.
psychological testing to be further
We're talking that shit right now.
Dr. Spiegel yesterday testified about the practice of forensic psychiatry. Do you recall that testimony?
Yes, I do.
What is forensic psychiatry?
Forensic psychiatry is a specialty of psychiatry that relates to matters on the intersection between psychiatry and the law. So, for example, what we're doing today is forensic psychiatry, where a psychiatrist comes into court and gives an opinion about a matter to help the court come to an opinion.
Yeah, I
Are
don't
there
think they're allowed to
professional
like speak
standards that govern
directly
the practice
about
of
the
forensic
person though.
psychiatry?
Yes,
I don't
sir.
think so either, but YOLO, dude.
And what organizations
I mean, he
do
really
those
gave
standards?
no fucks. He was like, well, yeah,
One of the
unethically,
primary
ethically,
organizations
don't give a fuck.
that
This
has
is a
issued
guideline, not a
guidelines
rule.
about
Like,
the
okay, dude.
practice of forensic psychiatry is called the American Academy of Psychiatry and the Law. This is an organization that represents
baby?
forensic psychiatrists. And it has published guidelines about what constitutes an ethical and sound practice of doing a forensic assessment and providing a psychiatric opinion. So this guideline, I think was published in 2015, actually contains many elements that are consistent with the Goldwater Rule. So, for example, it states that for a forensic assessment to be done, there has to be informed consent, and there should be a very thorough, comprehensive evaluation that would include reviewing past records, past psychiatric history. It would include doing what's called a mental status examination, which is a careful evaluation of someone's mood, cognition, things of that nature. And the guidelines do state that it is reasonable or permitted to provide an opinion without an evaluation. But if you're going to do that, there's some things that you have to really make clear in your opinion when you express that opinion. And the first is that you have to acknowledge the limitations of your opinion and not, like Dr. Spiegel, say that his opinion was held with a degree of medical certainty. You have to explain what's missing, what data you did not have that you were not able to rely upon in coming to that opinion. You also have to talk about what additional information you would need to come to that opinion. And even though these guidelines say it's permissible to do this, the text is still, I think, not fully in support of psychiatrists doing this. So their statements are that opinions rendered without a proper database, which is what we as psychiatrists rely upon to make diagnoses and give opinions, professional opinions, is questionable and not generally recommended.
Did you form an opinion about Dr. Spiegel's testimony with respect to these practice guidelines?
Yes, I did.
And what is your opinion?
Well, my opinion is that he did not follow those guidelines. So, for example, he did not have consent.
Dang.
He did not do even
That he didn't do it with
a
consent.
basic evaluation of Mr. Depp.
Have you violated him? Feels bad,
He
dude.
gave his
Right there on the
opinions
stand.
that I just mentioned. He said they were opinions that
We've
he
all
had
been there,
to a
you know?
degree of medical certainty.
I mean, what?
And he did not
Wait, what?
make any statements about what other additional information he would have wanted to make that opinion. So, for example, when asked about should neuropsychological testing be performed, he said most patients don't have access to that, which is actually not at all true. I mean, every medical school has neuropsychologists. That
Okay,
can do
look.
testing.
Originally,
So
when he first came
was,
on the stand, Mr. Spiegel, Dr.
an
Spiegel from
unfortunate
yesterday,
statement.
someone had mentioned
So I think
that
those
he
are
had
the
like
primary
1-star
reasons
reviews,
the Goldwater
and
Rule
one of
was
those 1-star
violated, and
reviews
the
had
practice
written 3 years
guidelines
ago
are
that
not
he
adhered to.
killed their stepfather. And didn't do any
Oh.
follow-up. And now, obviously, this could possibly be true, possibly not true. Who knows? You know, documents might have been, you know, screenshots might have been edited. I don't know. I don't know the actual source. I don't know if it's Google reviews or whatever. But I certainly, you know, was thinking sounds like it could be edited. And after seeing him, I go, okay, never mind. I think that might be true. Because he, you know, they said that he basically pushed medication, and when he was supposed to do follow-up, he did not do the follow-up, and that their stepfather was suicidal, and therefore they tried calling when their father was locked in a bathroom, I think it was, saying that he was suicidal at that time, and they tried calling and he would not get back to them. So I don't know if that's when he took his life or if he took his own life. I don't know what happened with that, but
That's actually kind of nuts.
it is. And of course, I think, you know, mental health, it could, you know, it varies, right? You might,
Yeah, there could literally been any reason for him to do what he did.
right. But I mean, if you're pushing medication and it turns them crazy and you're not replying and you're not following up on them, then I'm just like, that's kind of neglectful.
Go ahead, Dr. Shaw.
True.
And now I'm just kind of like, maybe he was in the back alley pushing Pete, you know?
Correlation is a statistical
And forgot to call him back because he's lost in his own world. That sounds quite realistic after what I saw yesterday.
He talked about
Yeah, dude did a little bump, forgot what he was doing.
Yeah, like I could totally see that happening.
about Mr. Depp, his narcissistic personality traits.
But I can't, you know, I don't know shit, and I'm an expert on nothing, so.
So a correlation doesn't say anything about whether or not these factors caused that, you know, the behavior he was discussing. Perhaps one of the easiest ways I could describe this difference between correlation and causation is if we look at the issue of measles, if you bear with me. So
yes,
there's
let's
a
bear with you.
correlation between being
Bear with me,
young
dog.
and catching measles. Now we know that measles is not caused by being young. Measles is caused by a virus. But young
I got a
children
virus.
have not been exposed to the virus.
The
they don't have
coronavirus,
immunity,
bro.
No.
So the difference statistically is, well, the difference is between causation and correlation is illustrated.
Camille can spit in my mouth again.
Okay, dude, chill.
If we had 100 people in a room, just bringing it back to the issue of IPV that Dr.
I mean, she could spit on me. I don't know about spitting,
we had 70
you know,
people
within me.
spit
I
in your
don't.
mouth is hot.
risk factors for IPV. And 30
This is
people
not
who
what
had
I'm
no
trying to
risk
do.
factors for IPV. So what can we say about those 70 people? We can't say that any single one of those people has perpetrated IPV, even though they may have all the risk
Trading the
factors.
funk? Damn,
And
dude.
if we look at the 30 people who have no risk factors, we also can't say whether or not they have perpetrated IPV. So
True.
the actual presence of risk factors for IPV that Dr. Spiegel was talking about, they say absolutely nothing about what happened in this case.
Thank you, Dr. Shaw. Nothing further.
All right, cross-examination.
Someone in the courtroom got COVID. God damn.
Sounds like it.
You hear that?
Oh
The
yeah.
driest cough ever.
Good afternoon,
Wait.
Dr. Shaw.
Good afternoon.
Uh-oh.
You're not offering any opinion as to Mr. Depp's psychology.
Correct.
Correct.
That's correct.
Correct.
Because that would be inappropriate.
You testified a lot about the Goldwater Rule.
I just took off a giant note there that I'd probably like.
No
list.
case where an expert has been excluded from testifying based on the Goldwater Rule, correct?
I don't know about the whole universe of cases. It's possible, but I don't know personally about one.
Oh God,
And
here they go again.
And you, before this
Outside
case,
the
you've
scope.
never offered an opinion on the Goldwater Rule before, correct?
That's correct.
Uh-oh.
And
They're
you've
gonna
never
say
written
he
an article on the Goldwater
can't
Rule,
speak
correct?
on it.
I have not.
So he's not an
And
expert
you've never given
witness.
a presentation.
But bro, your expert witness was off the rails. So like, what even is an expert witness? He even testified the expert witnesses aren't experts. So like, get out of here with this shit.
And you agree that you've testified that there are exceptions to the Goldwater Rule about having to interview the subject, right?
Yes.
And you understand that Dr. Spiegel requested to meet with Mr. Depp twice, but Mr. Depp declined, correct?
I'm aware of that.
And Dr. Spiegel stated in his designation and at trial yesterday that he did not meet with Mr. Depp. Right?
Designation?
Yes.
Wait, what? You mean deposition? I don't. Is that the right term?
Can we
I didn't catch it.
He said at his designation. Oh, maybe in reference to like where he works at, maybe? I didn't quite understand. I wasn't paying attention, I'll be honest.
Have you seen the opinions?
I just heard the word designation. I was like, wait, what?
Principles of medical ethics.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm waiting for SFAN to go live, so yeah.
79 of
Hell
the
yeah.
PDF. It's-
Busy looking at Maya looking like a freaking fairy in her bedroom.
You see where it's highlighted here?
And I mean that in the most, you know,
Yes.
Wait, what?
And
innocence
it
of
says
ways.
psychiatrists have
There's like a
also
corset
argued
on
the
that looks
Goldwater
like
Rule
something
is not
a
sound
pixie would
because
wear.
Psychiatrists are sometimes asked to render
Objection.
No, he's
Should I
going
say?
shopping.
as an expert
Oh,
With-
Aspen?
without conducting
Breezy,
an
yeah.
examination of an individual.
Oh, I realized who it
Examples
was.
occur in
She reminds
particular
me of.
in certain
That keeps
forensic cases
conflicting
and
with the
consulting
Megan Fox
roles.
thing. She
This
reminds me of the
objection
Bota
attempts to
sister,
subsume the rule with its
Andrea.
Oh,
exceptions.
yeah, that's what everyone says.
And then I realized,
Is that the
I mean,
rendering
I
of
forgot to mention it to you, and then
and/or an
I was
opinion
falling
in these
asleep watching her
contexts
last night
is
while she was like
permissible
streaming from
because there is a
SFAN's
court
room
authorization
while he
for
had
the
his meeting, I guess.
examination, or an
Oh, she
opinion
was live?
without
I didn't see that.
examination.
Yeah,
And this
it
court
literally,
is conducted
I
within an evaluative
was
framework,
watching them do ban
including
appeals, and then
parameters
I
for
like was
how
making dinner or
and
whatever.
where the information
And I came back,
may
SFAN
be
wasn't live, so I
used
took it that he went to his
or
like
disseminated.
OTK meeting or whatever
See
he had to
that?
do.
Right.
I do, yes.
And then I
And-
saw that she was live because I had
This
followed
court
her,
authorized Dr.
but it looked
Spiegel
like
to
it was
testify in this
literally
case,
the
correct?
same view as SFAN, so I was like, wait, what's happening?
Yes.
And then she actually talked about it. They're gonna come back and be like, we don't have anything to re-recharge with. Have a nice day. Hold on.
Dr. Shaw, Mr. Nadelhoff just asked you about the court authorization of Mr. Depp's evaluation. Are you aware that the court has twice denied Ms. Heard's request for an evaluation of Mr.
Yeah, the
Depp?
court has, not Depp.
I heard that yesterday in testimony, yes.
Okay, thank you, nothing further.
Get him.
Why does that chick look like she looks so young?
She does. She low-key looks like my brother's wife, too. It's kind of weird.
She looks like she's like 12, and she needs some sun.
I mean, let's go! It's Dr. Howell! Or Miss Howell. It sounded like they said Dr. Howell, but I don't think it's a doctor. She's not a doctor. So did they... Oh!
Wait, you were finishing talking about
Oh, yeah.
my girl Breezy? Love of my
yeah,
life?
sorry.
My new love of my life.
Yeah, so she actually, I forget how it came up. Somebody was talking about who she looks like or some shit. And then they started talking about how, well, she mentioned how she often gets referred to as Megan Fox or Andrea Botes. And I was like, no, I feel so bad, because she then started talking about how she's like, I don't agree with it. Like, I don't see it. And, like, I don't like people talking about who I look like because, like, I'm myself. And I think it's just because she was talking about how she had, like, brown hair and dark features, like dark eyebrows, sorry. And light-ish eyes, like greenish eyes. But I didn't think it's, like, I mean, I can't really tell her eyes from here, like, on the stream. I thought it was more, like, her face shape.
Her parent, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, something to do with her mouth.
Jennifer Howell, Los Angeles, California. And what is your occupation? I run the Art of Elysium, CEO of the Art of Elysium.
Let me just go back. Now, you've indicated that Whitney lived with you from January 2015 May 2015 to April 2016. Are you absolutely certain about those dates?
I'm certain, yes. She came and went at different periods, but all of her stuff moved out of my house April 2016.
And I'm sorry, did you say you were 100% certain of that? Could you answer my question?
Yes, she did go back to Amber and Johnny's at different points that she was still living with me during that time.
The question I asked, because you were talking at the same time Ms. Vasquez was giving an objection, was I believe that you said you were 100% certain of those dates. Is that correct?
Same with me.
Same objection.
All right.
Oh, you previously testified that you
Wait,
were
that's
the CEO
it?
for Art of Elysium. Is that correct?
No, that was a new video.
And are you still
No, but this is Camille.
Camille.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And that was
How
Aline.
long have you been the CEO for Art
So
of
that's all they
Elysium?
were questioning?
I am the founder of the organization, so we did our first workshop.
She don't seem so defensive right now.
1997, filed the legal paperwork in.
Oh, this is
February of
recent.
98 to set up a 501c3.
This is
So I
this
guess
year.
the beginning of the
March.
Yeah, what's his name? The WB guy was from the 15th
At
Oh,
March.
Pineapple Express
of this year, right?
premiere
Mm-hmm.
Pineapple
is where I
Express.
met she and her sister Whitney.
Premiere. That was like
Oh.
2000.
Like
11?
15? Oh, wasn't that far?
I was still in high school.
I believe it was around 2008.
Oh shit, 2008.
Oh my god. Okay.
I'm sure that
I was gonna say
it was the LA premiere. I think there was probably multiple premieres, but
I watched it at a drive-in, but it does relate.
PogChamp, drive-ins are open.
So drive-ins are open.
Mmm.
Interesting.
No, this was long before. I was a guest of James Franco, and Amber was in the movie.
Amber was in Pineapple Express.
Yeah, dude, this is
And
what I'm
so
saying.
I
Like,
met she and her sister at.
I did enjoy that movie, but I cannot recall her in that movie. But at the time, I probably did recognize her as the girl from Never Back Down. But again, it wasn't like a, I know Amber,
Yes, she did.
like that's her name.
Yeah,
It was
I know
just like,
Amber.
oh, it's the typical hot
The
chick
same
in
white
this
chick.
movie.
I believe it was in 2014. I don't have those
I
documents.
gotta pull up a
right in
scene.
front of
Hold
me.
on.
I believe it was leading into the year Amber was receiving the award.
Which just makes me think that her and James Franco have been like fucking ever since, to be honest. Look at Whitney, yo. Whitney ain't looking hot right now. She upset.
MQ
What
Cinderella.
is that? Yeah, I hate to say it, but I know I do love Cutie.
No.
But like if Cutie had a forever bitch face on, and or did drugs, you know.
Oh, 2015.
Not that I can say whether she does or doesn't do those anymore.
Each time you saw Mr. Depp, did you ever see him doing any
My
of
God, the face right now.
Never.
She's clinching.
You're like
Did you
hard,
ever see him
like.
consuming excessive amounts of alcohol?
Oh, she was the girlfriend
Probably.
Did you ever
in Pineapple
see
Express.
Mr. Depp?
Oh my God, I don't know. I don't even remember her
Yeah.
girlfriend in that. To
I'm
be
watching
honest.
the scene
Did ever
now.
show you photographs of
She's
depicting
young.
injuries on her face or body?
No.
Did Miss Heard ever tell you that Mr. Depp was abusive towards her?
No.
Damn. I want to see the text messages,
Mr.
but
Depp
I don't think they're
paying
gonna bring
the
them in.
legal fees, Ms. Howell, for this deposition and the testimony you've provided in the UK action?
He is not.
Oh God.
Who
She's
is?
so young.
Myself.
I know, right?
She got those thin eyebrows. Dang. It's 2000s. I mean, she's cute. She was a good-looking girl. But now we know.
For the nose job, for sure.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot she had that.
None at all.
Which is obviously why she might have some scar
Do you feel
tissue
any
up there.
sense of loyalty towards Miss Heard?
It's not the cocaine.
I mean, it definitely
Ms.
could be the
Howell, do you
cocaine.
recognize this check?
But it definitely doesn't have to be
as
Deb's
the check
fist.
that the Art of Elysium received on behalf of Miss Heard
Uh-oh.
for a donation, an anonymous donation of $250,000.
Yes.
Oh. $250,000.
I'm
Anonymously.
changed to him.
Yo,
Will you
Camilla's
testify
so
previously
cute.
that You
Oh, I
understand
know.
Like, gorgeous.
the anonymous
That's breezy,
donor was
low-key.
Elon Musk.
Nah. Nah.
If I could
A little
please have
bit.
exhibit
So the
4,
Hispanic heritage, or not heritage, looks.
For the record, it's based on JH.
I'll be honest, I was digging Breezy, but then she started ban appealing, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I can trust her judgment.
Because she was too nice.
Not nice. She was just like, I'm gonna unban everybody. I was like, wait, but they're literally being racist and sexist.
Yeah, because she
and
didn't know. She was too nice. She didn't look at the old logs. She was like, oh, they said they're sorry, so they're sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh no. Like, you can't, you know about the internet. You're a girl on the internet. You know how people
That's why
be.
you leave the internet. Yeah, right.
She was literally talking about, or like one of them was talking about who that bitch was or something, and it said Cutie
That's
Cinderella has banned. And she was like, I think I'm gonna unban it. Like, wait. Can you? Oh, I like that accent. Can you scroll down? She got that southern drawl.
Oh, yeah. Amber's getting pissed too. Look.
Yeah. I need the lip readers.
I'll be on
like,
TikTok in 20 minutes.
That is an email, I believe
I sent to. Mm-hmm. Damn right, brother. This shot
Oh,
Cornwood right
I was
here.
just gonna say, is this Carnwood's wife?
It's
Because this is what I'm
dude.
picturing. Like, I pictured her with glasses and everything, the dark
Yeah,
hair.
exactly.
No disrespect to Howell.
One of my oldest friends in Los Angeles who has served as a board member of the Art of
Or
Elysium
disrespect.
and
Fuck
is
it.
one of my biggest confidants here in LA, kind of for the course of my career.
Oh shit.
I'm going down to the third page of this exhibit. Thank you.
I've never seen a trial with so many like video,
Email, Ms. Howell, that you sent
whatever these
to
are,
Whitney Henriquez
testimonies.
on or about Tuesday, July 28th.
Wait, sorry, what was that?
2020
You haven't seen
at 11:20
so many testimonies?
Excuse me, at 11:02
I haven't seen so many
p.m.
video testimonies.
It is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think it's because they work in Hollywood, so it's like, why would they be coming to Virginia?
That you sent to Ms. Enriquez?
Well, sorry, in
Yes, I
California,
believe I'm the one
typically.
who gave that. Yes, it is.
And then did you forward?
And this is like kind of COVID times too.
Yeah, so I think it's all COVID. I don't think it has Hollywood anything.
I asked him to keep.
Well, I mean, I don't think they would come out, like I said, to Virginia if their
Why did
schedules,
you send this email and letter to Ms. Enriquez?
if they can go deposition.
Because I've struggled very much
Yep,
with what to do in a
position. Damn, dude,
situation that
crazy.
Deposition.
I love someone
Deposition.
who I know is doing something very wrong, and I know that they're doing it because
Speak
they're
on it.
trying to
Speak on it.
protect
Speak on
their
it.
sister.
Speak on it.
And
Speak on it. Speak on it. Let's go.
I'm trying
They didn't
to
object to that?
Nope.
just
I'm
trying to get her
surprised.
to wake up and
Whoa.
do the right thing, which is tell the truth. It's the only thing that can help everybody involved
Yeah.
in this case.
Talk about the cyclical abuse, bro.
Ms.
Let's see
Howell,
how Amber's
recall
reacting.
submitting a witness statement
She's mad. Look at her face.
Benji's just
in
like,
the United Kingdom.
feels like, yeah, we got her.
They basically just called to verify the witness
We
statement.
got like
that was
AirPods.
submitted
She ain't listening to this shit. She's
previously.
probably vibing right now.
Right?
And do you recognize
Or
this
she's-
document to be the witness statement and the declaration that you submitted in the UK? And if you want to scroll down to look at it.
Can I fit Asmon on you? Get all the react. Oh, I can't without blocking
Yes,
Camille.
I
Never mind.
recognize it.
What was
Yeah, we gotta
that
keep her-
face?
And at the
Like,
first
I don't
page,
think
do
so.
you see a date on this document?
January 13th, 2021.
Yep.
And is this document a true and accurate copy of the declaration?
Wasn't Mike
that
supposed
you
to be here
submitted
today?
in
Where the fuck's he
UK
at?
proceeding
Oh no, he's at work,
on or
he
about
said.
January 13th.
I thought he left a
2021?
message saying he'd be here,
Yes.
Oh.
but I could be wrong.
I
kinda skimmed everything this morning when I logged in.
Accurate and true.
He might have.
I mean,
I know
yes,
he
that
said he
sounded-
was
yes.
here at like his lunch break,
Alright, let's
but I
pull up
wasn't.
What
Mm.
I believe
I wasn't at my computer, so.
Exhibit 9.
True.
It's been marked
Same.
as Depp Exhibit
Same,
9.
same.
Oh, fuck. Am I doing this right?
Yeah, this broadcast has all three, and the
Okay.
NBC one right just has Depp's face right now, unfortunately. Well, I guess they're going back and forth between Depp and her. But this given all the reactions,
So, Ms.
I'm
Howell,
here for
earlier
it.
you were shown this document.
I do wish they
We
just
can zoom
upgrade
in
the
on Camille a
quality.
little
To
bit
the
though,
end
you
of
know.
it.
Oh, what?
True.
Can you go? Okay.
There.
Pleasant Gradient shows up.
Did Mr. Waldman
Uh-oh.
assist you in drafting this email?
Absolutely not.
Mr.
Did you
Waldman,
speak with
okay.
Mr. Waldman at all about drafting this email?
About writing an email? No. I did that on my own accord.
Oh, right, because
Did
Waldman
you
was representing him
speak
at the
with
time, I
Mr.
believe.
Waldman at all about contacting the ACLU?
I do not recall having a conversation with him about that.
And Ms. Howell, you testified earlier that
I respect this woman.
you received a check from Fidelity Charitable in January of 2018. Is that correct?
I don't know if I said the date, but yes, I received an anonymous donation from that check that was submitted. Whatever it's on there, I just don't know the date off the top of my head.
And you testified that there was a letter sent along.
Oh, is
with
this the
that,
cross?
Scoop? Yeah, because
that said that,
when this is cross for sure.
It was in honor of Amber Heard.
Yes.
I've never even
Elaine's
heard
already
this
done.
woman.
Guaranteed 20 minutes with them after being attacked for 3.5 hours by your side the last time. So I am going to
Oh,
stick by
talk
what
about
I
it.
was told before entering this and what your side agreed to.
Oh, snap. Oh, that's it? I want more.
Your Honor, Mr. Depp calls Candy Davidson Goldbron,
Leak the whole
who is
tape.
corporate
Leak the whole
designee of
tape.
the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles.
All right, and that's by deposition, is that correct?
Johnny
Yes, Your
Deposition.
Okay.
It's a new nickname.
All
All right, bitch, what do you got a mask
understand
on?
that You're here to testify today on behalf of the Children's Hospital.
Do this.
Correct.
Do this. Press this
So as
button
of
here.
June 2018, had any payments been made by Ms. Heard to the Children's Hospital in connection with the $3.5 million pledge, aside from the original $100,000 check from Mr. White in August of 2016?
Mr. White?
Yes, there was a payment, a gift on January 9th of 2018.
And what amount is that gift that you're referring to?
$250,000.
Okay.
Okay, and was that gift made by Ms. Heard or on Ms. Heard's behalf?
By Ms. Heard.
Oh, wait.
Okay, and what are you basing that statement on?
By the check that we received from Fidelity. Fidelity Charity.
Wait.
That came to Children's Hospital.
What is this document?
I'm so confused at this point now. Because she testified she did not make a donation yet. And the ACLU also testified she had not made a donation on her
And why did
behalf
you write this
for herself.
to Mr. White on June 14th, 2019?
I was trying to figure out if there were any other payments coming from Mr. White
Who's Mr. White?
to fulfill the pledge, because the Children's Hospital Los Angeles had not received any other correspondence from him.
And what is this document?
It might be
It is the letter
the guy from Elon. Because it didn't.
myself on behalf of Children's Hospital Los Angeles, inquiring about
Because it wasn't under Elon's name.
gift pledge payment installment.
This letter
So
appears
maybe it
to
went
be
through
directed
another
to
guy.
Miss Amber Heard, care of Jody Gottlieb. Is that correct?
I'm gonna ask Google. Because that's what Amber Heard told me to do. Who is
who's
Mr.
Jody Gottlieb?
White?
In the Children's Hospital Los Angeles records, Jody Gottlieb was our contact for Miss Amber Heard.
Ms. Goldbron,
Oh, he's the.
why did you send
Wait.
this
What?
letter to Miss Heard and Miss Gottlieb?
Edward White is with ACLU. Is that who testified before? Let me Google.
Was going to
Googles?
be
Doing
fulfilled
Googles?
or not.
In your experience,
Senior
is it
counsel with the
common practice
ACLJ.
for anonymous donors when making donations to
Business
in
manager Edward
one
White spoke
paragraph,
about the
state that
Depp's
they wish to remain
finances,
anonymous, and the very
testifying.
next paragraph, identify themselves.
Oh,
Yes,
that Heard wanted Depp
That
to
is
make
common?
contributions. I think Mr. White might
it is
be
common for
someone who
donors
testified
who want to
recently,
remain
actually.
anonymous publicly, but allow the charity to know who they are.
Between June 2018 and the dates on which you sent the letters to
No,
Ms. Heard
pump
and
it
Mr.
up.
White in June of
About to
2019,
bump it up.
were any additional funds received from Ms. Heard?
No.
Okay, so no additionals.
Okay, so as of June
Excuse me.
2018,
Oh,
a total of
oh, we like
$250,000
Mr. White.
had been received.
This guy's
as
a
far as
cutie.
the
Look at this
hospital
guy.
is concerned.
He's so
From Ms.
cute.
Heard.
He's like Mr. Magoo.
And that was the
He
same
literally
amount
looks like a
that
teacher
was
had named
donated
Mr. White.
earlier
That's
in
the best part.
2018. Is that
That's
accurate?
wild. He's so
Mr. White was
cute.
the illest teacher ever.
As of the date of this deposition,
Kind of looks like my grandpa. It's weird.
March
Damn,
30th,
your grandpa
2021,
cute.
how much in total has Ms.
He's dead
Heard
now, but yeah.
donated
I mean, he
to
can
the
still be
children's hospital?
cute. But did he wear an earpiece?
No, he wore a fedora.
That's dope, dude. What?
From
My grandpa wore
2016 to
hats
present.
too. I don't know what kind they were, but
Ms. Goldburn, you recall we were speaking about this letter a few minutes ago?
Correct.
All right, and this
her
was a
mask
letter
is
that
kind
you
of
sent
dope.
to
I
Ms.
feel
Heard,
like it's like
correct?
the proper
Did
mask,
you
but
ever
it's a
get a
colored one,
response
so
to
it's
this
almost like 2-in-1.
No.
It's a fashionable one, but also proper.
Yeah,
October
it's
Yeah,
fucking with me. Like, how do we get those?
how much money
Amazon.
Ms. Heard directly donated
Dang.
to the children's hospital?
That's how black masks.
$250,000.
As of March 30th.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the end of that.
Sorry, I just realized. You said October 2018?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. $250,000.
Okay. As of March 30th, 2019, how much money had Ms. Heard directly donated to Children's Hospital?
$250,000.
What is your understanding of the length of time over which Ms. Heard pledged the gift of $3.5 million to Children's Hospital?
There was no arrangement with Ms. Heard to have this pledge paid off in a particular time.
If Ms. Heard were to pay this, the rest of the $3.5 million in 2 years or 5 years, would Children's Hospital welcome that?
CHLA welcomes every and any donation that comes its way.
Has Amber Heard's pledge of the $3.5 million to Children's Hospital expired, to your knowledge?
Not that I'm aware of, no. It has not expired.
Wow. Okay, dude.
Your next witness, or?
Your Honor, I think we've concluded our witnesses for today. We will have more live witnesses tomorrow.
Okay, all right,
Oh.
ladies and gentlemen, that'll be the end of your day for today. Again, do not do any outside research, do not discuss the case with anybody, and we'll see you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Okay?
Damn, we out early. Not every day at 5:30. Come on now.
I thought every day was 5:30. What happened to that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not every day
lied
is
to you.
5:30. They lied to us.
The new S-Fan went live, that's why.
Yeah, they're like, we better wrap this shit up.
They gotta pump it up.
All right.
I do like
Have
her.
a seat for just a moment.
She doesn't give me any, like,
Offers.
weird vibes.
Just for the
She
record,
seems like
we
tired
talked
of the
about it
bullshit,
earlier.
though.
We'll charge the 30 minutes extra time for today to the
Oh,
plaintiff's team, so they can
nice.
stay on
Whatever,
time.
they got the spare time.
Understood, Your Honor.
Okay.
That's
All right,
fine.
And I believe, Mr. Rodenborn, you had some proffers you wanted to do for testimony.
We did,
for the,
Your Honor,
for the record.
testimony in a few exhibits. Mr. Nadelhoff is actually going to
Okay, Mr. Nadelhoff, if you want to proffer testimony for the record as to testimony that the court has sustained objections.
Gotta pump it up.
Your Honor, it's it's a box here, so I just.
All right, that's fine. You can stay there as long as you stay close to the microphone. I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Too bad they don't have standing desks.
And Your Honor, what I will do is I'll explain what we're proffering the evidence for.
Good
and then
Lord,
we
imagine
have
lugging that
copies,
shit around.
Good.
Which I'll provide to you. We can, we'll provide them to
Wouldn't
you
be fun.
electronically, or I don't have another copy for you right now, but we'll provide.
Damn.
Them. Okay. Your Honor, for Laurel Anderson, on March 31st, 2022, the defendant attempted to designate certain portions of the deposition testimony for trial of Dr. Laurel Anderson, a clinical psychologist who worked with Ms. Heard and Mr. Depp. Dr. Anderson testified in the therapy session. Ms. Heard reported to her that she was slapped by Mr. Depp, that he hit her in the head, had her hair pulled by Mr. Depp, kicked her in the leg, and that Mr. Depp gave Ms. Heard bruises. Ms. Heard also reported that Mr. Depp was the first to initiate any violence. Ms. Heard also reported that she hid in a bathroom to protect herself from
Fuck
Mr. Depp.
off, dude.
Ms. Heard also reported
As
to
if she
Dr.
did.
Anderson that Mr. Depp threw a phone at her on May 21st.
He hit him and ran, sneak dissed him.
Hit her and
Like,
held her
this is what I'm saying. She
Ms. Heard
literally
also
borrowed
reported to
stories
Dr.
from
Anderson
everybody.
that she was a victim to Mr. Depp's abuse. The testimony is contained in Dr. Anderson's deposition transcript, which is Exhibit A. The court also excluded records of Dr. Anderson from Ms. Heard's and Mr. Depp's therapy sessions and a treatment summary, which are Exhibits B and C. Mr. Depp objected to Dr. Anderson's testimony as described in medical records, stating that they were hearsay and that they did not fall into any exceptions, including statements for purposes of medical treatment. The court sustained the objection on the grounds that the testimony and exhibits were hearsay. For Dr. Kipper, on March 31st, 2022, the defendant attempted to designate certain portions of the deposition testimony for trial of Dr. David Kipper.
The judge don't give a shit. She's like, eh.
Dr. Kipper testified Ms.
We
Heard
finished
voiced
cleaning my
concerns
desk.
of Mr.
I'm trying to get out early today, too.
Mr. Depp tried to fight and push Ms. Heard while he was attempting detox on his island, and that she found lots of cocaine in February 2016. Dr. Kipper also testified he told Mr. Depp to, quote, bury the dragon, which referred to the bad feelings that Mr. Depp
Oh, so
had
now we
inside
go
him.
from
This
demons
testimony
to
is
monsters to
contained in Dr.
dragons.
Kipper's
Yeah,
deposition
dude, he's killing
transcript,
it.
which is Exhibit
Wild.
B. Dr. Kipper also testified about an email he wrote explaining Mr. Depp's detox treatment. In the email, Dr. Kipper wrote
Wait, so they're trying to
Mr.
get
Depp's sister that Mr. Depp had fundamental issues with anger, romanticized the drug culture, and had no patience if his needs were not met. This email is Exhibit C. Exhibit E. Mr. Depp objected to Dr. Kipper's testimony and the email stating it was hearsay, that it did not fall into any exceptions, including statements for purposes of medical treatment. The court sustained the objection on the ground that the testimony and exhibits were hearsay. Deborah Lloyd. On March 31st, 2022, the defendant attempted to designate certain portions of the deposition testimony for trial of Debbie Lloyd, Mr. Depp's nurse. Ms. Lloyd testified Ms. Heard voiced concerns about Mr. Depp's behavior while on drugs and alcohol, and that Mr. Depp worked himself up into a rage and was trying to fight Ms. Heard while he was attempting detox on his island. This testimony is contained in Ms. Lloyd's deposition transcript, which is Exhibit F. Also, Ms. Lloyd kept nursing notes on these issues that she testified to, which is Exhibit G. Mr. Depp objected to Ms. Lloyd's testimony and portions of the nursing notes, stating it was hearsay that did not fall into any exceptions, including statements for purposes of medical treatment. The court sustained the objection on the ground that the testimony and portions of the nursing notes were hearsay.
Okay.
Aaron Borum Filati. On March 31st and April 1st, 2022, the defendant attempted to designate certain portions of the deposition testimony for trial of Ms. Filati, Ms. Heard's, and Mr. Depp's nurse. Ms. Filati testified that Ms. Heard reported to her on December 16th, 2015, that Mr. Depp headbutted Ms. Heard in the forehead. This also was contained in Ms. Filati's nursing notes, which is Exhibit H. Ms. Filati further testified that Ms. Heard reported being freaked out after the December 2015 incident and testified to text messages between herself and Ms. Heard.
Are these the witnesses they want to bring on? Like, I'm confused.
These text messages are Exhibits I, J, K, L, and M. Ms. Filati also testified that on May 21st, 2016, Ms. Heard reported that Mr. Depp became completely delusional and crazed and hit Ms. Heard in the face while she was on the phone with I.O. Tillett-Wright. Ms. Filati testified to text messages reporting this as well, which are contained in Exhibit N. The testimony is contained in Ms. Filati's deposition transcript, which is Exhibit O. Mr. Depp objected to Ms. Filati's testimony, portions of the nursing notes, and the text messages referenced stating it was hearsay that did not fall into any exceptions,
Honey's
including
sleeping right
statements
now.
for purposes of medical treatment. The court sustained the objections on the
Does he have to
grounds
read
that
this
the
whole fucking
testimony
book? Cause like
and
I'ma
portions of the
just
nursing notes and the text
nope
messages
that.
were hearsay. Amy Banks, Dr. Amy Banks.
I don't know what he's
April
doing.
29th, 2022, the defendant attempted to designate certain portions
And
of
to
the
be
deposition
honest, I'm
testimony
not
for
listening,
trial
so you know.
of Dr. Amy Banks, a clinical psychologist and relationship consultant who worked with Ms. Heard and Mr. Depp. Dr. Banks testified
Miss
that
Heard,
in
you miss
therapy
Heard, you know
sessions,
what I'm
Ms.
saying?
Heard reported that Mr. Depp attacked her physically, including by hitting her with his hand. Dr. Banks also testified that Ms. Heard reported that Mr. Depp cut his finger off and burned himself with a
They're just
cigarette.
basically
Dr. Banks
explaining
also
all of the
reported
different
that Ms. Heard
objections,
told
etc.
her
I don't think
They're just
Mr. Depp
explaining all the other
initiated the
objections
violence
and
while in
stuff?
session with Mr. Depp. Mr. Depp did not object to the characterization of the violence. Finally, Dr. Banks
So this is
testified
like
that she believed Ms.
fact
Heard's
checking,
accounts of the
basically.
violence
I
and that
guess
Ms. Heard was
they're
the victim of
making a
domestic
list of their notes, sort of
This
thing. Like
testimony is contained in Dr. Banks's deposition.
That's what it sounds like, right?
Which is Exhibit P.
yeah.
Mr. Depp objected to Dr. Banks's testimony, stating it was hearsay.
God
that did not
damn,
fall into any
I would
exception
not
to
want to be
statements
sitting
for
there for
purposes of
this.
treatment and for providing improper expert opinion. The
I'm gonna
court
move over to
sustained the objections
Asmon's
on the
stream
grounds
here.
That the testimony about the abuse was hearsay.
Hold
and
up,
Dr.
something.
Banks's testimony that Ms. Heard
Clerk
was a
of the
victim
county of
domestic
this
abuse.
matter.
Going to
opposite
Asmon's
to
stream.
present our motion to the court. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
read
yeah.
this one here. I'm going to go ahead and open the image up so you guys can read the whole thing and see exactly what happened here. So yes, TMZ is trying to get this taken off. TMZ is
trying
a
to take it
news organization
off?
that primarily covers entertainment and celebrity news. News
Just
is, I think,
moves in
probably
Kappa.
a gratuitous term here, but yeah, sure. From time to time, TMZ has offered information by sources who wish to remain confidential. TMZ often accepts that information with the express understanding that TMZ will treat the source's identity
Because I do
as
think they have a
strictly
TMZ
confidential.
producer
In order to publish it
or
in the event,
someone
information
in
public
regards
interest,
to
TMZ and journalists rely
TMZ
on journalist privilege, including embodied in Virginia,
due
where
for
the
a
lawsuit
witness
is pending,
tomorrow. I
and in
believe it's
California,
Brian.
to protect their identities
No, sorry.
of the sources. The media source privilege
Actually,
is central to the ability of journalists to
Why
properly
hard no
investigate
free
stories
Wi-Fi?
and safeguard individuals who provide information
Oh,
to
that's
them,
weird.
or any media organization's confidential stories were subject to disclose in ordinary course, there would be less
I don't
likely
see it anymore.
to
I don't know who.
provide information.
They were saying,
Let's
though,
go
that
back
somebody
over here,
TMZ
and we're gonna read the
related
second half
would be
of
on.
this. And yeah, TMZ is looking to basically have their sources protected. If TMZ or any media organization's confidential sources were subject of disclosure in the ordinary course, they would be less willing to provide information. I don't really see. I mean, like with this, I don't really see a downside here. People less likely to provide celebrity gossip to TMZ. Wow, what a fucking shame. I can't believe that. It's horrible, isn't it? Yeah, wow. Okay, it sounds like this sounds like two birds with one stone to me. But let's go back. We're going to read the rest of this. TMZ published an article. Johnny Depp goes off on Amber, smashes wine bottle. The video of Ms. Heard and Mr. Depp, accompanied by the article, can be seen here. The video is provided to journalists at TMZ by a confidential
gotta
source.
pump
TMZ
it up.
promised the source that it would maintain their confidentiality and would not disclose their name or any other information about them. This source has not, at any time during they provided the video, waived their right of confidentiality or indicated to TMZ that it was released from its promise of confidentiality. Morgan Tremine was an assignment manager at the time. He's no longer an employee. He had nothing to do with the receipt of the video. On information and belief, he lacks firsthand knowledge of the identity of the confidential source. To the extent that Mr. Tremine purports to know the identity of the TMZ's confidential source, his information would be based on rumor and conjecture at best.
Legendary NPC.
Okay. So let's see what else the rest of this is. Again, this is the main post that they have here. So take a look at this. Emergency motion to intervene by EHM Productions for a limited purpose of asserting journalists' privilege. So basically, TMZ is trying to shut down this guy. The whole argument also protects whistleblowers. This can't be broken just for Depp to get justice. He's not that important. I think that, like, to an extent, I'd have to really think about that, and like I don't really know what the answer is, but I would say in this specific circumstance, I don't really care about their confidentiality or anything like that. I don't view celebrity gossip as the same thing as being a whistleblower of, let's say, NSA. I just don't think these are the same thing. And to be honest with you, yes, maybe this should not happen categorically. I don't have enough information about this. I haven't thought about it, to be honest. But I will tell you one thing. I don't give a fuck if they break their confidentiality here. It doesn't fucking matter. And in my opinion, I'd like to see more of this stuff happen, because let's read the article, the title for this. Johnny Depp goes off on Amber, smashes wine glass bottle. I'm sorry, but if you want to talk about journalistic integrity, this is just
that's not true. Johnny Depp goes off on Amber, he doesn't. He goes
Sure.
off on the fucking cabinets.
It's so annoying.
True,
Yes,
and the
you're right. Categorically, we
phones
might have
and the
to
cups.
uphold this, and
Yeah.
this could be something that we
That
just
guy
need
is
to
still
have to
reading
say,
it. Holy shit.
well, you know what? This is the way
Who
things
asked?
go.
Oh, yeah.
But
I don't know
overall,
how
I
far
think
he's
that
got to
the,
go in there, but
I hate tabloids and these celebrity things. I really don't like them. I'm not a fan of them. How they just print out.
I think it's
these
all the
stories
objections for the
without
day.
verifying them.
Oh.
Nice rug.
Way that they can really
Yeah,
prove
nice rug.
what
That's fine. I
happened.
like it.
They
Let's buy
clearly
it.
have their own conjecture inside of it, and that's basically it. I'm not a fan, and I think that it's a
No Persian
violation of
rugs,
those
that's
people's
fan?
rights
True.
and their privacy. And I think that even if you are a celebrity, you should have a right to privacy. And places like TMZ, who it's
I don't know why S-Fan got a
model
white
to
couch,
violate
though.
that
Like, what are you doing, bro?
privacy, I think are in
yeah, I don't know either. I feel like, I mean, I love a white couch, don't get me wrong. I think they're clean looking, especially in his space.
Yeah,
I don't like the cover he's got for it though. But I haven't looked into the couch. Maybe that's like the only style.
No, they sell any kind of cover and sleeve for those love sack sectionals.
Oh, really? Because it has like a pattern in it, and I'm just like, that
Yeah,
is
it's like-
not the move.
They are right
$10,000 couch. You could buy whatever color you wanted.
Damn. But you got to put it together yourself.
True.
Feels bad.
But yeah, that's it. TMZ
I mean,
News
that's
in the
fine.
public's best interest. Exactly. Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, I
too.
like those, like that bed thing,
TMZ
the
owns copyright
couch
to
bed
Johnny Depp video without Johnny
lounge.
Depp's consent.
That thing
It's pretty
frozen on my
absurd.
screen, but
F in the chat. Oh, it's back.
That's actually a good point.
Oh yeah, that big
Yeah,
couch.
to be
yeah, it's
honest,
like
that's
a
actually a
double
very good
bed,
point.
but as a couch.
They like it was recorded
Like
of
two
him
giant
without
chaise
his
lounge.
consent, and,
Sex couch.
Johnny
Yep.
Depp is he's asleep.
Yep.
No, he's not asleep. He's chilling.
That's like the ultimate
School
Netflix
shooting
and chill
in Uvalde,
couch.
Texas. Yeah, I know that. Isn't it different though if it was?
Oh, he's done
illegally
reading.
recorded? Isn't it beneficial for Amber to see who's on her team?
Oh,
leaking
phew.
information?
He said, "I gotta bring
Yeah.
up the other
How
binder."
can someone else own it? I do find that, like, yeah, like I'd have to really think about that, and like I don't
Oh,
really know
damn.
how far that thinking is even gonna go.
I'm not hearing
because I'm not
what
a
the judge is
copyright
saying.
lawyer, but it does seem
What
very
warnings is
odd
she
that
given?
somebody can have
Oh,
a video
no.
recorded of them privately and then sold, and then that person
All right,
is not
thank
able
you.
to
And you're working with Jamie about some exhibits. There's some that were, both sides noted that were in evidence that are not, so I want to make sure everybody gets everything cleared up. You're caught up? Okay, good. All right, just keep that going so we can get that, make sure that's taken care of. As far as time left, Sammy, today,
Oh.
I can give you a rough estimate for two reasons.
Time left?
One, you had some depositions, so make sure you give
It's gonna be an estimate, she
the
said.
breakdowns to Sammy about those. And two, Sammy wasn't here today. He had a mandatory CLE that he had to do, so I just did a rough estimate, and I want to qualify that as a rough estimate. But
Don't
it looks
matter,
like,
'cause-
the plaintiff has used about 5 hours today, and the defendant used about an hour and 15 minutes, is what I have, okay?
10 minutes? Is
Again,
that what she
it's a rough
said?
estimate, so don't
15
expect them
minutes?
to be the same, but Sammy's going to get to it this evening and send you an email this evening with the actual accurate times, okay? Anything
Plot
else?
No, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right.
No, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you.
have a good evening. We'll see you in the morning.
You too. Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
No, I don't like light rugs and light couches. I don't like that.
Oh, well, rip.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, penis ripped again. See, I like either a white rug with a brown couch or a black couch.
Yeah, you would.
I guess actually no. Mine actually match. My couch and rug match, so I'm lying.
Yeah, but just because you got that don't mean you don't like something else.
They're able to do that. But either way, I also very, very strongly disagree with the idea that because you are a celebrity or a public figure, you
I don't like brown couches though, actually.
void your right to.
Yeah, they're not really in style unless you're going with like a theme.
Incredibly disingenuous, and to be.
I mean, they can work.
Only to the lowest of the
Typically, brown couches though are like leather, and leather aren't that great.
No, fuck leather couches.
Unless you live in like a hot place, and even then that's not great.
No.
Because there's really no great, I don't know, in my opinion. I don't really like the stickiness of them
So yeah,
and the
I don't
coldness.
like them at all. I'm not a fan.
The-
Yeah, yeah. That's why I don't like leather seats in cars. I'd rather like a cloth seat.
I don't think they make cars with cloth seats anymore. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, but they also don't make them with like leather. They make
Yeah,
them
raw
with
leather.
something. I don't even know.
Yeah, my car don't have real leather. It has like
Yeah.
that vegan leather. Is what they call
Yeah.
it.
Oh, is
Either you're going to
Yeah, that shit is plastic. Just call it what it
We
is.
also got some good news about Depp's rebuttal case, and we told you about this a couple of weeks
Mike's
ago.
alive now.
Remember the
Cool.
Kate Moss fist pump when Amber Heard
Yeah, feels
talked
good,
about
dude.
Kate Moss in the stairs? That's when she said she hit Depp for the first time ever because she feared he would hurt her sister. We told you at the time that Heard opened the door to bringing up Depp's ex, and we were right. Heard had testified in the UK case that two people had told her that Depp threw Moss down a set of stairs. Kate Moss, the beautiful British supermodel, will testify for her
Modcheck?
ex-boyfriend
Modcheck? Where?
and still friend Johnny Depp. Expect Kate Moss to talk
Whose
about
mod
how
are we
Depp
checking?
took care of her and never threw her down a set of stairs. Also testifying about the staircase
Okay.
incident for Depp in rebuttal, a friend of Heard's sister, Jennifer Howell, who will contradict the account given by Whitney Enriquez,
Sidebar?
who said Depp hit her at the top of the stairs. Howell wrote in a declaration that Enriquez
Wait.
told her she feared Amber Heard would kill
Is this
Johnny Depp.
audio?
And Johnny Depp and Dr. Curry will also testify, along with a Disney
Is this a
executive. Also in court on
pre-recording?
Monday,
Because we
there
already
was
heard
this
from
really
Howell.
odd event that happened. During the morning
Odd events,
break,
okay.
Yeah, I
a
think
woman
so.
stood up holding a baby and said, "Johnny, I love you. Our souls are connected." He
Oh yeah,
turned
you heard
around
about
and
the
waved,
woman with the baby,
and
right?
then the woman
In the
held up her
in
baby
the
and
courtroom.
said, "This baby is yours."
No.
Now the woman was escorted
Apparently,
out of the
this
courtroom.
woman stood up in the middle of court saying, "Johnny, I love you" or something. This baby is yours. And then she was escorted out. And from what I've heard, when you have to line up to get in, she also was a reason why cops were called the like night before or the night they were lined up. So
No.
and additionally, they are speaking that it might be part of Amber Heard's new PR movement. So
Find Sidebar wherever you get your podcasts.
That I can
Apple,
believe.
Spotify,
yeah,
and
I
YouTube as
can
well.
believe that
I'm
too.
Anjanette Levy,
There was
and we
something
will
else
see you
too
next
that
time.
Persian rugs.
tired as fuck now. Alrighty.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah, whatever. It's whatever.
It's over anyway.
It is over. I do actually want to go back to Howell's testimony here.
Yeah, because that was quick, fast, and in
It
a
was
hurry.
so quick, and I was like, I didn't even, I'll be honest, I didn't really pay attention. So I'm gonna do a 0.5 here. I'm gonna take this off.
The Art of Elysium, CEO of the Art of Elysium.
Okay, February
Let me just go
26th,
back.
2021.
You indicated that Whitney lived with you from January 2015.
January 2015, and she's saying absolutely not. May 2015. April 2016.
About those dates?
Yeah, she got like drilled the fence like adamant about that.
Yeah, she was like absolutely not.
Periods, but all of her stuff.
So she must have dates that she proved. That's why it was so short.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, did you say you were 100% certain of that? Could you answer my question?
She said 100% certain.
She did go back to Amber and Johnny's at different points that she was still living.
But she was 100% gone.
The question I asked because you were talking at the same time Ms. Vasquez was giving an objection.
Yeah, blame it on Ms. Vasquez.
You were 100% certain.
Blame it on the rain, bitch.
Same with me.
And then she was done with questions. She literally got like 3 questions
You're
in.
the CEO for Art of Elysium, is that correct?
That is correct.
And are you still currently in that position?
Yes, I am.
Oh shit.
And how long have you been the CEO for Art of Elysium?
I am the founder of the organization.
She's the founder of the organization, okay.
We did our first workshop.
You want to like decorate a house? That always sounds so fun.
Yeah, it's not, but
the legal paperwork.
It's fun.
It's not. It's fun if you're playing in Sims.
So I guess since the beginning.
That's what. No, you're not actually decorating. It's like go pick out the pieces and be like, this is what's gonna go in your house.
I mean,
at the Pineapple Express premiere is where I met.
yeah, for
she
shits
her
and
sister
giggles.
Whitney.
If you don't have to
like-
worry about the money and the square footage
Yeah,
and stuff,
no.
yeah.
No, fuck
You're just
that.
like, yeah, this looks
I believe
nice.
It was around 2008.
You know, just cut a hole in the
I'm
wall.
sure
Yeah.
that can be pulled. It was the LA premiere.
Let's get a long table. It doesn't fit, so you gotta cut a hole in the wall to make sure it fits.
Yeah.
So then it's like at a restaurant, little booths.
That's what I want to do with my little, like, I have like a little eat-in center area. Center. It's not a center.
No,
it's like a
this is
little
wrong.
eat-in area. I have like my
I was
coffee
a guest of
section.
James
Yeah, and I want to make like a
Franco,
little booth
and
area.
Amber was in the movie.
Attached to the wall.
Well, it's like a little nook.
And
It's like
so I met
like a cutout.
she and her sister at
almost.
I mean, to be specific.
It could have been like a
at the
pantry, but it's got no doors on it now. So
Did Miss Enriquez
some doors
end
on
up
it.
working for Art of Elysium at some point?
No.
trying to make
Yes,
a
she
booth.
did.
Trying to make a little breakfast
What
nook.
year did Miss
Trying to make a
Enriquez
rap studio.
No, I'm just trying to make a coffee shop.
Right in front of me.
True,
An
dude.
indoor
it
coffee
was
shop.
For yourself.
into
Exactly.
The year Amber was
So you do have like the
That way.
badass espresso machine.
Exactly.
And
I
what
mean, I
was
have
Miss
to.
Enriquez's
I'm still looking at
position
getting one. I
in
just
Art
don't
of
know which
Elysium?
one. I mean,
art salon manager.
I'm split
director.
between getting one that. It sounds stupid. Finding a
Does
good
Miss
one
Enriquez
that
still
looks
work
like
for
it
Art of
makes
Elysium?
espresso, right? Like the hang crank and everything like
When did
that.
that end?
Or getting one that's really good quality,
2015, I believe.
but looks kind of too modern.
Each
To
time
me, I
you
don't like
saw
the look of
Mr.
the
Depp,
modernness.
Did you ever see him?
It looks too
doing
like
Do you have
robotic for
examples?
me.
illegal
Yeah,
things?
like it's
Never.
the brand, the really good brand is a
Did you
Swiss
ever
make.
see him
It's called
consuming
Jura or
excessive
Jura,
amounts of alcohol?
Jura, and they're notoriously really good espresso makers.
Did you ever
But other ones are like the
see Mr.
Brevel,
Depp appear intoxicated?
DeLonghi,
No.
Did
you
Miss
know,
Heard
like the
ever show you
typical
photographs
silver with
of
the.
depicting injuries on her
Hold on, I'll find you
face
a
or
photo.
body?
Oh, I see what you're saying about the Euro ones.
Yeah, right. Like it's
Wait,
it's like a it looks like a Keurig machine where it's just like
Yeah.
there's you're just like okay, you press a button and it makes you coffee. I feel like it's not genuinely making you coffee. You know, you're not getting the dirt and gritty.
You're
But
not
at the
getting,
same
like,
time,
extra-
you're getting like
yeah,
a
yeah.
proper espresso because it's like calculated. So,
Yeah, but, like, proper espresso isn't calculated.
and that's yeah. Damn it! I'm talking about coffee while I'm replaying this thing. What the fuck?
Hit that young pause button.
Yeah, put the pause on.
No,
So
that's what Amber did. She put the pause on.
I mean, I'm gonna put the pause on.
Yeah, you're gonna find her in the streets one day. Is it on
Okay.
site when you see her?
I mean, this is
You
just
would
an
never.
example, but and then let's say for comparison, I forget. Oh well, while she put one in the Barista Express, so versus
Wait,
like, sorry, it's in the food channel, food porn. So like the difference, he got one at the Barista Express. He posted like the link above, but those are the two photos to compare, like the machine styles. So like one to me looks like, oh wow, it's a coffee shop. That thing's gonna turn out some steam and stuff. There's some, little mechanisms going on. Everything be moving. You're gonna see like steam coming out of it and shit. You gotta like pack your own espresso. But yeah, the first one looks like I could just probably dictate it and be like, yo, coffee machine, make me an espresso, and it'd be like, all right, making an espresso. And I just feel I feel conflicted because the second image
I
looks
think-
like a handcraft, right?
Yeah.
But that means you got to be the expert. But at the same time, the machinery itself is not going to make you a fantastic espresso no matter like how great you are at doing it. But the first one will make it regardless of how good you are.
I feel like coffee's an expensive habit.
It is. But cocaine's
the
hell
what
way more.
Yeah, it's almost like cocaine, dude. Because I'm looking at the Euro one on Best Buy. That shit's
Yeah.
$2,400.
I mean, they have cheaper models.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do that,
I mean,
Oh, this one's
otherwise,
nice.
these ones are like $600. Like you can get Brevels and Longies.
I don't know. This one, hold on, I'm gonna take a picture of this one. Snipping tool.
Yeah, Schnipp Schnapp.
I like this one. Come on, bitch. There we go.
Like I like it because it's kind of got the retro look and it feels like a cafe. These like Brevel ones. That to
Well, that
me
might
is
be
a
the-
traditional machine, espresso machine. That's what I think of. Yeah, like that's what I think of when I think of. Wait, is that a cafe one?
Mhm.
Oh, that must be expensive.
Same as the one Walshy linked, almost.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, $6.79 USD.
I like the fridges. They look nice.
Then they have like a stainless steel silver looking one that's not loading.
Yeah.
And they have a black one. The black one actually is cool with the copper accents.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I like copper and I don't like copper. Copper is like its own.
I agree. I agree.
You know?
It's cool, but then it's not
Yeah.
sometimes. Yeah.
It's kind of like rose gold. Like I love the idea of rose gold, but like it's not an everyday thing for me.
Yeah, you can't
And
wear rose gold
or
every
I
day.
personally don't think I can rock rose gold. So it's just, my skin tone don't really.
Nah, I think you have a good complexion for it.
I mean, better than like a yellow gold. I just don't like yellow gold, period. But copper's also like, it's interesting because it's like a cheaper metal, right? So technically it shouldn't be an expensive look.
Right.
But yet it's being
marketed
made,
as.
yeah, it's part of like a fad right now, or at least in the last few years it had been. I don't think you're really seeing it too much anymore. Now they're moving towards like, I mean, they had been moving towards like the champagne gold or like a more of like a muted rose gold sort of idea instead of the copper. And I think that was the better move because, it's gold. So, you can kind of fake it till you make it. I like copper though. I think copper's like, it's an interesting metal and it patinas.
I like copper like on kitchen appliances.
Yeah, like kitchen pots and pans. Those are kind of cool.
What's the DeLonghi one for like 170?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you can get those for pretty cheap. I mean, okay, so at the end of the day, it is actually based like it's the coffee that makes the espresso. I mean, obviously, and your skill, but it's the coffee bean. If you have high quality coffee beans, and they're ground right, then you'll get a good espresso. It doesn't matter what machine you're using, sort of.
Oh, now I want coffee.
But your coffee machines are like, the German made of coffee machines.
Just
so
amazing, just handcrafted.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they're not like using plastic and shit, right? So you're getting a proper quality made machine. So in my heart of hearts, I feel like I should be looking at those. Because I'm like, why would you purchase anything that's, of not so great quality or, like if you were gonna buy a car. That's why I always say like Honda, I don't hate anybody that buys a Honda because it's pretty easy to replace them.
It's gonna last them forever too.
Yeah. And they've been known to last long, so like it's a reliable car and the replacement feature is easy peasy, no big deal. No. I'm just like
I wish I was
torn between that nostalgic, that nostalgic look.
Yeah, I mean, but the one I'm looking at, like, it kind of gives you the best. Like it looks like modern, but it also looks rustic, which is weird.
The cafe one, sorry?
No, the DeLonghi.
Oh yeah.
Like it has like the nice little port. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It has a little foamer.
Mhm.
Like, it looks good. It just doesn't have that full like brushed metal look.
Yeah.
But they even have some DeLonghi, like the bigger ones. This one's like 300, but it's all I want. It's a coffee machine with an espresso.
Mm.
Would you do that, or do you want just an espresso machine?
I think I just want I don't know. That's a hard thing because I feel like that's also the difference between the Euros. The Euros do like multiple types of drinks. But I mean, essentially, if you have an espresso, you make your own. Like it's the base, right? Like you're just foaming milk, or you're frothing milk, or you're, steaming milk, or you're adding hot water to make black coffee. Like as long as you have a quality espresso, like you can make anything. In my mind, I'm not a barista, so like, but like feels like as long as you have the quality espresso. Wait, is Walshy in here? Is no, just no. That's fine.
You and I. Let's see. Sheesh.
So.
See, I don't know anything about this. I would just go simply off aesthetics.
Yeah, so aesthetically speaking, which one would you go for, though?
Depends on what the kitchen looks like.
Oh.
How much cabinet space you have or counter space you have.
Interesting.
Because to me, it'd have to look like it's something that it's a display piece, right? You're gonna keep it
Yeah,
out.
right, of course. So which
So
one
like
would you be
in my
displaying,
apartment now, I would
Yeah.
go with this little one that I'm looking at here. Like I wouldn't go with any of the ones linked.
Well, you ain't screen sharing, so I can't see what the fuck you looking
Oh,
at.
that's my bad.
You keep
I'd be
referring to them, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell you looking at, but I'm gonna
This
just
one right
assume.
here.
I'm gonna just Google it myself.
Like just in my little apartment, if it was just me, I'd just go for the one I just put in there.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Like, because it
No
has
hassle.
this. Yeah, it's easy peasy. It's
Mhm.
cheap.
Yeah.
But there's
But
nothing
is
really
it
else
also because you're not into coffee that it's just like it's kind of a
Well,
statement
like-
piece, but like it seems pretty easy to use as well?
Right, the ease of use is very, but it's also going to get, like you said, a tasty cup of coffee.
Sure, yeah.
Because like, you know what you're doing, right? It's all about, like you said, the seeds
Yeah. Yeah, the seeds,
and
yeah.
what you're using.
The beans,
coffee.
bro, the beans.
Yeah, my
Don't you
bad.
dare call them seeds, you weirdo.
I mean, you make cocaine. I mean, this one's nice too. It's a little more affordable, a little bit more of a statement piece.
Yeah, see, so these are like more of the traditional looks to me.
Yeah,
Where-
if I was to get it, I would stay more traditional looking. I think
Oh, okay.
because
There you go.
that's what it is, right? I don't want something that doesn't look like the
I'm
Euros.
surprised,
Those look
actually.
like fucking like those look like kegs almost.
That's what I'm
Like
I'm kind of surprised at because I took you as more of like a modern look. And
No,
because
when
it's
it comes
higher
to like
quality.
when it's kitchen shit, I love the old look, the old rustic look.
Interesting.
Yeah, so if I was, like-
Interesting. That's really interesting because that's a complete opposite of what I feel like your like general aesthetic is. I always take you as like a more of a I don't even know what's the
Brand new looking things.
just like I feel like you're more of the like I want what's in. Or like I guess it conflicts too because I always picture you with like a retro theater look.
Right.
So, but I mean that's kind of like just one room on its own. You can kind of like
But
theme,
like the
right?
thing with like coffee though, you have to like to me, you have to respect where coffee comes from.
Right, which means I gotta
Like, it's
travel
all-
to Italy and just buy a coffee machine there.
I mean,
And check the luggage.
Yes, for sure. Or go
FedEx
to
at
Colombia
home.
too.
Yeah, I would.
But like
I would go.
with coffee, like to me, it's all about like the heritage of it, right? So that's important.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna like even like Keurigs are weird to me. It's like it's fast and it's easy, right? You just go put the
Yes.
pot in, press the thing, it goes.
Yeah.
But the coffee is like this is coffee, right?
It's-
But like
yeah.
if I was a coffee drinker, I'd get like a nice. I like the pour overs, honestly.
Pour overs are actually really good, and a lot of people who like coffee prefer a pour over to like even the French press. French press usually comes out turning out smooth in texture. I don't know how to describe it. It's not obvious of flavor, but it feels smoother in my experience anyways. And I feel like with pour overs you kind of get that more like rusticy.
How it's meant to be.
I feel that's how I enjoy my coffee though. It's not like I'm not looking for like carbonated beverage coffee, you know, and I'm not looking for a smooth coffee. I'm looking for a coffee that's like I'm robust, I'm nitty-gritty.
Yeah, I definitely like
Down and
big fan
dirty.
of pour overs. I like the way they look.
Yeah.
And if it feels like you're gonna get the best smell too.
Yeah.
Like because coffee's all about the aroma.
Right.
To me, it enhances everything so much
Yeah,
more.
coffee is definitely one of my favorite smells I've realized. Especially paired with like the smell of pine. Just brings out goodness in my heart.
Like a cup of coffee than like being in like the mountains.
Yeah.
Like
I can't-
Wanda, the end of WandaVision.
I can't actually recall what the mountains smell like, which is unfortunate.
It depends on where you go and if it rained or not.
True.
Like
Yeah.
if it rained, yeah, you're gonna smell the pine all day.
I think it's also because I haven't ever lived in the mountains. I've only ever visited them. So I've never really spent like an entire day in the wilderness in them. You know, like today smelling the morning dew or, you know.
Like you never woke up, walked on the little porch, and you're like in a cabin.
Yeah. I've never
Yeah.
been in the zone living in it, you know? I've never been like able to just sit and absorb it.
Sounds like it's something to add to the list.
It is, yeah.
Get a nice little cabin in
New Zealand.
BC.
Wait, yeah, I was just kidding. BC, I feel like I can smell looking at photos of, but I know it's probably not true. I have been to BC, but like, I haven't been where I would ideally like to go.
Yeah, you haven't been up on the mountaintops. Not all the way at the top of the mountain, but you're not in a little crevice where it's just like you and a little plot of land and your nice little wood cabin.
There's definitely this one spot that I almost went to a couple years ago, and it has been like, well, 2 spots actually, but this one particularly stands out to me where it's like just like this little corner of BC, and it's like near the water, which, you know, obviously BC is near water anyways. Well, Vancouver side anyways. But it had like a lot of little parks around, and it was like a smaller town, and I'm just going, oh man, so much greenery and like moss and like the water nearby. It's just, I need to go. It's an itch that I haven't itched yet.
It's an itch you haven't itched yet. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think, maybe because I take it for granted.
Yeah.
But like the mountains here are cool, but like there's not a lot of trees. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense because I feel
it's
like
not
you have
densely populated with trees.
Correct, yeah.
At least where we went, like there are like certain places like we didn't go to Evergreen, I don't think, where it's like
I don't think so.
Just trees. Like it's literally just trees.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, because we went northwest. We didn't go straight west. Actually, when we went southwest and then northwest, we didn't go straight west. Because we went to Red Rocks.
Yeah, that's actually one of the. Oh my god! Oh, my dog scared the fuck out of me. I was turning around and she's just like sniffing, like, bro. She came in all quiet and shit. You silly goose. I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? Oh, that was the one thing I was kind of disappointed in because I, in my mind, thought Colorado was like full of trees, and seeing it actually like wasn't. It felt more like Texas was, where it's just like a sprawl of land. But that's just like in the city area too. Like it felt more, I don't know, suburban-y, but like
a lot more modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's definitely parts where you can just go get fucking lost.
Sure, yeah, and that's why I enjoyed like when we were driving through the mountains and stuff. Like I liked that. That's what I thought though. Like the city sort of was more or less. So I guess maybe I was thinking more like a Boulder idea.
Yeah,
where you're sort of like
just,
at the base
of
the mountains. Yeah. Where it's like the mountains are your backyard, which to me is like what kind of like Vancouver is, because you can literally see like the mountains and but they have quite a bit of trees. Not obviously in the city center, but
yeah, I think
in the surrounding area.
The thing about Colorado is it's so different depending on where you're at,
right?
And the time of year you're at. Like when we went like more north to Estes Park and whatnot, a lot more trees, a lot more.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
It's a lot older over there.
Wait,
if you go straight west,
that's like the national park, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lot different. And then if you were to go to like straight west, like where you're just like you're on the highway going through the mountains, then yeah, it's a lot more trees. That's all you see is trees. Like
right.
And that's cool too. But I think maybe I take it for granted because I've done that trip so many damn times.
Right.
So like, and I really don't know it unless I don't know that area. Like there's Silverthorne for sure. No, we went the first day. We went there to the lake and whatnot. That place is nice.
Yeah, that's a good spot. It reminds me of Quebec.
If you go, yeah. But if you go further, then it becomes a desert. Further west, it becomes desert.
That's weird.
So yeah, it's super weird. Then when we went to Red Rocks, there's no trees there at all.
Yeah, that was an interesting drive too. I mean, Red Rocks itself is just it felt very like quiet and still. I mean, I enjoyed that. Like it just felt like to me that's how I imagine like Joshua Tree to feel, where you're just kind of like in the middle of nowhere and it's very quiet and still and just like
you just hear the breeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a place further south from here called Garden of the Gods.
I thought you were going to say Garden of Eden. I was like, okay.
No, it's called Garden of the Gods, where it's like all that red clay.
Okay.
And it's like a bunch of trails that you just can walk up and down, walk through.
That's cool.
And like, yeah, it's a little like about an hour from my house, maybe 2 hours from where I live. I've only been there once when I went as a kid, but now like schools take kids on field trips and shit to there.
That's dope.
Like my school never did that. They just took us to Estes Park. The Estes Park is nice, but they need to do nothing cool.
Damn.
And Telluride, I definitely want to get to Telluride one day.
Yeah, I mean, I only know it from like the Tim McGraw song, which I think is actually originally from someone else, but sounds like it might be a nice place.
I only want to go because one of the people I used to work with when we were still in the office, him and his kids went up there, and he showed me like the pictures of like their Airbnb they had, and it was just their land, like they're like in a valley, so there's mountains on both sides, and it's just them.
Yeah.
And the little house, like that's tight.
That's like what I picture.
But also like Telluride's like a 7-hour drive.
Sheesh.
Like, you know, like maybe not.
Damn. Like Quebec City from Toronto.
Because like you go all the way south and then you got to go west. And
I think
it's not flat, so like you got to
right.
go up and down the mountains. That's the problem here too. Everything seems easy to get to until you try to get to it.
You got a fucking mountain. Yeah.
You're
It's
like,
not exactly
fuck.
easy to navigate.
Like everyone goes to this place called Hanging Lake, which is super pretty, but like you gotta go up the mountain. So like it's not just like a drive. You gotta go drive it and then you go up the mountain, then you gotta walk up the mountain. And then now you have to have a stupid reserve system. So you can't just pull up. You gotta like reserve a day, make sure you booked it.
Right.
It's all COVID stuff, but I think they do it now because they make money off of it.
Yeah.
Originally it was free.
Well, yeah. Also, it's better to probably like know who's coming.
Yeah, you can
like
control
you can,
the
like,
cold, the flow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can know what to expect.
And this lady on TikTok, she showed like this cool ass lake that I'd never seen. Heard about. It's like this. It was like a little southwest of here. She said it's free. It's like you park pretty close and you just kind of walk up.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a swimming lake, like a swimming cliff dive little spot. Like,
nice.
Oh shit. I have to check that out
like
one day.
As like something off route though, like something that not every tourist goes to.
That's what it looked like, but now that she put it on TikTok,
yeah, probably.
So it's like, well,
they have spots like that in Ontario too that I've been noticing.
Let's have to.
I think I'm gonna end my stream at least.
True.
So, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out. And I guess we'll be back tomorrow because I'm kind of interested on how long it'll go tomorrow. It looks like they have what 4? Oh no, they have quite a few actually.
Right, because they said they're starting, or not, they didn't say what they're starting with, but she mentioned like we have this, and this ready to go tomorrow.
Right.
All live witnesses. So I don't think they're gonna make them fly out.
Yeah, live witnesses except for Kate Moss via video link. So then they have 4. Well, because Shannon Curry, Dr. Shannon Curry's already probably there. She's kind of been on hold, it sounds like, for the last couple weeks. Johnny Depp is also there. I don't know who Lydia.
Hold on, give me a second.
Yeah, go for it. I'll just mute myself. And yeah, I don't know. I might stream earlier tomorrow. If not, it'll probably be after the lunch break as well, because I can catch up on everything. I kind of want to see how the Kate Moss thing goes. So might be the first, might not be. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you for hanging out, and I will see you again soon. Okay, bye.